Got the number one pick in the NHL draft, but the men that can't seem to stump. Do something dumb, that's an observation. CLT make them need to run.
That's Lawrence Taylor.
Call them every trash, CMT for short. Wonder if we best once you peep the score. Up at the crack of dawn, top stories of the morning. While you're yawning, grab your coffee, rise and shine with 8:80 a.m. This is Drop Time. We provide highlights from your favorite teams. Got Dave and Rick making plenty of picks. It's Rule 76.
And here we are, DNR with you, ESPN New York, and wow, what a snowstorm this baby has been. I got to tell you, I've lived here my entire life. I don't know that I ever, Rick, remember a snowstorm that massive. This thing was something.
Oh, this thing was something. Hey, listen, I mean, it led to a lot of fun at the DiPietro household yesterday. I can tell you that. We enjoyed it.
You do some sledding? What'd you do?
No sledding. We did some, it was kind of just like walking around trying to figure out exactly how much snow we had. And then I got attacked by my kids. And then Milo and Rocco spent probably the next, 30 minutes trying to tackle me into the snow.
Did they get you eventually?
Eventually, yeah. I succumb eventually, but yeah, it was great. We had a good time.
I'm sure you did.
Yeah.
But the wind was wild. The bluster all over the place. It was something.
It was like a real blizzard.
Yeah. Yes, this was a legitimate blizzard.
Right. I mean, this was, and it's funny because we talked more about the last one than we did this one, and maybe that's our fault because we.
No, because I've been neutered. I've been told we really don't want you to do your weather.
That feels like an RJ thing more than a me thing because I like when you do the weather.
Every time I did the weather last time, RJ made me feel guilty, and I decided, you know what, I'm not going to be that person anymore. And I didn't do a lot of weather, and now it's like, well, we didn't do a lot of weather. Well, you know why?
Well, I feel like you missed your big moment. Like this was kind of it.
This was a massive weather moment. Yes, I mean Joe Leo's still here.
Yeah, Joe Leo's still here. I mean, the only reason Raymond's like him and he's going back and forth is because he's got that beautiful Jeep.
Right, but he had to dig that baby out yesterday. I'll tell you that.
And he's got his support duckies.
Yeah, of course,
that help him through it,
just in case duckies.
Quack quack.
Yes, we get it. So Mel Kiper, he's all over the place. This guy, he's got a mock draft coming out, and we were supposed to typically have him in our 8:15 slot. Then I'm told that can't happen because TV needs him. Then he'll be on with us 9 o'clock. Great. 9 o'clock, Mel Kiper, very exciting. Now I believe, and this may update as the show goes along, 8:30 Mel Kiper today now. 8:30.
All right, no guarantees, but right now 8:30.
Right.
Because it could change.
I think the guarantee is we will have him.
Yes.
We believe 8:30. That could change.
Right. He's very busy. He's got his new mock draft. I mean, a lot of stuff happening in his new mock draft. So when we get him, we'll get him.
We will have him today, and there's a lot of stuff happening, and we can't get into it yet. We will a little later this morning. I don't know how you feel about where he has the Jets going into, but we will certainly get into that. The RJ update, he's still in Florida.
Right.
He cannot get out of Florida. And it sounds like, remember we did that whole preview for the pickleball match last Thursday for this Thursday?
Yeah.
It sounds like that's not going to happen now this Thursday. Because Jordan, who I believe is probably the better of the two pickleball players, I could be wrong, but that's just my early insight. She's also trapped in Florida and can't get back till Thursday.
Yeah,
he's never said a single nice thing.
Never.
She feels like the real assassin of the two of them.
Yeah,
I mentioned that earlier. It feels like everyone's stuck in Florida that works with us.
Right, and for some reason they want sympathy. Like, oh, we're stuck in Florida.
Oh, I know. It's so tough to be here in Florida. It's 80, 85 and sunny.
And what do you worry about in Florida? Do you worry about the snow? No, we worry about the rays. That's what we're like. Do we take on so many rays that we become, red with sunburn? That's what they worry about.
UV rays, you mean?
What?
No, UV rays, not the Tampa rays.
I don't think anybody cares about the Tampa Bay rays, no.
Well, I'm just saying. I mean,
no.
Just making sure, just clarifying.
Right, the UV rays, yes.
Right. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out how I'm getting the snow off the top of my truck yesterday.
So the plow, I don't even know. My bill is going to be, I don't even know what it's, I didn't want to know what it's.
Oh, you must have got hammered.
I got an email yesterday, like, we've done 2 plows. We may have to do more plows. Because I guess they can't put that much snow on the thing.
No, I was told, the sweet spot is like 6 to 8 inches.
Right.
Anything more than that, it's a pain in the ass.
So I don't know that they are really taking advantage of me, but all I know is my car is over in the corner, and I can't even really get to my car because all the snow has been piled into that corner.
Yeah, the Mercedes is going to need to be dug out. Problem is that you can't dig because your back will be shot.
Right. So I believe what I'm going to have to do is tell Alex, if you want me to take you to training later today, my man, you better start digging around 2 o'clock today.
Start shoveling.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, this is the price you got to pay. He's young. He's athletic.
He's got no school again.
No school. He's got, they sleep in, lots of energy. His back's fine.
Right. You know what he tells me yesterday?
Get digging.
I said, do you want me to try to move up training so we can get it done earlier in the day? No. I said, why not? He goes, I want to sleep late. I said, training's at 4. I said, you don't want me to maybe move it up to like 2? No. Why? I want to sleep till at least noon today. Noon? That's his plan. Noon.
It would be nice to have the option to sleep till noon.
I guess.
I mean, even if you weren't sleeping, like you just maybe you wake up for a minute, then you try to go back to sleep. Maybe you watch the show, then go back to sleep again. I mean, that's nice.
Maybe you do. You know what? It must be. Although I did some real damage on Dexter Newblood yesterday. Real damage.
We're doing Dexter spinoffs now?
Yeah, I got 3 spinoffs, and then I'm a free agent. Then I can go where I want to go.
Aren't you sick of it? Aren't you tired of it?
But you know what? It's quick. I'll be done with New Blood today. Then I got 2 more seasons, and then I'll be done.
You know what I did yesterday?
You did some snow play.
No. You make it sound weird when you say it that way. I was not
just because your mind is in the gutter. No,
I was not selfish with my television viewing yesterday. I, being the great teammate that we talked about, or that I talked about yesterday,
great teammate.
I watched the 1980 documentary.
Oh, is that right?
Oh yeah.
Did you watch it with others, or did you watch it on your own?
No, I watched some of it with. It was kind of in and out. So Cass watched some of it with me. The kids watched some of it with me. To the point where Rocco is now Jim Craig.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we played mini hockey last night, and he was Jim Craig. And he's calling himself Jimmy.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Jim Craig. So Jim Craig, God,
what a great documentary, man.
Was it really good?
Oh, I cried like 3 or 4 times. Because you can see how, it's them, reliving it, seeing themselves as young, seeing their families, and it was really emotional.
Did they talk about Jim Craig's mom?
Jim Craig talked about his mom, and then he talked about how sad his dad was. And then they showed him at the end, after they had won the gold medal, standing next to his dad, and that's really when he started to break down, because it's now I get to watch how happy he was after being as sad as he was that the mother was gone, right, and what it meant to his dad, and then Ruzioni and watching his family, and then how sad it was that they didn't get a chance to become friends with Herb Brooks. Because Herb Brooks actually sent him a letter. I don't want to ruin it. I'm going to ruin it. You haven't seen it yet?
No, I've not seen it.
I don't want to ruin it.
So these little nuggets are going to ruin it?
Well, no, the one at the end is kind of I won't tell you what it's
spoilers.
I won't tell you what it said, but Herb Brooks wrote them all a letter. He sent them
individual letters, or one letter to all of them?
I think it was one letter. I think it was one letter to all of them, but it was about the team, and Kenny Morrow had it. In the original envelope, and he read it at the end. And it kind of was, it was sad, because you could tell, from what he said, he wanted to be one of the guys so bad. He wanted,
Herb?
He loved
but
the
he couldn't because of his role.
Right, he handpicked this team. This team was together for 6 months.
Right.
And they slowly whittled it down. And then he also had the scars of being the last cut of the 1960s Olympic team. Right? Did you hear that? Have you heard that story before?
Yeah, that I knew. And that team also won gold.
But you know what his dad said to him?
No.
Okay, so just imagine it's Ben playing in he's the last cut for the World Baseball Classic, and it was his dream in life was to be in that, to play for that team.
Right.
Last cut, they win the gold, and then your dad looks at you and he goes, well, it looks like the coach made the right choice.
Oh, really?
So that crushed him. So now, fast forward to 1980, where he's got to do the same thing. They got 22 guys. They got to whittle it down to 20 before they go to the Olympics. So he's all torn up about that. And then they have this team that he handpicked, put together, of all these guys that he ends up growing to love, but doesn't feel like he could be one of the boys because he needs to unite the team.
Right.
Because you got guys from Minnesota and Boston that don't like each other against him.
Right.
And he's got to be the villain.
The one unifying factor that you will have a feeling about me, and then you'll lose your dislike or hatred for everyone else on the team.
Right, and he's like, if there's any team I ever wanted to be one of the guys with, it was this team. I just couldn't.
Yeah, well, it's understandable that he couldn't, right? Because he had to be the unifying factor, and his goal was, and I know this because they've done other documentaries which I've seen.
Yeah, this one's cool because you get you actually see
I've heard
the
it's
guys
very different.
watching video of themselves as the young kids playing on this team.
Right. I've heard this one is very different, and I've heard it's great, and I will get to it. I will get to it. You know what I'll do? Because out of respect to you, because you didn't have to watch it yesterday, and I've been pushing you to watch it, and you did watch it, I'm going to finish Dexter New Blood.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to watch it before I start another Dexter.
It's quick, man. And you'll love it. They got Hayden talking on it. The fact that Hayden wins the 5 gold medals outdoors, like I noticed that every time I go back there to play, like I'll do men's league tournaments and whatever up in Lake Placid, that the speed skating was right outside the library outdoors. Like the oval is right outside the library and it's outdoors. And Hayden was all pumped because I guess whenever Hayden skated, the U.S. team was off, and whenever Hayden was off,
so he went to everything.
He went to all the games. And the first USA game, because there was no expectations, was empty. There was no one at the game.
And that was against Sweden, right?
The one they tied, yeah, because no one thought they had any chance.
Right. They thought they had no chance, and it's wild.
And they scored late there.
The whole thing, they showed it on tape delay.
Right, but they scored late there.
Right.
Had they not tied
to tie the game, yes.
In the first game of the Olympics, they probably don't get to the medal round. If they had not scored to tie that game up.
That's right. Well, they did it in every game. They fell behind in every single game.
Yeah,
and they came back. Even the
game.
Now, people think it's the gold medal game. It wasn't the gold medal game. The game against Finland, because the medal round was a round robin. So they beat Russia. Then they had to beat Finland. They trailed that game as well. And the third period just ran them off the ice.
Right. I guess it was at the end of the second period. They were down. I think it was 2-1. 2-1?
I think
it was 2-1 going into the third. And I guess Herb didn't even go in the locker room. He sent Craig Patrick in the locker room, and Patrick goes in there, and the guys are already. It might have been OC was already saying we're not gonna lose this game, and then Vakota stand we're not gonna lose this game, and then he comes in, and they're like, what the bleep, get out of here, and they're all standing up saying we're not gonna lose this game, and I guess Herb looked at him and goes, how'd it go? And he's like, yep, it went good. All right, we're ready.
So he almost didn't have to do anything.
He didn't do anything.
Patrick did nothing.
He just walked in. The guys were already saying it.
They were already doing it.
They already had themselves fired up because he said, I guess Herb before that game said, you'll take this. If you don't win this game, you'll take it to your bleeping graves. And that was the first time anyone heard him swear. He never swore. Never said the F word the entire time they were with him. And he turned around again and goes, your bleeping graves.
Right.
And that's all he said.
So, yeah, I'm sure people are watching them. And the movie was good, too. The movie with Kurt Russell was really good.
Oh, it was great. And then you had the U.S. team in Miami singing the national anthem at the club.
Yeah, right. So yeah. And now I guess the funny thing is because in the original documentary I've seen, they like split up, right? And like they win the gold medal. They'd spent 6 months together, and it was like, okay, bye, right? Like you leave.
Yeah, they're all going their separate ways.
But very different than now when it's not like they spent this much time leading up to it. But at that one point, it was just like, all right, guys, it's been great. We're going to go. At least this team gets to come back to the States, celebrate in Florida, and then they'll go their separate ways back into the NHL. But that team was like they win this gold medal, which no one in the world expected them to have a chance to win, and then they celebrate that night, and then the next day, it's like, all right, well, we'll see you. And they didn't all go back to the NHL because they weren't NHL players.
No, a lot of them didn't have. I mean, a lot of them didn't have real NHL careers afterwards.
Right.
Like some of them did, but for the most part, I mean, Jim Craig didn't have a
no.
Real
He had a
career.
cup of coffee, right? He played with Calgary,
Mike
a little
didn't.
NHL, but not a lot.
No, Mike Ruzioni didn't. It was funny too. It was funny they called Mark Johnson that his nickname's Magic because they said he was our Magic Johnson because he was their best player. So they call him Magic. It was cool. You'll like it. It's quick.
Yeah,
I think it's
I'm going to watch. So
minutes.
I got 4 more episodes of Dexter, and then I'll get into it.
God, Team USA just taking over 11. Oh,
of course.
What a life.
Of course.
They got games.
Of course they did. So
the NHL season starts back up tomorrow.
Tomorrow night. Do you think it's hard for those guys to go play hockey?
I don't think they're going to play.
You don't think any of them are going to play?
I think some of them might, but I think they probably have the option whether or not they want to play.
Oh.
Like you got Sabres Devils tomorrow.
So like no Jack Hughes in that game? No
I mean,
Tage
you could have
Thompson in that game?
I don't know, man. You're talking about.
Let me say this.
Well,
And I know this might be a very unpopular opinion.
Don't even say it because I know I'm not going to like it.
If I'm a fan of the Devils or the Sabres, I mean the Sabres are trying to do something that they haven't done in a decade and a half. I want Tage Thompson on the ice.
What version are you going to get? I mean, are you putting him in a good like? What happens if he gets hurt because he's been out partying for the last 3 days?
So I now lose the ability to have one of my best players play.
Okay, what you've done is you've gained an Olympic gold medal as a person that lives in the is from the United States, and you may have to. It may cost you a game for your team you root for.
Well, yeah,
I think that's a fair. I think
it is fair. I think that will be a topic of discussion.
Well, this is on the NHL. Listen, I mean, you've taken this much time off.
Well, why not start on Friday?
Right. Like, I mean, you're going to have guys. It's either going to be Canada. It's going to probably be the U.S. It's all NHL guys anyway. The team that wins is going to go celebrate, especially if it's Team USA.
Yeah, but even if it's Team Canada, you're going to lose out on all these guys. Now, it won't be we won't nearly be as understanding.
No. Listen, I'm sure there are guys that will maybe play.
You're sure there are guys that'll maybe play.
But I also don't think that I want to run the risk of this guy hasn't done anything for the last however many days, has been drinking his face off, and now I'm going to throw him into an NHL game after a quick pregame skate.
I just think that there's going to be a lot of people that have a real problem with that. Listen, I don't care. The NHL season for me is done.
Is the men's team going to the State of the Union today?
I don't know,
because the women's team team
declined. The men's team I think they had accepted, but I don't. Did they accept in the excitement of the moment, and they actually planned to go, or I don't. I truly don't know.
I don't know. I guess you'd have to whoever's available after what happened last night in Miami.
Right. I mean, and also you got to. How are you making it from Miami to?
They're going to send a plane. They would send a plane.
Right, but is that something that's like you can just fly into DC now?
I'm
sure you can't fly to New York now.
Well, I'm sure I'm sure wherever the president needs to fly into or land, he can get in and out. So I think wherever, if he's the one setting it up, I'm sure that they can.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I don't know if they are winding up at the State of the Union or not. I don't really know. I know they said they were, but I don't know if that was just they got caught up in the moment. Of course we'll be there, right? And if they're actually able to make it.
Yeah, I got to find out. It depends on what you read. Like, I read one that they are and then one that they're not. I don't know.
I don't know. I know the women are not.
The women are definitively not, no.
Which is interesting because I don't know what the women have to come back to. The men have to be, a lot of them have to be at rinks tomorrow to play.
Yeah, well, Islanders have practice.
Rinks, all that kind of stuff.
Morning. Yeah, Islanders have practice today, and then they have, there's a bunch of games tomorrow. It's just... I'm telling you, and I didn't win a gold medal, obviously. I didn't even win a medal, but like the amount it takes out of you mentally, like the physical part is par for the course, but just like the mental part of it.
What do you think that first game back? It must be it's just so like blah, right?
Yeah, I mean it's going to be. I mean, take what happened to the Knicks after the NBA Cup and times that by what?
1,000.
Right. I mean, yeah. Well, it's the emotional letdown. They won the NBA Cup. They just they just won the gold medal. How about the other side of it? I mean, maybe you use it to your benefit because you're all pissed off that you lost the gold medal game. But
what if you're Canada? You want to take the ice?
I don't know. I mean, it depends. I mean, you probably feel you're probably just sitting there for the last couple of days feeling terrible for yourself.
I'm sure.
Like, woe is me. This sucks. We thought we were the better team.
Maybe it's a break from the reality you've had for the last couple of days. If you're a Canadian player,
or
and you want to get out there and do what's normal to you.
I guess. I mean,
I don't know. I have no idea. I'm speculating.
How many times do you think Nathan McKinnon has thought about that missing the open net or what happened in that last goal?
A million. I mean,
a million.
Stop. I'm sure it never leaves your mind.
I mean, that's one of those ones you just never that'll never go away.
Is the Four Nations Cup something that's going to happen every 4 years? Is that the intent?
Yeah, I think.
Oh no, we might have lost Rick. That's unfortunate. All right, we might have lost him. It might be a reboot, the power situation at home base. So why don't we do this? Why don't we take a break? Let's get to the calls, 800-919-3776. Knicks in action tonight. Again, we know what the Knicks are. All right, we know where they need to get to. We want to get to the end of the regular season. they have to do 24 more games to get to the end of the regular season. There's probably a few that you look at and say to yourself, you know what? This is a litmus test game. Tonight is probably one of those few. 800-919-3776. So we'll do NFL. We'll do some baseball. Today's going to be one of these bouncy days where we'll be really all over the place. CMT, 7:45. Mel Kiper, right now, 8:30. Could change. We'll let you know as the morning goes along. 800-919-3776. DNR with you right here on ESPN New York.
Whether it's a team to win the championship or a conference title, visit FanDuel.com/local to get started. So if you want to go to the NBA Finals, all you have to do is use your profit boost on an NBA future, and you'll be entered for a shot to win an NBA Finals trip for two. Play your game with FanDuel, official sports betting partner of the NBA. Must be 21 and older and physically present in New York. No purchase necessary. Limit one entry for profit boost token. Opt-in required. Must apply profit boost token on select market. Restrictions do apply. See full terms, including methods of entry, at sportsbook.fanduel.com. For help with a gambling problem, call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY at 467369.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-6759. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS.
Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start.
Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems.
We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau.
You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-6759. That's 800-575-6759. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
Oh, what a movie this is. Back to the Future, one of the great all-time movies.
I think the afternoon show says it's the greatest movie.
Yeah, I think Peter says it's the perfect movie.
Right.
Now, I don't know. I mean, I did my list. I can't have Back to the Future as the greatest movie of all time, but it's a great movie.
You could.
Well, I mean, I guess I could. I can't. For what I do, the way I analyze a movie, I need a little more like seriousness in a movie. But it's
You're a snob.
It's a great movie.
Yeah, you're a snob.
Maybe.
Yeah, I mean, you like to take the whole artistic element and all those different things into it.
So and what's so bad about that?
I don't think there's nothing wrong with it. I mean,
the way
John
you attack, it felt like that was an attack.
Hello?
you got different taste.
What?
I mean, John loves musicals. I mean, he's got La La Land in his top 5.
Right. Which
You hate
I detest that movie.
Right. So I mean, it's all what you like.
It's all what you like. That's fine.
It's a judgment-free zone.
John's a big dinosaur movie guy.
Loves Jurassic Park. Yeah, listen, it's a judgment-free
Although I heard
zone.
the most recent Jurassic Park was one of the worst movies ever made of all time.
It was not great.
You saw it?
I believe I did. Yeah, it wasn't.
And it was really bad.
It wasn't very good. No. That's the one with Scarlett
didn't
Johansson.
see it.
I think it's the one with Scarlett Johansson, right?
I don't know.
I think that's the one.
Yeah, I heard it was absolutely awful. But Back to the Future is a great movie.
By the way, speaking of awful, have you seen some of the pictures of Lindsey Vohn's leg?
I've seen X-rays of it.
She almost.
I know that they almost had to amputate the leg.
Oh. See, that's one of those ones where it's like, in your mind, someone that just loves to compete. I've put myself through all this work.
Mm-hmm.
I'm 41 years old.
Right, and this is the end of competitive skiing.
I tear my ACL. What's the worst that could happen? Right? Like, I mean, it's like I'm going to go out and give it my best shot. I'm probably not going to win, but still, I'm going to go out on my shield. And then something like this happens, and it's like, oh, that's what could happen. Like, never would it ever cross your mind. Like, the worst that could happen is that you could get your leg amputated. You know what I mean? It's like, and then this happens. It's like she almost like if you look at the picture, her leg was in pieces.
Well, yeah, it was shattered. I mean, she had 4 surgeries.
I think more than that. It's gonna be mangled for life. It's just.
Well, there was real discussion. They might have to take the leg, Rick.
Right. She almost lost her leg.
So yeah, whatever she has.
They
to
flew her
endure.
back, she flew back in a private jet in a hospital bed.
Oh, terrible.
It's wild.
Terrible. Well, I mean, that's the commitment that lots of these athletes have. They're
right,
willing
but it's
to
just
sacrifice
I think
whatever it takes.
Right, but I think it just speaks to, like, sometimes when we talk about athletes, and it's like it's hard to understand, but like, why would you do that? It's because, like, in anything, it's just because you have this crazy this crazy mentality that you're indestructible, right? And it's not going to happen to me.
What?
And then it
it's
does
almost
happen.
like a child. Like your kids, you'd be like, be careful, you're going to get hurt, you can't do that. And they're like, no, that'll never happen to me because they don't know. That's almost like the mindset of an athlete.
Yeah, and I don't know. It's like, I mean, obviously she knows, but maybe it's just that she has like this crazy amount of confidence in herself that she's just like, listen, why wouldn't I be able to do this?
Good for her.
Like, I mean, you also think too, it's like whatever happened, they can fix it, Like, I know that was my mindset when I hurt my knee. It's like, okay, that's no problem. Like, doctor goes in there, fixes it, and I'll be back. Until they can't fix it, and it's like, oh.
Well,
okay.
hers was catastrophic. It was really bad.
They almost amputated it.
Right, I know. Up until last week, there were rumors that they were going to have to amputate the thing. So, yeah, really, really bad. Let's get to a couple calls, then I'll get into the Knicks, because tonight's, and I said it when you got kind of knocked off there for a second, there's not that many litmus tests for the Knicks down the stretch. You want to stay healthy. You want to try to get the 2 seed. You want to win games. But we're not going to go crazy, right? Tonight would be one of those nights that, I mean, especially after what you were against Detroit, this is going to be another team in the Eastern Conference you're going to have to get by to get ultimately where you want to get to. This has some juice, this game tonight in Cleveland, I think, don't you?
I mean, it's got some juice. I don't want to see you react the way you did after the Pistons game.
No, you're not going to.
Well, because you're like a roller coaster here. You're out, you're in, you're out.
No, I'm as far as as going to the finals right now, I'm out. So until I see them beat Detroit in a 7-game series, I'm not going to believe they can do that. So I'm on the outskirts. But I think that this game matters. I mean, it's James Harden is now on Cleveland, and Cleveland's got a different look, and a lot of people expect. I think right now I saw over the weekend of the 4 teams, the Knicks, the Celtics, the Cavs, and the Pistons, the Knicks are 4 as far as the odds go. It's no longer they're all bunched up. Now it's close, but the Knicks are the 4th of 4 teams right now as we sit.
Right, but I mean, we'll see. I think I'm most interested to see whether or not what we've seen from Cat continues. If like he's just now like this is the version we get on a consistent basis, and I mean I'm also interested to see like late in games what lineups that Mike Brown's using. right? As he's trying to close out games.
Right.
And on top of that, how this matchup is. Like, I'm almost convinced at this point that this is like whatever, it's more matchup based than anything because these teams are so close. And right now, the Pistons, we just don't match up well with them, and maybe we can figure out a way to fix that. But
yep.
Cleveland's playing good basketball.
Cleveland's good, Boston's good, but as far as what team scares me, concerns me
right,
the
but
most,
that's another one though. Like if you're a Cleveland Cavaliers fan, you could be feeling great right now. I know they just lost to OKC, but they were rolling. They lose to OKC, but this is another one. Like even if they're playing great basketball by the time the season's over, it's like you're still in the back of your mind going to be worried about like what version of James Harden,
right? The Harden effect,
right? So it's all going to be. We're all going to be dealing with the same stuff until we actually get to see it in the postseason.
Correct. Can Boston get by without Tatum? Can the Knicks get by because we don't really?
Or if Tatum, is Tatum back? And like if Tatum does come back, what version? Like where are they putting him? Is he coming off the bench? What are you doing?
Every team. Listen. Let's be fair. The team that has the least amount of questions is Detroit. The big question with Detroit is they haven't done it. So people, they haven't done it in the postseason. So can they? I think they can. I think they will. But I guess it's a fair question.
Right. So, again, none of these teams are perfect, and I think that we have just as good a chances, especially this. Like, if I'm getting this version of Cat consistently, I think we have just as good a chance as anyone.
But are you at the point where you think you're going to get this version of Cat consistently? Like, why would you think that?
I don't know. I'm hopeful. I can't tell you definitively one way or another, but I'm hoping, like over the last little stretch here, that he's now like embraced the fact that this is what I have to be.
I hope so, man. I hope so. I need to see him do it against some of these big, tough, physical teams in the big moments to believe it. But maybe he will. I hope he will. Let's go to a couple calls, and then we'll get over to the Knicks on the other side of this thing. Let's go to Bob in Florida. He's going to complain about the weather in Florida. Good morning, Bob. Bob?
Hello? It's not
Where's
Bob,
Bob?
it's Barbara.
Hang on.
Hello?
Yeah.
Hey, Barbara.
Hi, good morning, guys. I love
hi,
listening
Barbara.
to you every day.
Well, we appreciate
we
you.
love that
Yeah.
you're calling, Barbara. What's going on?
Yeah, what's going on, Barbara?
You're talking about the guys being stuck in Florida enjoying 80-degree weather, and I feel bad for you guys. I'm sorry you're going through such a rough winter. But it is not 80 degrees. It is in the 30s this morning.
So what's
they're
it
not
supposed to be this
enjoying
afternoon,
80
though?
degrees.
Is it going up to the 70s, Barbara?
No, it's going to probably go to the 50s.
Well, there's no way
Maybe.
all of Florida is only seeing the 50s. Where in Florida are you?
I'm on the West Coast.
All right, so maybe the East Coast is having, because I believe RJ's on the East Coast. I don't know where Jordan is. But
All right, so
I don't
today-
know. I feel bad for you guys. I'm from Long Island. I understand what you're going through, and I feel bad. I hope it's over soon for you.
Thank you, Barbara.
But you guys are great. I listen to you every morning. I
Oh,
get
thank
up
you.
6 o'clock. It's great.
Oh, you're the
You
best.
guys
We
are a
appreciate
great
that.
team.
Thank you,
you.
very sweet. And thank you so much for the call. It's
RJ
really
is
nice.
in Fort Lauderdale, correct, Dave? That
I
area?
believe RJ's in Fort Lauderdale.
Oh, today he's got a chilly one, 65.
So Miami is 60, a high of 67 and all sunshine. Sounds pretty good.
Well, today, that's a little cold for them. Tomorrow, 75, then 80, 83, 81. So
Before we break, I think we have to bring Joe Leo on.
I
Hi,
think
hello.
Joe, how you doing, Joe Leo?
Pretty good until that phone call.
it was a woman,
So-
Joe.
Yes,
So-
it was.
So, Joe.
Wow.
Like, can I at least
No.
give my
Yes.
side of the story
Yes,
first?
yes, you can.
Because
If you do the RJ, once I say your name, that's now your name
There's
stuff.
No, Dave, there is no way. Barbara called, and she said, hey, this is Barbara. I'm calling because I love the guys. And he said, could you repeat your name? And she said, Bob.
so here's the thing. Okay,
Yeah,
Two
I want to
things.
hear it. You know what? Here's the thing. Because I do like you, and I want this to go well. I'm going to reserve judgment until I hear your explanation.
Two
Explain.
things here.
Yes.
One, Barbara's phone line is immaculate over the air. Was not as good when I was screening her call.
Okay. Mhm.
Two, she called up and she said, "I heard Bob." She said Barb. So with a
But you didn't recognize that it was a woman.
You thought
no,
'cause she
I
has
did
a
not
deepish
recognize
voice
that it was a
that-
woman
that was a
because
man.
of a bad phone line.
Okay. It was the bad phone line. It wasn't that she has
And
a deep.
She did
deeper
say
voice.
again. She said she didn't say Barbara because my grandmother's name is Barbara. I would have recognized that. She said Barb.
Right, but if she had called
but
and her
Barb-
phone line was a little sketchy, but she was like, "Hi, this is Barb." You would have thought Bob.
No, I would have. If it was more
was a
of
man.
distinguished. Yes, I did.
Yeah. Okay.
Do you feel embarrassed at all right now?
A little bit.
Yeah. Like when you heard, no, this is not Bob, this is Barbara, were you like, oh no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
If it
That's
was
a tough
anything, I mean, the fact that it was a woman and I thought it was a man, that's where I'm at right
Not
now.
great for you.
That's probably the thing that I'm most embarrassed about right now.
And a dedicated listener at that.
Right. And she loves the show.
It's unbelievable.
You really are.
Well, at least for our sake, I know Barbara's listening right now. Barbara, we apologize. It's Joe Leo. It's not RJ. RJ does make mistakes, but RJ hasn't made a mistake as blatant as this.
That
one.
was a big one, Joe.
Yeah, that's not great.
Well,
it was the reverse.
Can we pin it on the fact that Joe probably is unrested, probably is exhausted, probably is going through, I mean, it's very stressful what he's going through with not being able to travel home and see his girlfriend.
He's been luxuriating in the city. He's probably, he's got his whole hotel room to himself.
Did you get a good night's sleep, Joe?
I would say decent, not good.
Probably took advantage of himself and then had a nice sleep.
How do you take advantage of yourself?
I don't know.
You know what? I think you could just leave it there.
You pretend like you don't want it.
I think you can just leave it there.
You play coy?
Yeah.
Hard to get?
No, I'm tired.
No,
you're
no,
not
I
tired.
won't.
No, I won't.
No, I won't.
Get
Yes,
my
you
hand
will.
off.
No,
my,
I won't.
Get my hand off my leg.
All right, let's go to break. We'll come back. Kendrick Perkins gives us the expectation of what the Knicks need to do this postseason. We'll see if we agree or not. It's DNR and Barb with you right here on ESPN New York.
Good Karma Brands is proud to be an equal opportunity employer, providing equal employment, development, and advancement opportunities to all teammates and applicants. To learn more about careers with us, please send an email to talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com. That's talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com.
Hey, it's Alan Hahn. Rings End is your locally owned Benjamin Moore retailer. They're your store for quality with a full line of brilliant and durable Benjamin Moore paints. They're your store for inspiration with thousands of colors and a variety of sheens. And Rings End is your store for expertise with one-on-one advice for contractors and homeowners. Insist on Benjamin Moore paint from Rings End because the gorgeous color you love can't be matched in another brand of paint.
If you've been injured in an accident that wasn't your fault, then you need a lawyer who knows New York's unique personal injury and workers' compensation laws. At the Parisman Firm, they have decades of experience handling all types of accident cases and a proven track record of delivering huge results. Their team has already recovered nearly $1 billion for injured New Yorkers. From construction to car accidents and slips and falls, they've got you covered. Call the Parisman Firm now at 718-WORKERS, where your case is their cause. Get the justice you deserve today.
This is Rick Brunson, the assistant coach from the New York Knicks. I'll be driving to our games this season in style in my new Jeep Gladiator from Princeton Jeep. My friends at Princeton Jeep gave me all-star treatment, and you can expect the same thing. Just mention I sent you, and they'll treat you like family. Princeton Jeep has tons of inventory and great deals on new vehicles. Visit Princeton Jeep at 1045 State Road in Princeton, New Jersey, or online at PrincetonJeeps.com and tell them Rick Brunson sent you.
Hey Yankees fans, 2026 Yankees individual game and group tickets are on sale now at Yankees.com/tickets. Next season's home schedule is highlighted by interleague games against the Dodgers, Braves, and Cardinals. As always, we'll host the annual series of games against the Mets, as well as baseball's best rivalry with the Red Sox. Don't miss out on all the exciting action in the Bronx. Get your 2026 Yankees tickets today at Yankees.com/tickets.
Ever want to go to the NBA Finals? Well, now's your chance, courtesy of FanDuel. All you have to do is use your profit boost on an NBA future, and you'll be entered for a shot to win an NBA Finals trip for two. NBA futures let you lock in your pick for who you think will go all the way, whether it's a team to win the championship or a conference title. Visit FanDuel.com/local to get started. Ever want to go to the NBA Finals? Well, now's your chance, courtesy of FanDuel. All you have to do is use your profit boost on an NBA future, and you'll be entered for a shot to win an NBA Finals trip for two. NBA futures let you lock in your pick for who you think will go all the way, whether it's a team to win the championship or a conference title. Play your game with FanDuel, official sports betting partner of the NBA. 21 and over, physically present in New York, no purchase necessary. Limit one entry per profit boost token. Opt-in required. Must apply profit boost token on select market. Restrictions apply. See full terms, including methods of entry, at sportsbook.fanduel.com. For help with a gambling problem, call 877-8-OPEN-Y or text OPEN-Y 467-369.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-6759. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS.
Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start.
Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems.
We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau.
You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com
or call 800-575-6759. That's 800-575-6759.
Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
Don Hahn and Rosenberg is live from the Big East Tournament presented by Schweppes, Sun Cruiser Vodka Iced Tea, and Samuel Adams. Join DHR broadcasting live from the Irish Exit inside Moynihan Train Hall for a Big East extravaganza. Big East legends Charles Smith and Walter Berry will join us on site as we break down the action and relive the glory days. All courtesy of Schweppes. Stop by beginning at 3 p.m. Enter to win great prizes and make the Irish Exit your headquarters when the Big East takes center stage. Sun Cruiser Vodka Iced Tea is available at Jack Doyle's and John Sullivan's. Must be 21 or older to purchase. Please drink responsibly.
All right, DNR with you, ESPN New York. You know how Joe Leo hears that song? Bob. just Bob.
Poor Barbara.
Poor Barbara?
I'm
Poor
sorry,
Joe?
Barbara.
She didn't
No, why poor me? I made a mistake.
Is it going to linger with you throughout the day?
No, it won't linger.
At what point do you let that go?
I have until the 7 o'clock hour for me to wallow in that, and then I'll let it go.
So the top of the 7 o'clock hour, I say, Barbara, Bob, you feel fine.
Yes.
But for the next 18-ish minutes, it's going to haunt you.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, she didn't deserve that.
Well, he didn't do it on purpose.
Well, I know. It's a mistake. It happens. Listen, it could be worse. It happened the opposite of that, which caused some real problems when the guy that called in thought that RJ was a woman.
Right. I was talking to the woman on the line. That was amazing.
Hello. This is me, RJ, the woman.
That's happened. And RJ's also given birth.
RJ has given birth, yes.
So I understand why there could have been some confusion.
Although nothing will ever match the stench.
Stench from a Marinick?
Yeah.
No, that's probably the greatest of all time.
That nothing will ever match that. How Don looked at the call screen and thought someone's name was Stench.
I think I'm saying this right, Peter. Stench in Mamaroneck. You're on ESPN New York. How are you, sir?
Oh, hey, no, it's Bennett.
I love Don's. I think I'm saying this right. Stench.
Yeah.
In Mamaroneck. No, it's Bennett. Like it wasn't like it was Stephen, right? Not
Stanley.
Like no, it's Bennett.
It's Bennett. Yeah.
I think I'm do I have this right? It's Stench? No, Bennett.
That's that right there is Mount Rushmore stuff.
Nothing will ever compete with that. I mean, so Joe Leo, does that make you feel any better? That one of the great producers, that was Gunling, right?
Yes, it was.
That one of the great producers in ESPN radio history thought that Bennett was Stench.
We all have our moments, and that I agree with you is probably the best moment from a flub, from a call screener at the station's in this station's history.
In the history of the station. There is no number two. That is clearly the first and the greatest. Would you be embarrassed if this person's name was not George?
If this person's name is not George, I might have to, go take a lap.
All right. Let's go to George in Basking Ridge. George, if you are George, good morning. You're on ESPN New York.
I am George. Hey, guys, great talking to you. I just want to say I love the show. I listen to you every morning when I'm driving, and love you and Rick and RJ and Raymond. So it's awesome listening to you guys. You do a great job. But anyway, it was my birthday on Sunday, so I turned 60, and I remember back to 1980 was my 14th birthday on that Friday night, and I watched that game with my dad. And when they scored the second goal to tie the game up, I couldn't take it. I had to call up Sports Phone to find out the result of the game. And when I found it out, I ran back into the living room and said, "Dad, they won. And I to this day, I think I may have spoiled the game for my dad, but I know he watched the news at 6 o'clock, so he probably knew, and he probably, thought he wasn't spoiling it for me. But it was such an emotional moment. And I actually went to Lake Placid in 2010 with my son. My son played hockey, and they had the 30th anniversary of that game, and they had every living member of the team. I think there were 2 guys that had died, and Herb had died.
Mm-hmm.
And they gave everybody tickets to go to Herb Brooks Arena, and they played the game in pieces, and every guy got up on stage and did their little bit and talked about the game, and the crowd chanted, "USA, USA." It was so emotional. I'm emotional right now. And then them winning the game on Sunday was just, just brought back memories. It was, it was just a wonderful moment. And I just have to say, Dave, forget about Dexter for the day. Watch Miracle. I've watched it twice. It is so wonderful. I cried through most of it. I watched it with my son, and then I watched it with my wife. Just fantastic.
I'm going to.
Fantastic.
I'm going
What are
to.
you talking about? Are you talking about the movie? Are you talking about the movie?
No, he's talking about the documentary.
No, the documentary.
Yeah,
the
new
Netflix documentary. I've watched it twice. Rick, it was you just
it was
saw
awesome.
I was thinking about calling you guys last week that you hadn't seen it. It was so good. It's so well done. And these guys see video that they've never seen before of their family watching the game, and you see Jim Craig crying, you see Ken Morrow crying. It's just so emotional. I just
well, you know what it
I
does?
still can't believe you haven't seen.
Right, you know what
Sorry,
it does,
go ahead.
and we appreciate the phone call. What it does is make you recognize as awesome as that moment was on Sunday morning. Nothing will compare to what happened in 1980.
It can't.
No,
they've tried to replicate it, and you can't. That will never. And I don't think we said this. Like on one of our Instagram posts yesterday, there were all these responses of this is nowhere near. How could they say it was? No, this gold medal is not in the same stratosphere as what they did in 1980. That was a once in a lifetime. It happened. You still can't even believe it happened. They were almost co-favorites to win the gold medal. I think Canada was like minus 120 and the U.S. was at a pick'em. So, no, it was sensational. But for the record, what we saw this run was nowhere in the same anything as far as 1980. Nowhere close.
Well, I will say this, though. I mean, it's outside circumstances also being taken into account. Right, you can't replicate what was going on with us and Russia and just where the country was at and everything else. But
right.
I mean, this was a moment where, I mean, the country right now is very divided, where we all kind of wrapped our arms around what was happening on the ice, and it was one of those moments where we all came together and we were all
right.
proud
And
to be Americans.
every no matter what side of the fence you're on, everyone was rooting for the same thing to happen.
Right. And then you had Jack Hughes after the game talking about how proud he was to be an American and the brotherhood and everything else. So I mean, it's a great moment. It's just like, you can't replicate what was.
No, and I'm not trying to take away from this moment. I'm just saying this moment was not that moment.
Right, but those guys would also say that. Like, as big a moment as it was, like, their expectation was to go win the gold. Back then, there was no expectations for the American team. Right? I mean, I think they said.
And Russia was a behemoth. Nobody beat them.
Right. And then they come rolling in with the fur coats on and the fur hats. Like, it just, and the U.S. guys will tell you during the documentaries, they had no respect for us at all. We're a bunch of college kids.
Well, what? Well, in fairness, why would they?
Oh, they just got done beating them 10-3.
I mean, they ran them out of the Garden, which is where they played a couple weeks prior to the Olympic Games. Like, why would they have any respect for us? It'd be like Team USA basketball going up against one of those teams and the Dream Team went up against. Why would they have any respect for them?
Well, they didn't, and they didn't have respect really for anybody because they were they rolled through the Olympics.
Well, why should they have?
They beat the hell out of everybody.
I mean, they hadn't lost. They literally hadn't lost a game in years. That team,
right? Which I thought was funny at the end when they watched Team USA celebrate. It was like the guys will tell you.
Well, they kind of enjoyed it, right?
Right, because you forget what it's like to be that happy when you win. When it becomes it's part of what you do.
It's kind of monotonous
all the time.
If that's such a thing with winning,
right? And I mean, listen, the thing I thought about most yesterday after the show was just, why it hit the way it hit with people is because hockey's not really our sport, and it hasn't been. And then most of the people you saw, like the immediate reaction after we won the gold medal was like, we're at the top of the mountain right now. We had the women win and the men win.
Mm-hmm.
Like, this is our sport. Like, for the minute, like for this moment in time, we are at the top of the hockey world.
That's right.
And I think that's why I don't think we have there's never that same, we're happy when the U.S. wins a gold medal in basketball, but the expectation is we're supposed to win the gold medal in basketball.
Right. I don't think it's as exciting because the expectation is, of course, they're going to win. They're the Americans. They invented the game, and they should beat everybody.
Right. So, we're playing a sport that we're not known as the greatest in, and now we finally, we've climbed that mountain. Which has been our intended goal at USA Hockey, is to eventually climb this mountain.
And now again, it's still razor thin, and you could even argue Canada's better, but it makes it more exciting.
Well,
There's
they got better.
juice
They
to
have
it.
better, right? But they have some better things. But we also have better things. But just where we are, just in general. Like back then, watching the 1980 stuff, it was like,
close.
Sweden was better than us, Finland was better. All these countries were better.
I think
than
we
us.
were projected to come in sixth.
Sixth. Or I think Herb said he thought they had a chance, maybe if they were lucky to win a bronze. If everything fell the right way, they could potentially win bronze. But I think they said
everything fell. I think it's fair to say everything fell the right way.
I think they were projected 7 to 12.
Yeah,
was where they could finish.
All right, so I want to hear this. I don't know if you've heard this. Here, don't play it yet, guys. Kendrick Perkins was on DHR. The real reason why the Knicks will win the championship. Have you heard this?
I have not. No.
All right, I want to hear this. Here's Kendrick Perkins yesterday. DHR. The real reason why the Knicks will win the NBA title.
Because of the depth that they have. That was the only knock on them last year, and they wouldn't address those issues. I love Mitchell Robinson accepting his role coming in off the bench. We just talked about, adding Jose, what they did at the trade deadline. I believe Jordan Clarkson will have his moment in the postseason. I'm a huge fan of Kolek, and I just think they have the depth now where you're not relying heavy on the starters anymore.
I think it's fair to say they have the depth, but we're mentioning Tyler Kolek as a piece and Jordan Clarkson. They're not gonna. I don't know.
Oh, no, I could see Jordan Clarkson I could see him having a moment. It's a long run. We're hoping for a long run where he gets, he gets his game where he comes off the bench, makes a couple big threes. I think Alvarado's a big piece defensively.
I like Alvarado a lot.
Yeah,
I would prefer to see Alvarado shoot less and kind of get more into that gritty defensive, take the ball to the basket role. But I think he's a legitimate weapon for this team. Yes.
All right. You saw what he can do against Houston.
I love him. I've always liked him. He was a good player at Georgia Tech.
I think when push comes to shove, though, and I think Perk, in saying what he said, also has confidence in. He loves Jalen, and
obviously the OG, Towns, Jalen, Bridges, of course they need to produce.
Right, but so I would still say that's as much as I'm excited about the depth, and that's great. I also recognize that when you get in a series against the Pistons, if that ends up being who we go against to get to the Eastern Conference to get to the NBA Finals, Karl Anthony Towns is gonna have to be a big part of that. How they deal, how Jalen deals with the amount of pressure that Detroit puts on him, is going to be a huge part of that. The adjustments that Mike Brown is able to make is going to be a huge part of that. I don't know if we're going to get through the series against a Detroit and go, it was because of our bench that we won the series.
Tyler Kolek really carried us to the NBA Finals.
Right. It's going to be. It's going to be the big boys.
You're going to need your stars to be stars,
and maybe that just goes without saying anyway. Right.
Well, I think it does because he didn't even mention them. Obviously, if Tyler Kolek plays at a very high level, it's not going to. Make that much of an influence and impact. You need your star players to play like star players.
Right. You need this version of Karl Anthony Towns consistently throughout the playoffs.
Yes. All right. So here's Kendrick, and this is an interesting debate and conversation. What would be considered a successful season for the Knicks?
They got to get to the NBA Finals. If they don't, it's a failed season. And the crazy part is right now I got Detroit picked to win the East, but I wouldn't be surprised if the Knicks get there. But from this sample size, what we've seen in this regular season, if they match up, feel like Detroit got their number. But anything can happen in the postseason. But in that locker room, in that city, that fan base, anything short of reaching the promised land is a failed season.
See, I agree with that. To me, that is a really good answer. We came into the season with the expectation they need to be in the NBA Finals, and I stand by it. And Perk feels the same way, and I imagine, not having talked to you about it recently, you feel the exact same way, right? Anything short of an NBA Finals appearance is a failure for this team.
I think more importantly, though, I think that's how the front office feels. I think that's how the owner feels. Right? So, I mean, that's what happens. Like, now, we're not decision makers, right? So, like, I mean, we could sit there and be upset and, get on the radio and for 4 hours talk about how disappointed we are that they didn't get to the NBA Finals. But when push comes to shove, it's going to be, most importantly, what the front office, what Leon Rose and what ownership thinks. And the way they make it sound is that that's the expectation, is the NBA Finals.
Yeah.
And the problem with that, too, is, but the problem with that, too, is we point to all these different teams, with the Celtics without Tatum. The real problem for us has been the Pacers. They have no Halliburton, right? Like, the window's open now, and it's like, well, Detroit's going to be a problem, but not yet. Detroit's not ready yet.
Well, it feels like they're ready.
Well, but that's the thing, though. And if all of a sudden now it ends up being Detroit that keeps you from the NBA Finals, like now it's Detroit, now it's Indy, now it's like now you're getting back to all the other teams involved in the mix.
Right. I mean, when does Orlando take that next step, right? I mean, the other teams are going to start to get better. This is your sweet spot. You need to take advantage of being in your sweet spot. Rickleball Madness. Oh, get ready. Oh, Rickleball Madness is on. Oh, it's so exciting. Friday, March 20th. ESPN New York has taken over Pickleball Heaven in Medford, New York. Catch a live broadcast of our show starting 6 o'clock in the morning. Then stick around for the Social Ladder Pickleball Tournament. We'll crown the champions. Then roll right into a college hoops watch party to cap off today. Sign up now on the ESPN New York app. Spots are limited. Rickleball Madness. Oh, Rickleball Madness. It's so exciting. Brought to you by Pickleball Heaven, the new standard of indoor pickleball. Let's break. Come back. Is that the expectation? Anything short, for any reason, anything short of the Knicks in the NBA Finals will be, like he said, a failure at a maximum, at a minimum, a disappointment. 800-919-3776. And Mel's new mock draft is on the way. DNR with you right here on ESPN New York. All right, let's see what's happening on the roads. Here is the one, the only. It's Debbie Duhame.
DNR, good morning, company. Hey, if you have to travel today, please use extreme caution. We're getting reports of lots of accidents over on 3 eastbound getting into Valley Road in Clifton. All lanes closed with a serious accident there. Van Wyck south at Hillside Ave, it's an overturned vehicle. Watch for delays. West Shore Expressway 440 south at Arthur Hill Road, another overturned vehicle there. Please take it slowly traveling. Subways running on or close. LIRR, some limited service restored. Traffic is sponsored by Duke's Mayo. Duke's Mayo, that's some good mayo. Duke's Mayo, the one with the catchy yellow lid. The full name is Duke's Mayonnaise. Get Duke's Mayo in stores today. It's got twang. I'm Debbie Duhame on 880 ESPN New York.
Cashback is not available on gas in New Jersey and Wisconsin. John, what are you doing? Get in my car. Why are you walking to work?
Thanks, man. It's these insanely high gas prices. They are draining my bank account. I can't afford to drive anymore.
Dude, don't walk. Just do what I do, because I never pay full price for gas anymore. I use the free Upside app that pays you cash back for every gallon of gas you buy.
Wait, you're telling me you get paid cash when you buy gas with the Upside app?
Yes, I get real cash back every time I buy gas.
Does that actually add up to anything?
I'll make around $200.
Wow, that's serious extra cash. I'm downloading the free Upside app now.
Download the free Upside app now to earn real cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code WINNING for an extra 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. That's promo code WINNING. You can cash out anytime right to your bank account, to PayPal, or an e-gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code WINNING for a 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code WINNING.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. That's ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN.
ZipRecruiter.
Ever wanted to go to the NBA Finals? Well, now's your chance, courtesy of FanDuel. All you have to do is use your profit boost on an NBA future, and you'll be entered for a shot to win an NBA Finals trip for 2. NBA futures let you lock in your pick for who you think's going to go all the way, whether it's a team to win the championship or a conference title. Visit FanDuel.com/local to get started. So if you want to go to the NBA Finals, all you have to do is use your profit boost on an NBA future, and you'll be entered for a shot to win an NBA Finals trip for 2. Play your game with FanDuel, official sports betting partner of the NBA. Must be 21 and older and physically present in New York. No purchase necessary. Limit 1 entry for profit boost token. Often required. Must apply profit boost token on select market. Restrictions do apply. See full terms, including methods of entry, at sportsbook.fanduel.com. For help with a gambling problem, call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY at 467369.
Hey, it's Rich Eisen for Pella Windows and Doors. Sometimes teams take a time out to regroup and call the right play. When it comes to your home, Pella Windows and Doors always has the winning game plan. They do it every day, and that's why your neighbors trust them. Visit Pella.com/Eisen today. Right now, Pella Windows and Doors of New Jersey is offering 25% off windows and doors and 0% APR for 24 months. Some restrictions may apply. See store for details. Offer ends February 28th, 2026.
Smalls here. Did you know there are many ways to do your taxes with H&R Block? You can go to a local office and get expert help in person, or you can choose virtual tax prep and get expert help without leaving home. Or you can even do them yourself online with live human help standing by. Whatever you choose, you can file with confidence, having H&R Block's 70-plus years of tax expertise in your corner. Switch today and file your way at hrblock.com.
880 ESPN, WHSQ, and WCBS-FM HD2, New York. A Good Karma Brands radio station. This is DiPietro and Rothenberg.
Let's go to Bob in Florida. He's going to complain about the weather in Florida. Good morning, Bob. Bob?
Hello, it's not Bob, it's Barbara.
Hang on.
Hello?
Yeah. Hey, Barbara.
Hi, good morning, guys.
Joe.
Can I at least get my side of the story first?
Yes, you can.
She didn't say Barbara because my grandmother's name is Barbara. I would have recognized that. She said Barb.
I think I'm saying this right, Peter. Stench in Mamaroneck. You're on ESPN New York. How are you, sir?
Oh, hey, no, it's Bennett.
This is DiPietro and Rothenberg on ESPN New York.
There's no chance that was your grandmother. Is there, Jolene?
No, absolutely no chance.
You're confident? How good would that be? She's like, Joe, I tried to get onto this show, and you called me Bob.
That would be the ultimate. I don't even know how to describe that. After what you did to him, and then he turned around and do that to his own grandmother.
Yeah.
Wow. He couldn't complain about what you did.
No.
Ever again.
I don't think he complains about what I did. I think you complain about what I did.
Well, I don't think he openly complains about it, but it hurts him.
Behind the scenes, Joe, this is something that still hurts you?
No. Again, I've put the hatchet in the ground. It's over and done with.
I don't know if that's the saying, but it's
we create our own sayings here on the show.
If I'm
so you put the hatchet into the ground,
buried the hatchet. Yeah,
you're right. So that was your way of saying you've buried the hatchet.
Yes.
Buried it. Yeah.
Did you have to bury the hatchet as a collective, though?
No, not necessarily. I think Joe could decide personally that he wants to bury his own hatchet.
You would bury your own hatchet?
I don't think I don't think the burying the hatchet is the one he was looking for.
Water under the bridge?
Yes. Water under the bridge would be better.
That's a good one as well.
If you could lead a horse to water.
No, I don't think that would make sense. Lead a horse to water.
No kidding. I'm
joking. The phrase you would try to say is, "Oh, it's water past the bridge. It's fine." Like you'd say that.
It's water under the bridge.
Yeah. No,
water
but
under the bridge. There you go. What's the one I said? Connecting the tea leaves.
Connecting tea leaves.
That's a good one. That's another good one.
Yeah, we just jumble it all together. Like
you know what? You're connecting the dots and reading the tea leaves, and you put it into a potion, and you come out with connecting the tea leaves.
And you give it a skill.
Because that just kind of you connect the tea leaves, and that would make the most sense.
I think you connect dots. You read tea leaves. I still love when I was trying to get to a point. You're like, and you give it a skill.
You like that one?
You were at least you were dialed into what I was saying.
Why did I say that though?
I don't know. I guess I must have led you there.
There's
give
something
it a skill.
really off.
And I said, rather than give this person the money, I'm going to
give a skill. I think it was a panhandler.
And I said, rather than give this person the money, I'm going to
give a skill.
Well, it makes sense. If you teach, a panhandler, hey, now you understand how to, I don't know, be a carpenter, something like that.
You could give a person a fish, but if you teach that person to fish,
they can eat forever.
They could eat forever.
Yeah.
Right.
That's the beauty of the sayings. All right, let's get to some of these Knicks calls, and then we got to get to.
Wait, cut it. We just got cut of this. Why in that rejoin, the fact that Joe Leo's grandmother's name is Barbara would make him recognize that she said her name was Barbara?
Well, because she didn't say had she said, I think, Joe, that had she said Barbara, you'd be like, oh,
no.
Yes.
Barbara's my grandmother's name.
Had she not
this woman said Barb.
It had nothing to do with that. That the woman's name is Barbara and your grandmother's name is Barbara. It was because she had a deeper voice. That's why you thought it was Bob.
And it was one syllable. She said Barb. So if she said Barbara, even if it was a deeper voice, I would have said, oh, this is a woman.
But what we're missing is that was a woman.
Yes.
And women usually are not named Bob.
Usually.
That's
right?
the point. And therein lies the problem. Is that yes.
And you thought, hey, this nice woman calling in Florida that has a name close to my Nana is not a Nana. It's Bob.
No, it's not. It's not
it's
great.
Bob.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
What about Bob?
What about Bob? What about Barbara? Also, was the remake.
Yeah, that's what it. Hey, listen, we move on. It's 7 o'clock hour.
You know what, Joe? If you haven't made a mistake, you can't be on the show.
Right.
So now you're one of us. Now you're one of us. Let's go. I'm going to sneeze. Oh, that was a big sneeze.
Bless you. Actually, you used the cough button correctly today. Congratulations.
You know what? I'm functioning on a very high level. Let's go to Jay in Atlanta. Jay, good morning. Knicks expectations. Have at it.
Good morning. Man, it's just plain as it's championship or bust, mainly because of what they've invested in this team, what they gave up for Bridges, giving up on Dante and Randall, popular players here. Not here, I'm in Atlanta, obviously, but in the New York family, and us as Knicks fans, for Towns, getting rid of Coach T and bringing in Brown.
So you think, Jay, you think the whole thing or it's a failure?
No, well, they have to make the finals. That has to be the finals, or you expect this team to go through major changes next year. Again, they've invested so much in bringing this team together, and I don't see any way of losing in the conference final or second round pick as there being any bright spots to that. This team was built, and made the changes or what they thought of the appropriate changes to get to the finals. That's the message that was given to us as a fan base. We got rid of your favorite coach. We got rid of one of your favorite or your two dogs, as they were called here in Randall and Dante, and they're telling us this is the team that's going to get us to the finals. And at this point in time, expectations are what they are. They have to make the finals at this point. They're all in. These were all in moves. So, you have to make it. At least make it to the finals, if not win it all.
I think that's fair. But I think there's a far cry from getting to the finals and getting by the Detroits of the world and Cleveland and Boston and winning the whole thing. Like, I think winning the whole thing feels like it's kind of a pipe dream right now. Getting to the finals, I think, is a lot more realistic.
Right, but all of that can change, though. I mean, what your expectations are as you make your way through the playoffs could also change, though. I mean, depending on what's happening in the West, depending on what your series look like. Right? I mean, if for whatever reason, you roll through the Eastern Conference, I think the expectations will change going
of course
into
they will.
to the finals.
Of course they will.
I'll tell you what's going to happen right now, though, is if you continue to get this version of Cat, right? He's engaged. He's giving you effort on the defensive side of the ball. He's starting to make his threes. This is going to go from all eyes on Cat to all eyes on Mikal Bridges. Especially if late in these games he's losing minutes to Alvarado or he's not closing out games. It's going to go, I can't believe we gave up 5 first-round picks for Mikal Bridges.
What I don't understand is, and maybe you're not saying you expect it, but if it continues, he's giving you 2 good games. Like, I need to see a lot more consistency from Cat before I'm going to jump on that bandwagon.
I'm not saying I'm jumping on the bandwagon. I'm just telling you how the conversation is going to change.
Yeah, but I think for me that feels like that's way down the road. Like I have to accomplish quite a bit before I'm going to buy into I believe in Cat in big moments.
Okay, that's fine. I'm just telling you. Like, I mean, if this is the version that we get consistently, and Cat shows up like this, and Bridges is losing minutes late, closing games, and he's not a factor. He's not getting to the free throw line, which he doesn't do anymore now.
Of course.
It's going to be, I can't believe we gave a 5 first-round picks for this guy.
But it's always going to be the next guy, right? So right now the guy is Towns. If Towns answers the bell and answers all the questions and he becomes consistent and he plays like a dog and he's giving you 24 and 13 and playing the best version of himself defensively and he doesn't go missing for full halves, then the expectation will go on to someone else. And that next person is probably Mikal Bridges. I think that's fair to say. Because it's not going to be Brunson. It might be like the defensive portion of Brunson. It's not going to be him, and it's not going to be OG. It's not going to be Mitchell Robinson.
But even if it's the defensive portion of Jalen, you're still going to point to, at least it gives you effort and he's scoring.
Right.
Like, he's closing out games for you in the fourth quarter. Right? That's just he's already established himself as he's our best player. He's our captain. He's the guy.
He's the guy. This team will run through Jalen. So it's not going to be Jalen, and it's not going to be OG, because people love OG, and he's a terrific player, and he's a two-way player, and he plays really well at the bigger moments. So it's never going to be him. It's going to be Towns, and if it's not Towns, and you have to lay blame on someone else, I agree with you. It'll be Bridges.
Or Mike Brown. Those are the 3.
That's right. But those are the only possible 3. Listen, a guy may make an asinine play in a moment that you might be bothered by. But as far as big picture, who are the 3 pieces, the 3 guys that have the most pressure? It's Towns, and it's not close. And then it'll be Brown and Bridges. Correct.
Yeah, and then potentially maybe, I won't even say it, but there's only one way. It's Mitchell Robinson. And I'm not going to say it, but you know what it is.
I'll mention that.
But I'm just saying that would be the only way.
Yeah, don't mention that.
No.
Because we cannot afford that to happen.
No, let's just keep handling them the way we're handling them.
That's right. Get through the regular season.
We're doing it right.
And then we'll get to the postseason. So who right now they looking at in the first round? Like a Philadelphia kind of a situation in round 1?
Right now, what are we in, the 3? Right now we are currently
they're the 3.
The 3, so we would play Philly in the first
Correct.
round. Yeah. Right now we'd play Philly and Cleveland would play Toronto.
Cleveland would play Toronto.
Yep.
And then Detroit would get who? Well, I guess we don't know, right?
It doesn't. We have to wait till.
So if you switch,
right now it's Orlando, Miami, Atlanta, and Charlotte.
Correct. Charlotte's crashing
team,
the play-in party this year.
Charlotte's an interesting. They're not a bad team.
Well, that's because LaMelo's foot is on.
It's on fire, and Knipple is something else.
Knipple's a stud, man.
Have you heard this, by the way? Apparently, there's 5 Knipple boys.
That's a lot of Knipples.
They all start with K, right?
They all start with K. I think Cager is up and coming, and the next 2 are supposed to be incredible players as well. Like incredible players.
Do they shoot like their brother?
I think they are like spitting images of their brother.
Wow.
Cager, Kinston, Cash, and Kidd, known as the Flying Knipple Brothers.
The Flying Knipples.
The Flying Knipples?
That's what People Magazine says.
The Flying
they made
Knipples.
it to People. This is not like a Sports Illustrated kind of thing. They made it to the big time.
Right now, the Flying Knipple is one of the Flying Knipples is averaging 19, and he's shooting almost 44% from 3.
So yes, I do believe, and Khan is the oldest of the Flying Knipples.
Wow, 43.5% from 3.
That's not bad.
What do you mean not bad?
I'm kidding.
Right? What is he from? So he's almost. He's right now close to being a 50, 40, 90 guy.
Khan?
Yeah, he's shooting 48.7% from the field, 43.5% from 3, and 89% from the free throw line.
Wow.
As a rookie.
Wow.
I mean, that's damn good.
So 3-point is done.
3-point he's got locked up.
Right.
I shouldn't. I mean, for him.
Right. Well, he's in good range right now for 3. For free throw, you got to figure he'll boost that a little bit, and then he's got to get the field goal. But 50, 40, 90 for a non-big guy is unbelievable.
I mean, that's like KD stuff.
And he's a rookie.
And he's 20.
Yeah. Right. He played 1 year at Duke.
Yeah,
to have this level of success. How that Duke team didn't win the whole thing last year is just really kind of mind-boggling.
Youth, no?
Yeah, the big moments got to them. Yep, that's exactly right. Because every game they lost, they had. And that game against Houston in the semifinals, they had. I think Houston scored like the last 9 points of the game. Right.
It's the problem when you get to those tournaments. It happens. The same thing's happening at BU. Because they have all this talent, but it's all young talent.
They can't get over the top.
No, it's just a lack of consistency. It's just with young players, it's tough to. It's too many ups and downs.
D in Queens. D, good morning. You're on ESPN New York. How are you?
Hey, fellas. How are you doing?
Good. What's up, D?
I'm on the phone. What's up? Listen, the Cavs and the Knicks, I'll be real honest, they're the same team and they have the same affliction. They were built for finesse, and I don't see either one of them going far. Like I saw with OKC, other than Harden, everyone is short on the Cavs. And the Knicks have the same thing. They have a bunch of soft players. I feel bad for Mike Brown and for Tom Thibodeau. They're going to get blamed for a roster that is, that's all.
Well, I think the roster's
There's nothing about the roster. They
I
have
think
a
the
good
roster's
roster. Is it a championship roster? We'll find out. But how can you call and crush the Knicks roster?
Well, see, but that's D, though. I mean,
that's what he does, right?
He's got James Harden tonight. He's probably all worked up. He probably hasn't slept. Like this is his. I mean, this is. We're gonna get. I mean, half of the reason why I want us to win the game tonight is because I don't want to listen to D call about James Harden tomorrow.
Oh, you know he will.
Oh, you know he will.
Oh, I don't know if you feel. I can't stand James Harden. I can't stand him.
I recognize how good he is. Some of the postseason stuff drives me mental. That drives me crazy.
He's not the same player in the postseason.
Yeah, I just don't know how you could just go through a game where you're just not, like, especially in those moments, and just allow yourself to kind of just be disengaged the way he is sometimes.
It's really remarkable. Joe Leo's a Nets fan. Joe Leo, how do you feel about James Harden?
Despise is too nice of a word.
Wow.
The
hatred is that bad, huh?
Yeah, he's number one on the list.
Of all professional athletes, James Harden is the one you dislike the most?
The most right now, yes.
Really?
Yes. For what he did to the Nets. And this goes before he quit on the team in Sacramento.
Do you really, you love the Nets?
They're probably my third favorite team in my teams, but especially with what they're going through right now, it pains me as a fan.
Jets are your number one team?
Yankees, Jets,
Yankees.
Nets, Rangers, in that order.
And now it's as far as blame is concerned, it's Harden, Kyrie, Durant.
I would say it's Kyrie. I mean, that was elements beyond his control, but
what do you mean it was elements beyond his control, though?
Well, he could play road games but couldn't play home games. But he could sit on the bench in the arena, but he couldn't play.
I'm not even sure we're talking about the same thing. We're just talking about that time he went AWOL, for example.
Yeah, I mean, the guy went missing and was at like other people's birthday parties, Joe.
Showing up on Zoom streams.
Yeah.
Again, because he couldn't play in games because he didn't get the vaccine.
That was such a mess.
The whole thing was a mess.
He made
he
didn't help himself, but he was doing that because he couldn't play in games.
So your order of dislike is Harden 1, Kyrie 2, Steve Nash up there, or then it goes to Durant?
No, then I would probably put it at Durant. Steve Nash was in over his head. He was really not qualified.
They got rid of a perfectly good, capable, competent head coach to bring in Steve Nash to run the team.
A coach that gets his best out of the roster every single year.
Yeah, because they didn't want him. They didn't want to be coached like that.
No, because Kyrie could coach one game, KD could coach the next game, Harden could coach the day after that.
They had so many coaches. So many. You can see Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg live from the Irish Exit at Moynihan Train Hall Friday, March 13th, before the semifinal round of the Big East Tournament. Stop by before heading into the Garden or before your commute home. Be part of the college hoops energy. See the show up close and personal and feel the Big East buzz live and in person. Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg live from the Irish Exit Moynihan Train Hall starting 3 o'clock Friday, March the 13th, just steps away from Madison Square Garden and Penn Station. Brought to you by Sun Cruiser Iced Tea Vodka, Sam Adams, and Schweppes. Yeah, Schweppes.
I like a Schweppes. Delicious.
I love a Schweppes.
Delicious.
Who doesn't like a Schweppes?
I love ginger ale.
Let's take a break. Come back. We'll continue with the Knicks and slowly morph into some NFL draft conversation. DNR with you right here on ESPN New York.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You sort through tons of resumes and you get too many so-so applicants. You're just waiting for someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now there's a place where you can meet them fast. ZipRecruiter.
Need to hire right away. Start your search for strong candidates. The right fit awaits. Build your team. Build it sooner. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN right now to try it for free, and you're on your way to meeting your match. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. So try it now. Go to ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. Try it free.
Be part of it isn't just a slogan. 2026 season tickets are on sale now, and this is your chance to join the tradition and legacy of the New York Yankees. Purchase a plan and enjoy the best seat locations, significant savings, and flexible payment options. Plans start at just 9 games. Log on to Yankees.com, call 212-YANKEES, or email seasontickets@Yankees.com. For 2026 Yankees season tickets, email seasontickets@Yankees.com today.
It starts with the first early morning, the uniform, the training, the challenge. Every trooper remembers day one at the academy. But where they end up, no two stories are the same. At the New York State Police, the path you take is up to you. If you're ready for a career with endless opportunities for growth, start here. Go anywhere. Apply today at joinstatepolice.ny.gov.
This is Rick Brunson, the assistant coach from the New York Knicks. I'll be driving to our games this season in style in my new Jeep Gladiator from Princeton Jeep. My friends at Princeton Jeep gave me all-star treatment, and you can expect the same thing. Just mention I sent you, and they'll treat you like family. Princeton Jeep has tons of inventory and great deals on new vehicles. Visit Princeton Jeep at 1045 State Road in Princeton, New Jersey, or online at PrincetonJeeps.com and tell them Rick Brunson sent you.
Think premium meat has to come with a premium. In New Jersey, or get same-day delivery at wildforkfoods.com.
Do you read more about your team in the off-season than in the season? Does your game day outfit include a brown bag with eye holes? Then you may be a fan of a BST or bad sports team. Luckily, when you bundle your home and auto insurance with Progressive, you're protected. Because seeing your painted face in the rearview mirror after a loss isn't just depressing. It's distracting. Visit Progressive.com today. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Covered subject to policy terms. Not available in all states or situations.
If you love to travel, Capital One has a rewards credit card that's perfect for you. With the Capital One Venture X card, you earn unlimited double miles on everything you buy. Plus, you get premium benefits at a collection of luxury hotels when you book on Capital One Travel. And with Venture X, you get access to over 1,000 airport lounges worldwide. Open up a world of travel possibilities with the Capital One Venture X card. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. Lounge access is subject to change. See CapitalOne.com for details.
Texting enrolls you in a recurring automated marketing text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
The team's looking good this season.
I think so. Man, I miss playing football. Ever since I turned 40, I just can't find that fire I used to have.
Think it could be lower testosterone?
What do you mean?
I was feeling the same way. After 40, the body has less testosterone, and men lose their edge. That's why I take Nugenix Total T2.
That's the testosterone booster, right?
Yes, but Total T2 is their brand new formula that skyrockets nitric oxide levels in as little as 3 hours. Since I started taking it, I've been lifting like when we played for Coach Carter. My energy is way up, and it even spiced up things between me and the missus.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles?
Yep, just send a text.
Text AREA to 42424 for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T2, the next generation testosterone booster. Text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo X, our newest, most powerful fat burner ever, absolutely free. Text AREA to 42424. That's AREA to 42424.
These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
All right, DNR with you, ESPN New York. We roll along on a snow-filled Tuesday. More snow than maybe you've ever seen. 800-919-3776. Mel Kiper, 830. CMT. Raymond is running point on CMT. And by the way, I knew you missed RJ. I didn't know you missed RJ to this extent.
Why?
I don't even know that you know what you did.
I know exactly what I did.
Because we went to break and you said, "Hey, RJ, how much time in this break?" And he said,
just because I'm used to saying it.
He said, "I'm Ray and 4.5."
Yeah, he understands. I mean, because I usually ask RJ how much time we got left. How much
I know,
time
but
we got?
RJ's in Florida. RJ's probably fast asleep right now.
I'm trying to make RJ feel like he's a part of the show still.
Well, he's not a part of the show.
Well, he's listening, so now he feels like he's a part of it.
So you thought when we were off air, if you said to Ray, "Hey, RJ," that RJ would feel part of the show?
No, I knew you'd bring it up, and then we would talk about it.
If
and
you,
now
if
RJ's
you
part
are
of the show.
that brilliant, then you really deserve some kind of a medal. Like, they must have an extra gold medal lying around. They should give it to you.
No, I don't. I have my gold medal.
If you thought, if I call Ray RJ, and then Ray tells Dave that I called him RJ, then Dave brings it up on air, then RJ will learn about it. You really are playing chess.
Well, you know what? Some of us
really,
yeah, some of us play at a different level.
Ray, do you believe that he's a chess player, or do you believe that he just made a gaffe, a mistake?
Well, I do believe he's a chess player because he's made those big picture moves before.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll give him the credit for that. I'm not sure this is one of those instances, though. And I'm not sure I believe that. I think this was just it's a slip.
A misstep.
It happens.
That's fine.
But
hey, you guys believe what you guys want to believe.
But again, Rick has played those big picture games before.
You guys,
that's why he's Rick.
You guys sit back. You guys play your checkers and let Bobby Fischer take his little puppets and play chess with them.
Uh-huh.
Checkers can be fun.
Checkers can be fun.
I love
Chinese checkers can be fun.
And I'm like this, little puppets.
Oh, really?
Hey, Dave, make sure you say RJ.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I do.
So, yeah. You know what?
I've been inspired by the gold medal. What can I say?
I'll give you credit for deflecting and navigating as well as you do. You're a great navigator. You're like the Magellan of the show.
Thank you.
Yeah. Like the Columbus of the show.
Well, Columbus, I mean, he didn't really find what he set out to find.
America Vespucci of the show.
Oh, okay. I like that. Sounds
yeah?
Nice. Yeah.
The DeSoto of the show.
Oh, okay. All right. Now you're just showing off.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Some of us also play chess.
But that's Dave's version of playing chess.
That's right.
Showing off the knowledge.
That's right. Dropping knowledge bombs.
Bomb cyclones. Knowledge bomb cyclones.
Naming historic names. All the ones he can imagine.
It's his
the
greatest
great
gift.
explorers.
It's his greatest gift.
Did you have a favorite explorer?
Did I have a favorite explorer?
Yeah.
I'm trying to think if I had a favorite explorer. No, I don't know if I've had a favorite explorer before. No.
So you?
I was waiting for something.
Vasco da Gama.
Oh,
how about that one?
Nice.
That's not bad.
That's not bad. That's a good pull. I was worried. I was worried we were going to go down the something about Mary route there for a second.
Did you build the Estadio Olimpico?
No, just down the street, the Celinto Caliente.
I love that.
That's one of my favorite lines.
Could go with a little Marco Polo.
And Marco Polo, that's a fun game,
right? Not only the game, the Explorer Marco Polo.
Well, I know, but everyone knows Marco Polo because you're playing Marco Polo.
Right. Because
Fish out of water.
A very famous explorer.
Yep.
Has your pool? Do you worry about the pool covering at all? That it would just take on too much snow and just implode into the pool?
Oh, that's a good question. No, I don't think I do.
Okay, good. Well, I don't want to throw that into.
I think it's secured.
Like that would terrify me.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't even think about it till now. It's a great question. Probably a better question for my wife, but I think we're all right. I think it can handle it.
Yeah, I hope.
I mean, there's lots of snow out there. I don't know where all the snow's going. I mean, I can't imagine when the next time I see my grasses. What?
What do they do with all the snow?
I
Like
don't
when
know.
they take it away, where do they? Is it like a snow house, a snow facility?
No,
Why
I
are
don't.
you
I don't.
laughing?
I don't believe there's a snow house.
So what do they do with all the snow?
Just push it to the side, Dave.
Are those like little huts on the side of the highway? Do they bring some snow in there and dump it there?
No, I think that's where they store the
keep all
salt.
the salt and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I think. What do you mean? Like in the city? Like where do they take all that snow?
Where's it all go?
That's a Google it. I don't know.
Just because pushed to the side, Dave. That's how you get the snow mountains.
No, I saw pictures of Midtown Manhattan, Ray. There's no snow now. They get just pushed to the side.
Ask Debbie. Maybe Debbie knows.
You think Debbie knows?
Yeah.
Where?
Someone listening to the show knows.
I'm sure we have sanitation people listening to the show. They're like, no. We bring it to Guam. Like they put it on a plane and fly the snow down there.
You're not going to fly snow anywhere. The problem is I feel bad for the people. I was noticing this the other day when I was in the city driving around to get to the studio, is how hard it is to get the garbage taken care of.
Here you go, Dave.
They melt it, Raymond.
When NYC snow is cleared by the Department of Sanitation using plows and salt, an accumulation as high as moved to, quote, hot tubs, large melters located in each borough, which turn the snow into water that drains into the sewer system.
See?
Oh, nice.
And it's from CBS News.
You know what, Ray? That was so simple of you. Where does the snow go? They just push it to the side.
Well, for the most part, they do just push it to the side. That's how you get the snow mountains.
No. They
And
have
then you
snow
can't park.
melters known as industrial hot tubs that can process 60 to 120 tons per hour.
See, you're talking about this like you knew. You
no,
didn't
I'm
know.
talking about this like I'm reading it right now.
You didn't know.
I didn't know, and I'm reading it. All right, they have snow hot tubs.
That's
melt
nice.
the snow.
That's nice.
See?
That's what I need. I need to be able to melt it.
How great would that be?
I need some kind of snow melting
a
instrument.
Hot tub. Why do you know what? You have a lot of wealth. Why don't you buy a hot tub melting machine?
I don't want a hot tub melting machine. I need like some kind of I need like a blowtorch, like a big giant blowtorch or something.
Why do you do that? Why don't you buy yourself a blowtorch and just blowtorch the entire?
Like I need it,
property?
but I would need like one of those like military grade ones. You know what I mean? Like that shoots the fire out of it. That's what I need.
You imagine someone taking a blowtorch to their property?
If you could melt it all, how nice would that be?
It feels like that'd probably be very unsafe.
Somewhere there is a person who has done that. Guaranteed.
Frank in Queens is on the line. Frank is going to give us the update of what exactly happens. Frank, you're on ESPN New York. Good morning. Let's go to Frank in Queens, line 4.
Sorry.
Here we go.
You guys
Hi,
hear me?
Frank. Yeah, we hear you now. It wasn't you. It was not you. Go ahead. What do you got?
All right, so I'm a sanitation worker, so when there's a lot of snow like this, we have what's called a snow melter. And they bring the snow melter out, and the rest of our guys that aren't plowing, they round up the snow piles, they throw them into the dump trucks, which we call cut downs. We haul them all to a predetermined area where the melter sits until all the snow is melted. Then you have guys that take from that pile after the trucks dumped it, throw it in the melter. Fun fact, the melter's not hot water. It's only like 40 degrees, 45 degrees. So that's what they do when they have one in each borough.
Interesting.
Nice.
All right.
You see what we stumbled upon?
That's
Thanks,
nice.
Frank, for the update and the information. So
That's
the
nice.
melter is not. It's not like a hot tub. It's just warm enough that it'll melt the all the snow.
Right.
This is beautiful.
That's great. Good information today.
This is good information today.
I'm being serious.
Yeah, it is good information today.
Yell at me.
I'm not yelling at you. I'm excited. You know what? I'm big brained, as you know, and to get information like this is wonderful.
It is nice information. I didn't know that.
And Ray was just like, they just push it to the side. No, they have special hot tubs in each borough.
They can't. That would be. There's way too much snow to just
Way
push
too
to
much
the
snow.
side. Yeah.
There's way no. That's
Listen,
that's what they do
you're
at
not
my
going to
home.
tell me. You're not going to tell me I don't see what I see when I drive in the city.
No, I'm sure some of it gets pushed to the side, but not all of it.
A lot of it does.
Well, I would imagine that most of the snow that we're talking about melting, like the main roads that they're plowing, like would have to, like we'll pick that up and move that to the melters. Some of the side street situations may be a little bit funky. I mean, you did park on a snow hill for how many weeks?
Weeks.
Almost 2 weeks.
Oh, yeah,
Right.
weeks. And I guess businesses with their sidewalks, they're responsible for that area, right? Each individual.
But I'm not even talking about sidewalk situations. So I would go up 8th Avenue, like, coming back from work, here most mornings, and there'd be 2 lanes closed off on the right-hand side because there's an actual snow mountain there, and you literally can't drive. You can't drive there. So you lose 2 lanes on 8th Avenue because of that.
Why don't you be a good Samaritan? Get your shovel and you start helping out.
No, I'm good.
You know what I need? I need a snowblower with a fire situation coming out of the side of it.
So it melts on the side while you snowblow like the main portion?
Right.
Just a blowtorch with extra steps.
Right. No, like wherever I'm blowing the snow, there's also the fire going that way too, so it's melting it as I'm blowing it. Imagine that.
Do they make that kind of product though?
No, I could make it.
You want to start to develop that?
Right, like a snowblower with a flamethrower. How sick would that be?
So would this be a gas snowblower?
It'd have to be, yeah.
Yeah. So it seems safe. It sounds like a really good idea.
Hey, effective. You're blowing snow that's being melted as you're blowing it.
Yeah, I
How
love
nice
it.
is that?
Very effective. John was out snow blowing all day yesterday.
He loves it.
Sending us into like pictures every once in a while.
Yeah, he's proud of himself.
Intermittent pictures. Like, oh, guys, here's where we're at.
I gotta think if you spent money on a snowblower, that you
got your money's worth.
Like you're probably excited at some point that you get to use it.
I guess.
What do you mean you guess? He's excited enough to send us pictures of the snowblower.
Yeah, I don't know why he's doing that.
And then he says, "What my girl? It's his girl. It's cutting right through it." He says.
Yeah. Well, good. I'm glad that he was able to be productive yesterday. All right, let's take a break. Raymond is going to run point on CMT today. So hopefully these are good. They're going to be good questions. We'll get to Raymond CMT. We got Mel Kiper. We got calls to get to 800-919-3776. We'll start to unpack Mel's mock draft in advance of Mel joining the show at 8:30. We got stuff you missed at 9:15. So there's a lot going on. DNR with you, ESPN New York.
At Uline, they know going the extra mile takes hard work. For companies pushing to go further, Uline will go the distance with you. 24/7, they answer the phone to get you the shipping and industrial supplies you need. Business can move fast. Unexpected large orders, adverse weather, new safety guidelines, and changing economic trends. Uline works hard keeping 41,000 items ready to ship, minimizing detours on your way to the extra mile. Visit uline.com.
DraftKings Sportsbook puts you right in the middle of basketball's biggest star-driven moments. Bet player props, bet live, and when a game turns fast, DraftKings has your back with early exit. If your player gets injured anytime in the first half, your bet stays alive. And once it settles, you still get paid in cash. That's built-in protection for star-driven bets. Backed by DraftKings. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code WHSQ. New customers bet just $5, and if your bet wins, you'll get $200 in bonus bets instantly with code WHSQ. In partnership with DraftKings, the crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. 21 plus, New York only. Eligibility and restrictions apply. Bet must win to receive bonus bets which expire in 7 days. Minimum odds required. For additional terms and responsible gaming resources, see dkng.co/audio. Limited time offer.
There are a lot of reasons why people buy at Ramsey Mazda. It's their selection, it's their customer service, and it's their savings. Lease a new 2026 Mazda CX-50 2.5 S Select all-wheel drive for $219 for 33 months. Or buy with 1.9% APR financing for 36 months. Start shopping now at RamseyMazda.com. Choose wisely. Choose Ramsey Mazda. Call 833-853-2970 for lease details. VIN TN466016. MSRP $32,010. Zero security deposit. APR $28.60 per month for $1,000 finance. Ends 3/2/26.
Text Texting enrolls you in a recurring automated marketing text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
The team's looking good this season.
I think so. Man, I miss playing football. Ever since I turned 40, I just can't find that fire I used to have.
Think it could be lower testosterone?
What do you mean?
I was feeling the same way. After 40, the body has less testosterone, and men lose their edge. That's why I take Nugenix Total T2.
That's the testosterone booster, right?
Yes, but Total T2 is their brand new formula that skyrockets nitric oxide levels in as little as 3 hours. Since I started taking it, I've been lifting like when we played for Coach Carter. My energy is way up, and it even spiced up things between me and the missus.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles?
Yep, just send a text.
Text HAWK to 321321 for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T2, the next generation testosterone booster. Text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo X, our newest, most powerful fat burner ever, absolutely free. Text HAWK to 321321. That's HAWK to 321321.
These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Cashback is not available on gas in New Jersey and Wisconsin.
John, what are you doing? Get in my car. Why are you walking to work?
Thanks, man. It's these insanely high gas prices. They are draining my bank account. I can't afford to drive anymore.
Dude, don't walk. Just do what I do, because I never pay full price for gas anymore. I use the free Upside app that pays you cash back for every gallon of gas you buy.
Wait, you're telling me you get paid cash when you buy gas with the Upside app?
Yes, I get real cash back every time I buy gas.
Does that actually add up to anything?
I'll make around $200.
Wow, that's serious extra cash. I'm downloading the free Upside app now.
Download the free Upside app now to earn real cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code WINNING for an extra 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. That's promo code WINNING. You can cash out anytime right to your bank account, to PayPal, or an e-gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code WINNIng for a 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code WINNING.
NBA fans don't just watch the game, they live it. So stream like you're courtside with NBA League Pass, your ticket to all the action. Watch your favorite team shine and catch the league's brightest stars and rising stars at the same time with multi-view on your favorite devices. From the plays you can't believe to the most live games and the drama that comes with it. If it happens on the court, it's happening on NBA League Pass.
Only select out-of-market games available. Blackout restrictions apply. Additional charges and other conditions may apply. Visit NBA.com/subscriber agreement for full terms and conditions.
All right, DNR with you, ESPN New York. We are 50 minutes away from Mel Kiper Jr. joining the show. He's got his new mock draft out. We'll spend a few moments discussing that, then get back to the calls. 800-919-3776. So Jets go 2-16. Giants have the 5th pick right now. I guess we start at the top. Just kind of go down systematically. How's it sound to you?
That sounds nice.
I think we know who's going to go number 1. Fernando Mendoza, quarterback from Indiana, goes number 1. I don't know if you saw what Orlovsky tweeted. He left it so up in the air, I found it to be frustrating. He said, I've now watched the first 5 games of Mendoza, and I'm grading him, and I'm scouting him, and this is not what I expected to see at all. And he left it at that. ... So I don't know if it was, I thought he was going to be bad.
Vague
and
posted.
He added to that?
No, he vague posted. He posted vaguely.
Right. So you saw the same thing, Ray?
Yeah.
I don't know. So I don't know if he thinks like this guy's not going to be the answer, if he's going to be great, what he thinks about him. But he started. He got to 5 games in, and we don't know exactly what he thinks.
Okay, well, but now you're interested.
Yeah, well, now I'm very interested.
So mission accomplished.
So Mendoza. This is Mel 1. I will say I like this player. I find this to be too early for the Jets. At number 2, from The Ohio State, Mel has the top safety on the board. One of the highest ranking safeties maybe in the history of him doing this, Caleb Downs. Do you want Caleb Downs too?
I love Caleb Downs.
I love Caleb Downs as well.
I think Caleb Downs is going to be a terrific NFL player. I'm with you, especially with where this Jets defense is at. Right? So, I mean, you have Will McDonald and Jermaine Johnson. You picked up Jermaine Johnson's 5th-year option. He's coming off the Achilles. They had 26 sacks, which is second least in the NFL.
And
last season.
there's at least 2, if not more, guys that can get to the quarterback.
Well, right. I mean, you got Bailey, you got Reese, you got Bain. Right. And how do you rank position? And I'm not saying that you're going to do it just because like what you need position wise, but like as far as what's most important now. right? I mean, getting the quarterback.
Well, they need everything, right?
Yes, they need everything, but I think that was a weakness of theirs this season. Listen, could you use Caleb Downs? Absolutely, but I also need to find a way to affect the quarterback. And I didn't do a good enough job of that last season.
No, and now you had no interceptions as well on the other side of the docket here. But
that's amazing.
Well,
I mean, that might be the most amazing
I don't think you'll ever
thing.
see that again.
Right, but that could be, like, of all the things that happened this season for the Jets,
Yes.
that could be the most amazing
Oh,
thing.
I don't think it could be. Teams don't go through seasons not having an interception. I've never heard of anything like that. It's never happened.
That's unbelievable.
It'll never happen again.
It really is.
Not getting one pick. It's wildly ridiculous. So, number 2, Caleb Downs. Number 3, I love this guy. Arizona, David Bailey, edge rusher, outside linebacker from Texas Tech. Number 4, and I think when Mel came out with his most recent mock draft prior to this, he had Arvell Reese to the Jets at 2. Now he has him dropping to Tennessee at number 4.
I've seen a lot of, now again, this could change as we get through the process, but I think outside of Mel also, I've seen a lot of Reese at 2 to the Jets.
Yes, I've seen a ton of that. And then I haven't really seen this. Now, I get it. It's going to change. I think we're 2 months away, right? The draft is April 23rd, so right there on the 2-month barrier to get there. So it's still a long time away. I have not seen Spencer Fano mocked to the Giants all that much. I like him, the big offensive lineman from Utah, the tackle, which would, I guess, mean you're going to move on from Jermaine Illuminor, but I haven't seen much of that. The Giants need everything, much like the Jets. So you're going to be hard-pressed for the Giants to make a pick and say, boy, they don't need that. I don't like that. They need it. They need everything right now.
Right, but it also makes it, listen, when you look at their offensive line, you know you got the left tackle. Illuminor was good at right tackle, but now he's a free agent. I have the opportunity now to get a guy who's an absolute mauler at right tackle. And they ran the ball well last year, right? You want to continue that because it helps your young quarterback. He can also run, and you've seen the effect. I mean, look what Penei Sewell does for Detroit.
This would not horrify me. But here's the thing. If they took Bailey, Reese, Downs, Fano, Cornell Tate, none of these guys are going to bother me. They're all really good football players. You should get a good football player picking at 5.
Oh, right, but this is another one of those positions, though, right? I mean, this is we talk about it, especially when you don't have it. How much time we spend talking about, hey, it doesn't matter who your quarterback is if you can't protect him.
100%. What does get me nervous is last time they went with a right tackle in the this area of the draft.
Right, but I mean, how much? Listen, what is Joe Shane's? How responsible for this draft is he?
Yeah, but I still have PTSD from that.
Of course, how could you not?
I do. And before that was Eric Flowers, or Nate Solder. It's been a long time since the Giants have really hit on an early offensive lineman.
So since Andrew Thomas?
Thomas is probably the last one. Yeah, and that was criticized too, remember?
He's a stud. He hadn't stayed healthy.
I think you could argue he's the best left tackle in football.
Andrew Thomas is you see what the offensive line looks with him and without him.
Right. So he's got Fano going to the Giants at 5. Let's quickly run through Tate to the Browns at 6, who I was seeing Mary Kay Cabot, and she's as dialed in as any beat reporter is for any team. She said the Browns are very interested in Malik Willis yesterday.
Interesting.
Yeah, I think that will be interesting. Commanders, Sonny Styles at 7. Saints receiver from USC, Mekhi Levin at 8. Jeremiah Love to the Chiefs. You've seen a lot of that at 9.
How does Ohio State not win? I mean,
with all these, right? Make it make sense. So Mel's mock is 2, 4, 6, 7.
Right.
From Ohio State.
Yeah, you got 4. I mean, you got 4 of the top 7 players in this
4 of the
draft.
top 7.
Ohio State.
Right. Lemon 8, Love 9 to the Chiefs. This would be a scary good pick, I think. Ruben Bain to the Bengals at 10. Replace Hendrickson, exactly what they need.
Yeah, their defense needs to get better. I mean, it has to. It's the Bengals, man. I don't know why they were playing games to begin with that, but
because that's what they do. Because they are the Bengals. Dolphins would keep hometown favorite Francis Mauigoa. Cowboys would take Mansour Delane, the cornerback from LSU, and they're another one of these teams. They need everything on defense, so nothing is a bad
Ray,
selection.
how do you feel about that?
Well, listen, he's the best corner on the board, right?
Yeah.
So that you'd have to feel good about taking the best player. It's kind of like where they were 4 or 5 years ago when I ended up taking Micah. It was like, I wanted a corner that year. I wanted Sertan, or I wanted, the kid who went to J.C. Horn. And both those corners were off the board. They ended up settling for Micah Parsons. It worked out pretty well.
It worked out pretty well.
I think that was also pick number 12 that year.
I think you're right. Rams, what's it? Jermod, I don't know that name. Jermod McCoy, corner from Tennessee. I guess it's a
That is his name, yes.
Speaking of the Rams, did you see Shefty's tweet?
What, quarterback?
No, who the associate head coach is now? Excuse me, assistant. The assistant head coach.
No.
Cliff Kingsbury.
Cliff Kingsbury is the assistant head coach now.
Oh. That's interesting.
How about that?
Ravens, Jordan Tyson, Arizona State wide receiver, who I like a lot. He's often injured, though. Bucks 15, C.J. Allen, linebacker out of Georgia. And we'll end this with your guy, Peter Woods, defensive tackle, to the Jets at 16.
Right.
Via Indianapolis.
Yeah, maybe big boy, 6'3", over 300. I mean, you lose Quinnen. Again, you have the opportunity to start, to really beef up that defensive line if you decide to. I just don't know. I like Caleb Downs so much, and I watched him at Ohio State and how they used him. He was all over the field, but it's just like, you didn't get to the quarterback enough last year.
No.
Right?
Your defense needs everything.
I know it needs everything, but it's, again, like how you value each position. Right? Like, there's a lot of teams that need everything, but if I have an opportunity to get a versatile safety or a guy I know can get after the quarterback, either on the outside or the inside. Right, so you're taking a defensive tackle, and now sometimes it's harder to defend, the inside pass rush. It's easier with you can add a tight end, you can chip. It's easier to sometimes, not easier, but like you can find ways to help on the outside. But
not that he'll be Dexter Lawrence, but you see what a problem he is when he's healthy.
Right, you saw what a problem Bill Williams is when he's healthy. It's hard to defend the inside pass rush from those guys.
Right. So
I'll tell you who else I like. I'll tell you who else I like in this draft. Okay, and I'm going to ask Mel about him today. Is Denzel Boston, the wide receiver from Washington.
Wide receiver from Washington, right?
Washington, yeah.
Where's he
at
have him
Buffalo,
going?
At Buffalo.
Buffalo at 26.
Yeah.
There's no way Buffalo can go into next season with like a similar receiving core and a first-round pick. They need to add a legitimate piece in free agency or via trade.
Right. Like that. Like Buffalo would seem like a great place for like an A.J. Brown.
Yes.
Right?
If you want to deal with all the baggage A.J. Brown comes with.
Right. But, is A.J. Brown now at a point where all of a sudden, you're going to play with it. How are you going to complain about Josh Allen?
They win the Super Bowl and he wasn't happy. So you tell me.
Yeah, but I think that's less about. Well, maybe he's just never going to be happy, but that's just
that's my concern.
Right, but even when they won the Super Bowl, they were like they weren't the rule. What is that saying?
They were the outlier. I don't know where you're going.
Exception, not the rule.
The exception.
Exactly right. Where it's like most teams now, especially how they're being built, is we need to be explosive offensively by throwing the ball. They
were a run dominant team.
Right, they were like their run game.
But
was
still,
the
it is jarring for a team to convincingly run their way to the Super Bowl and for one of the star players to be unhappy that he didn't get the ball enough.
Well, I know. Listen, it's kind of like the wide receiver mentality, though. If you're going to just have me run up and down the field all the time, and I'm not contributing the way I'm not saying it's right, but I would imagine that if he goes to Buffalo in that offense with Josh Allen and Joe Brady, that they're going to throw the ball to A.J. Brown quite a bit.
Just a couple more kind of nuggets from this draft, and we'll have Mel on in around 35 minutes. He has the Steelers taking Ty Simpson at 21. So he does not, because there's been a lot of speculation the Jets can grab Simpson, with their second-round picks. No. According to Mel, he will not be there in the second round. I've also heard rumblings that the Rams are interested in taking a quarterback in this draft.
Well, you've heard that for the last couple of years, just depending on what happens with how much longer Stafford's going to be around. The Steelers also have Will Howard.
I know Will Howard, yes.
I know how Aaron feels about it. I think Aaron really likes Will Howard, but I don't know what the future for Will Howard is in Pittsburgh.
I just hope that the locals don't take the guy he has the Chargers projected to take, because that would be a mouthful every time you have to
That'd
say
be a tough one for you?
Can you say that name?
Oliver Vega?
I think you might be right.
Oliva Vega? I don't know.
Oliva Vega Ione?
Maybe.
All right, now they can take him.
You probably we would shorten it though. We wouldn't. I mean, we wouldn't go by the full name.
We call him Vega.
I don't think you can call him Vega.
You can't call him Vega?
No, I think we can.
Unless he wants to be.
Well,
there's got to be a better
nickname. It's part of the name.
OV maybe.
OV?
Yeah, OV would be all right.
I like Vega.
No, I don't think you don't call him Vega.
Well, why not?
Because you don't just get to pick any piece of the name.
It's Oliva Vega. Why can't I just call him Vega?
Because you'd probably shorten it to like Ray said. I'd call him OV, or I'd call him if it's
Oliva Vega.
Oliva Vega. Well, I'm telling you what. I'm not saying Oliva Vega all the time.
We'll just call him Oli.
Oli?
Oliva Vega. Ioane. That's the pronunciation.
Ioane?
Ioane.
No, I think from this point forward, he's Vega.
He's also referred to as Ola Eva Vega.
Ola.
We call him Olaf.
No, do not call him
Olaf.
Do not call him Olaf.
Even Joe Leo can't have that.
Yeah, Joe Leo says nothing all show long. I suggest we call Oliva Vega Olaf, and Joe Leo's like, no, you can't call him
No,
Olaf.
you can't do that. Yeah, that's the last thing Joe wants. Coming from the guy who called Barbara Bob.
Yeah, you called Barbara Bob, and I can't call him Olaf?
I'm not calling an offensive guard Olaf. Sorry.
Well, maybe he loves Frozen. Maybe it's one of his favorite
Ask
movies.
him to sing Let It Go.
Get him on the show.
But he didn't. Olaf didn't sing Let It Go.
That was the lady, right?
That's the main character.
Whatever her name is.
Don't let them in.
Oh, God.
Don't let them see.
Nobody loves Frozen more than you.
I love that movie.
Yeah, nobody loves Frozen more than you.
I don't think it. You might be right. I actually watched Moana again the other day, too. Moana 2.
There's a second Moana?
There's a second Moana.
Who knew?
How do you not know? Well, your kids.
Because I don't have little children anymore. I'm not in that world.
I can't believe.
The reason you do it is for your kids.
That's Moana 1. That's Moana 1.
That's the original Moana.
That's the original Moana. Yeah. And that was Maui, played by The Rock.
You really are. Was that him singing?
Yeah.
Well, anyway, let
Yeah,
me
yeah.
say you're welcome.
He doesn't have a bad voice.
No, he's good. That's one of his better songs, too. You're welcome.
Yeah, he doesn't have a bad voice at all. Let's get to a call or two, and then Raymond's going to take us on a little CMT tour. Ira in Staten Island. He heard Jets. He had to call. Good morning, Ira. How are you?
Everybody's safe over there, and hopefully this stuff goes away in a couple of weeks. But, you're going with the draft. I tell you the truth, this is one of the first years since the Jets need so much. I'm good in any direction they go, and I guess free agency will clear up a little bit. I just don't want to go quarterback early, but whether they take linebackers, safeties, receivers, corners, they might have to
What's
take
quarterback
a running back.
early, Ira? Is that 2 or is that 2 and 16?
No, quarterback. No, that would be 16. I'd be shocked if they take one in 16. I could see them taking one in the 4th round. I don't think it's going to come this year. I think they're going to fill in the roster. And if they like somebody later in day 2, they'll take somebody who's a developmental guy. They're going to get a veteran. And I think next year they'll draft their quarterback. I think that's how they're going to approach it. I just don't think they're going to reach for Simpson at 16. I just don't see it.
Yeah, I hope they don't. I hope they wait for the actual guy they want. Because you're going to take Simpson 16, and then unless he's great, you're going to take another first-round quarterback next year? That's weird. That's
well,
not
even that's weird.
Not
It's just,
efficient.
you're not really setting that, whoever the quarterback is, up for real success.
No, just the opposite. You're setting him up for failure is what you're doing.
Right. It feels like it'd be more like a desperation move where we're trying to get the fan base re-engaged, get them excited, and maybe buy ourselves some more time as a coaching staff.
Yep. Subscribe to ESPN New York on YouTube. Stream the full Weekday Lineup live. Watch complete replays or catch up fast with can't-miss highlights. Jump into the live chat. It gets saucy in there. React in real time. Make your voice part of the show. Subscribe to ESPN New York on YouTube now and stay locked in so you never miss a moment. How nice is that?
It's real nice.
That's real nice. Yeah, I mean, you have access to all the fans. You can chat away, and give us a hard time or ask questions or anything like that. Whatever you want to do, you can do.
I watched a little DHR on YouTube yesterday.
Yeah, did you enjoy it?
That was nice.
Did you put it on the phone or you put it on the TV?
I put it on the television.
You put it on the television?
Yeah.
That's nice.
I didn't watch it on my phone.
Well, I don't know. Maybe you were scrambling around the house,
I don't
jumping
like to
in the
watch stuff
snow,
on
and
my
you
phone.
put it on. You watched it on the side. Who knows what you do?
Well, I'm just telling you, I don't like to watch anything on my phone. I watch it on the television. I got the full DHR experience.
That's nice.
Oh yeah. I got Don right in the left side. I had Allen in the middle.
How
Peter
come
on
Allen
the right.
gets the middle?
That's a good question. I think looks probably.
So you think they find him to be the most attractive, and then they put him in the middle?
Don't you?
I think that makes sense.
Yeah, his camera was just crystal clear too.
Allen's look gorgeous,
beautiful.
Yeah, how was his hair?
His hair looked nice. His hair always looks nice. Yeah, he takes care of himself.
He does really take care of his hair.
It's Don looks nice. Don's beard was done well. His hair was done, and then you had Allen, who's handsome, and then you had Peter.
So you find Peter to, in your mind,
right there
clearly
on
be
the
the least attractive of the three.
No, I wouldn't say that. I mean, I wouldn't say that, but just maybe in like that moment, that's kind of the feeling I got just watching it.
Okay.
I mean, listen, Peter's done well for himself.
Peter's done very well for himself.
Like he hasn't let the looks thing stand in his way.
I mean, what do you mean the looks thing?
Well, I mean he's not. Just naturally handsome.
That's not nice.
Wow.
Well, what do you mean?
But that's not. You don't speak about people like that.
You wouldn't look at him and say that he's handsome.
I wouldn't look at him and say he's not handsome.
Well, that's what I'm saying though. But you wouldn't look at it he's not like, wow, that's a man missile.
Well, I'm not really sure what a man missile is.
Some ugly baby, huh?
Like that's an attractive guy.
You know who Malkin reminds me of? The ugliest man in the world.
I don't think Peter's unattractive like you think he is.
I'm not saying that he's unattractive. I'm just telling you, like he's not like you wouldn't walk down the street and see him and be like, wow,
you're very, very
it's a handsome guy. I don't agree with that either. I just thought, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
So you think he's mid?
I think he's got his positive attributes. Yeah.
Okay. You're listening to DNR, DiPietro and Rothenberg on WHSQ, WCBS FM HD2 in New York, and we're moments away from Raymond running point on CMT, but I want to let you know the Game Time brought to you by Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey. When it's game time, it's Tully time. Mets face the Astros, Grapefruit League action, 1 o'clock, while the Yankees take on the Blue Jays also at 1. Why were they 107 yesterday? Now they're 1 o'clock today.
I figured it was too much to put 107. Blame me.
It was a little much, right?
Sure, blame me.
Knicks in Cleveland against Donovan Mitchell and the Cavs at 7:30. Pregame gets underway here on 880 at 7 o'clock. And Joe Leo's Nets host the Mavericks at 7:30. And that's Game Time brought to you by Tullamore Dew, the original triple distilled, triple blended, triple cask matured Irish whiskey. Be sure to grab a Tullamore Dew or try the new Tullamore Dew Honey during today's action. Glasses up to enjoying Tullamore Dew responsibly. All right, Raymond, are you ready?
Oh, yeah.
Are you sure you're ready?
Well, as ready as it can be.
Well, let's go.
To cuddle? I'm servicing 3 times as many people as he's able to get to.
To marry. Not everyone can afford to take off work and pay whatever it costs to get a foursome.
Or to trash.
Let the wild rumpus begin.
That
Want a meat stick?
Is the question.
I love those opens so much. You guys been discussing the Mel
By
Kiper.
the way.
Yes.
By the way.
Yes.
Ryan Lynch. I went to Penn State. Great job, Dave. Nickname, Vega.
Nice.
I'll leave it there.
Nice.
Nickname is Vega.
Yep.
Like
I'll
Vega
leave it
from
there.
Street Fighter type of situation.
That's right. And you know what?
You have no idea who
maybe
that
it's
is.
also Olaf.
It's definitely not Olaf.
It's definitely not Olaf.
Definitely not
I
Olaf.
feel safe in saying nobody calls him Olaf.
Well, you jump me with Vega.
Vega
No, I
makes
don't
more
think
sense
anyone's
than Olaf.
jumping you with Vega. I just don't know if I would call him Vega. Like maybe that's just a hockey locker room thing. Maybe like Vags. It wouldn't be Vega.
All right.
It doesn't roll. It doesn't.
I like Vega.
I think in a hockey locker room we probably call him OV. Like Raymond said.
It's an option.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Or
He
Big
has
O.
options. He has
It
options.
could be Big O.
That's also
Big
a good
guy.
one.
Big O.
Yeah, Big O is not bad.
Not that you've known anyone that's had a big O before.
Oh, my God. We'll leave that alone.
I'm going to say nothing. And you know what? When you do these things, I'm going to say nothing.
Yeah, leave it alone. Because you have no retort.
I have no retort because it's beneath me. You're beneath me. I squash you like a bug with these comments. I'm a Lothario, which is probably a word you're not familiar with.
Well, OV or Vega or whatever Dave would prefer to call him is in the draft. Mel Kiper's mock.
Because Dave's a Lothario.
Here we
Lothario.
go. There we go.
You don't know what a Lothario is.
Yeah, you are. You act selfishly in your own romantic relationships. Often leaving them heartbroken.
Wow. Learning so much today.
It's a seducer of women is a Lothario.
Right. Yeah, but that's what you are.
You Google that while
the selfish part is definitely on point.
I'm not selfish.
Yep.
What do you mean, yup?
I was told. Well, you were in the back during RJ's wedding. Mm-hmm. I was told by Sherry, can you talk to your buddy? He's a very selfish lover.
That never happened.
Sherry said this to you?
That's what she said to me.
Ray, stop.
I didn't want to have to say
game.
anything. In confidence, that's what she said, Ray.
Well, it's no longer in confidence.
Well, I had to bring it out.
So now we've learned two things. A, apparently you have a massive mouth. And B, you lie.
I was pushed.
Mm-hmm.
So she said to me. She said, hey.
This is awkward.
How were you pushed?
Could you help your buddy?
How were you pushed?
He's a real selfish lover.
Real selfish lover. How were you pushed?
You pushed me.
What did I do?
Start throwing fancy vocabulary words at me, and you're a
Raymond said, or we could call him Big O, and then you went here.
You seduce women and everything else. I was backed into a corner.
I don't know that you were backed into a corner.
You weren't backed
I was.
into any corner.
I think you saw an opportunity and you took it.
You thought, hey, I could try to be funny here. I'll probably fall on my face, but I'll do my best.
Here we go.
And this is what happened.
Joe Leo laughed. I saw him. He loved it.
You know what? People laugh out of like that uncomfortable feeling. Like, what do I do?
Stop it.
All right.
Poor Joe
Leo on this one.
Poor Joe Leo's been uncomfortable since the Barbara Bob situation. So
Joe Leo, Team Rick.
You know what? But that's what Rick does. Rick lives in the world of uncomfortable. He thrives in uncomfortable.
Again, he told you many times.
Right. He likes to make the workplace uncomfortable. Well, you know what? You're doing a great job living up to your mantra.
I'm a man of my word.
Yeah, you really are.
You got to stay on your toes around this guy.
It's not comfortable. The workplace is meant to be uncomfortable.
Don't believe that is.
Yeah, you're doing a great job.
That is true. Kiper Mock 2.0.
I got that from Herb Brooks once said that to the 80 team.
Kuiper Mock 2.0 has the Jets taking Caleb Downs at number 2. His previous mock from Field Yates also had them taking Arvell Reese. Cuddle Mary Trash. What would you do if you were Darren Muji at number 2? Downs, Reese, or trade down? Rick?
I'm not
Why
first.
is it Rick?
Isn't Rick usually first?
No, Dave is usually first. It's a Jets question, so I understand why you would go first. I'll go first.
No, it's fine. You know what? Go ahead.
Go ahead, Dave.
Well, I don't think they're going to trade down. I don't think they're going to trade down. So
well,
I'll
remember,
go...
it's what you would do if you're Muji.
Yeah, right. But I mean, that's you'd have to have someone want to trade up with you to trade down. So I'm just
so in this exercise, Ray, there is a team that wants to move up to number 2. Is that accurate?
You have the option.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to get more picks.
Do you want me to go first or no?
Well, no, because now I mean, if there's definitely a team that wants to trade up to take whoever they want to take at 2, then I'll marry trade down. I'll cuddle Arvell Reese. I'll trash Caleb Downs.
I will agree across the board.
Right.
If I can somehow, like, if I can move down to, I don't know that there's a team that's going to want to move up to 2, but if the team that wants to move up to 2 and I can move to whatever 3, 5, 7, yes, I will do that. Because I don't think there's and we'll ask Mel, is there a massive difference picking 2nd and picking 6th in this draft? I'm not sure that there is.
All right, play the same game for the Giants. Kuiper at number 5 has the Giants selecting Spencer Fano from Utah. In the Fields mock...
Is it Fano or Fano?
Actually, it's Fano. Okay. You're right, it's Fano.
What? No, I wasn't giving you a hard time.
No, he's right. In Field Yates mock, he had them taking Caleb Downs. Meanwhile, Matt Miller had the Giants taking Carnell Tate, the other receiver from Ohio State. So Cuddle Mary Trash of the 3, because Dave, I know you want to trade down. So it's Fano, Downs, or Tate for the Giants at number 5.
All right, but you don't give me the option of trading
I'm not giving you the option of trading down. That's right.
So he gets the option to trade down, which is much more likely that they're going to trade down, but I don't get the option to trade down. Fine.
He doesn't like you as much.
I'm going to trash, and I think you guys will not like this, but I'm going to do what I do. I'm going to trash Carnell Tate. Matt Miller has 18 receivers in his top 100 in this draft. I can get a really good receiver later on in the draft, round 2. Let me do that. I'm going to cuddle Fano I'm going to marry Caleb Downs. I think Caleb Downs at 5 is a much more attractive spot than 2.
Ooh, that's a good question, Raymond. Good question. I am going to... I'm going to marry Fano. I am going to cuddle... I'm going to cuddle Downs. I'll trash Tate. I think Downs is going to be a stud. And you've also seen what a really good, versatile safety can do on a John Harbaugh team.
I think you're going to get your answer when you get to free agency. Like, if they keep Illuminor, then obviously, these offensive linemen, they're not going to take it 5. So you're going to start to really get some answers and fill in the puzzle as you get closer to the draft.
Right. Also, I mean, you're already paying Slayton. At some point, you're going to have to pay Neighbors. If you bring back Wandale, it would make more sense that you're going to, to draft the wide receiver.
Yeah, but is that a strong enough room? Like, you're gonna pay Wandale, you're gonna have Slayton, and you're gonna have Neighbors coming off an injury?
Well, then if you're drafting Tate with the 5th overall pick.
Right, but then maybe you move on from Wandale, right? Like, if you draft Tate, maybe you keep Illuminor. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, you'll have some ideas.
Right, but
what
would you rather have? Would you rather have Slayton or Wandale?
I'd rather have Wandale, but I can't not have Slayton.
Well, can you find a way to move Slayton?
I guess you can cut him, but I don't know what that means. I don't think anybody's lining up to take Slayton.
Give Dave an opportunity. He'll drive Slayton to the airport.
Yeah, even in this weather, I'll drive Slayton.
Maybe you bring Paris Campbell back, who you thought was going to be great.
Mm-hmm.
He went to camp with Dallas last year.
Got that
real helpful. He was.
Got that on your list of predictions.
You know what? Why don't you break out the DeGrom prediction? Huh? You never bring that one back up. You're not a very good person. I'll only bring up the awful predictions you've had. The great ones, no, they'll be buried.
You still have the running log of those things?
Yeah, I got the running log. I had to sit there and listen to you. You made up a song about my wide receiver. Okay, I have to retaliate.
It's not nice.
Well, you weren't nice when you made up the song. Okay,
and the song was years ago.
Well, it doesn't matter. It sticks with me for a lifetime. And I was trying to say,
Corey Davis.
I'm taking the
big contract of Corey Davis.
Just powered through.
Yeah,
you were not going to interrupt me there.
Yeah, he started clapping. I was trying to make a point, and he starts clapping.
That's right. I figured if the voice wasn't going to overwhelm you enough, the claps would.
Turned into the Nutty Professor.
Oh, Hercules, Hercules, Hercules.
Fabulous, fabulous, fabulous. All right, Ray, let's go.
Let's go to baseball, where there's spring training games taking place at 107 today.
107 or 1, depending on your schedule.
The Yankees claim they're not running it back. Well, I guess these are some instances that didn't happen last year that they're expecting to happen this year. So, cuddle, marry, trash, what will be the biggest difference maker between last year and this year for the New York Yankees? A full year of Cam Schlittler, a partial season of Garrett Cole, or Ben Rice as an everyday player?
Ooh.
So which will make the biggest impact on running it back?
Well, they're not running it back.
Right. Sure. Okay. All right, go ahead.
I just went.
No, I just went.
Oh, no, because Raymond screwed up the order.
Raymond screwed up the order, so
Come on,
went.
Ray. All right, here's my question. I want to ask you this question before I answer Ray's question. What version, and now listen, he looked good. Like the velocity is probably a lot better than what we expected to see early from Garrett Cole, but like at his age, coming back from the surgery he just came back from, like what exactly are we expecting from, like what's fair to expect from Garrett Cole?
Not Cy Young stuff, I'll tell you that.
Right, like we're putting a lot, like there's a lot being put on Garrett Cole now.
Yeah,
coming off
I think
of this injury
realistically,
at his age.
Garrett Cole can be very, very good. Will he be the Garrett Cole that we remember? Probably not, but I think he'll be very good.
I mean, he's going to be 36 in September.
Coming off of a major injury.
A major injury. So, I don't know what the restrictions are going to be, if there's going to be any restrictions or whatever. But I think that's one of the things that everyone is pointing to, including the Yankees, is having Garrett Cole back and what that means. God, this is a tough question, Ray. I don't understand why you just decided just to drop this right in my lap like this.
Do you think Ray's questions might be... No, I don't want to say it.
I'll marry Schlittler. I'm going to cuddle Cole. I'll trash Rice.
So you married Schlittler?
I married Schlittler, cuddle Cole.
I think your logic is sound.
Yeah, I think your logic is sound. Ben Rice is clearly, to me, the trash. I'm going to trash Ben Rice.
Ben Arroz, as some people call him.
Yes.
I think it's going to be interesting how they how defensively they end up deploying Ben Rice.
I think you might see him as much as catcher as first base.
More catching.
Yeah. He's really not a good first baseman. All right, I'm going to trash Ben Rice. To me, that seems like the easiest decision. Was Schlittler marrying easy for you?
Oh, it was not easy. I'm just I don't know. Like just as far Garrett Cole's a stud. We're putting a lot on his plate now.
Well, we're putting a lot on Schlittler's plate if you think he's going to be the marriage portion of this question too.
Schlittler's the more tantalizing because you saw what the potential could be, but you don't know. But you really don't know at all.
I'm going to marry Cole. I'm going to cuddle Schlittler. And I could be wrong, but I just feel more comfortable doing that right now.
Okay, yeah, that's fine.
I don't think you're wrong. That's why you give you the option.
I think Ray likes my answer better, but that's fine.
Is that right, Ray?
I think it'll work out better for the Yankees if it played out in Rick's scenario, but I could see it playing out like Dave said. I don't think that's totally
How about Joe
wrong.
Leo? Joe Leo, you love the Yankees.
I do.
What would
how
you
many
say
guys
your fellow
how many pitchers at Garrett Cole's age come back and are close to the same guy after that surgery?
How old is Garrett?
He'll be 36 in September.
Well, you say 36 in September. That's the end of the year.
Oh, he's 35.
35.
Well, but that's when you're going to need him the most, right? I mean, that's what the whole point is.
Of course.
You would hope he'd ramp up by then, because really, it's a lot of Garrett Cole. It's going to be ramp up as the season winds down, and we'll hopefully have maybe not the dominant Garrett Cole we all know and love, but something close to that by the time the playoffs come. You hope.
So, Joe Leo, what do you think? How do you chime in here?
That kid Weathers got filthy stuff too.
Oh, he's got a lively arm.
We'll see. A lot different
how you answer
pitch in Miami. But for this, I would marry Cole, cuddle Rice, trash Schlittler.
You trash Schlittler?
I'm not confident in him. I need to see it.
Wow, that's a take.
I need to see it again. I do.
A challenge.
Wow.
We were in the same boat last year with Luis Heel. I need to see it. Plus,
he's coming off injury though.
Right, but I need to see it again.
That's a big difference, though.
But I need to see it. He's going to throw the most innings he's ever thrown in his life. I need to be able to count on him every single game. I just don't want to assume that he's going to be what he was in the Boston game. I want him to prove it to me.
He's dealing with the back inflammation right now.
I'm surprised by that. Very surprised by that answer.
Yankees need him, but again, I don't think he is a guarantee like a lot of Yankee fans are looking at him right now. He's unproven. He had one good start. A pretty good September, but one good start.
Good start. It was an unbelievable start, first of all, and he still, he was good, period, and he had one amazing start in the playoffs. Where he went 8 and struck out 12, against the Red Sox, but
now there's expectations on him.
Right,
Can
so
he live up
there's
to those
expectations on Ben Rice too, and he hit 26 home runs. How much better is Ben Rice going to be?
He needs to be a better first baseman, and bringing Goldschmidt back. Hopefully, he can be a de facto coach, and
which is he what? He's going to stand there and catch balls for Ben Rice? Is that part of the coaching process or no?
He did in Toronto.
That'd be useful.
Yeah. Hey, we'll have Goldschmidt play defense and you play offense. See if they allow that.
I'm surprised with that answer. Very surprised that you trash Schlittler, that you have no confidence in Schlittler.
It's not that I don't have any confidence in him.
If you're trashing him in that equation, you don't have a lot.
No, I don't.
No, he raised the eyebrows a little bit. Because, again, there's so much that's unknown. You saw what you saw, and you're tantalized by it.
Right, but you already got production from Ben Rice. He hit 26 home runs. He had a good season for you. Right? If he goes from 26 to 35 as opposed to Schlittler going from, what he gave you in 70 innings to what he's going to give you in 100 whatever innings. You're going to get more, there's going to be you would imagine a bigger bump from that.
How many starts is Schlittler going to actually have? As opposed to Ben Rice playing 155 games a year? As opposed to Schlittler pitching in, at most, 30 starts?
Right, but now you're speaking about more how you value starting pitching as opposed to how you value an everyday player. What kind of defense you getting at first base or behind the plate? And is the offense going to make up for what you're missing defensively?
Well, therein lies the problem. Is you're offloading a lot of defense to get Ben Rice's offense in your lineup.
And what's been the Yankees' problem? Well,
defense has been one of the problems in both sides of that too.
Yeah,
I mean,
timely hitting
and hitting in the postseason. That's been the biggest problem the last couple of years against the Dodgers and last year against the Blue Jays.
Well, you sound like
the
you're
argument that
defeated
some
about
of
the Yankees already.
I'm not making the argument that some of your defense was a problem against the Dodgers also.
Yes, but the hitting has been the Achilles heel of this team.
You sound really negative about the Yankees.
Well, the Yankee fans feel kind of beaten down, I feel.
Oh, how awful it must be.
Oh, yeah, 94 wins. You guys are really so tough.
I'm just telling you.
Oh, I know. I get it.
All right.
Or also being lied to about the running back thing. So our captain's unhappy or was unhappy.
Well,
apparently he wasn't unhappy. Apparently he just wanted to make sure that Cody Bellinger was going to come back.
He was unhappy.
Which I wasn't here for that, but I mean, what was your guys' reaction to when Judge said what he said?
He's not happy with the Yankees have done this offseason.
I heard it framed so many different ways.
Oh, it's a positive. He told you that he wasn't happy. Once they got Bellinger back, it all went away.
Right, that's why he said it, because that was the question. No, what he answered the question as, I thought we'd get Cody and those guys done early and then add pieces.
That's how I
heard it.
That's what I heard.
Well, that's what he said, because that's what he said.
If you weren't good enough to win last year, why would the same team be good enough to win this year?
Yeah.
Well, because of Ben Rice, according to Joe Leo.
Nice,
Ryan
Dave.
Weathers.
Nice.
Thank you.
This one's still kind of up in the air because I'm still working on it and I haven't heard back from him. But it's becoming apparent, Dave. You're getting a new rival, one Jerry Ferrara. Because he's gone at you on the Twitter lately.
Yeah, he's very aggressive on Twitter.
But I guess
it's like the cut of your jib.
And with Mel, set to join us here in a bit. Where does Jerry potentially rank among your best rivalries? If we can get Jerry, and I'm hopeful that we can.
Do I have real rivalries?
Well, I mean, so the two that, and I collaborated with RJ on this. The two that came to mind were Mel, of course, because when you expressed disappointment in Mel for having two favorite teams growing up, and then one with Max Kellerman when you yelled at him and kicked him off the show.
But I also yelled at Jay Williams, and I love him.
I haven't heard from. I mean, is the feeling mutual there?
Listen. Here's the thing. I do what I do, and then if they're upset and hurt about it,
done.
Aaron Judge is literally twice as good as anyone on Houston.
Thanks for all you do.
We're goodbye. Goodbye.
That was when. Okay, so that was.
What was his argument, by the way?
That Houston, that the Yankees were better than Houston.
So who won the argument?
You.
Uh-huh.
And then you said thank you for all you do.
Listen, before I hung up on him, I wanted to be decent.
Right.
So thanks for all you do. Bye.
And Ray, just so you know, I'm going to put the words right in Dave's mouth. What he's going to say now is that if these people are too sensitive to deal with, Dave doing what Dave does, then that's their own fault. Right?
So what's the question, Ray? It's Mel.
It's Mel.
It's Kellerman.
It's Max Kellerman, and it's potentially Jerry Ferrara, who I'm hopeful will join us at some point.
I think there's only one answer. There's only one answer.
And what's the actual question? Who's
your
my
nemesis?
biggest rival?
Just rank your nemesis at this moment, at this day and time.
I don't look at any of these guys as nemesis.
Okay, so just rank them.
There's one answer, and one answer only.
Go ahead.
I'm going. It's going to be Jerry Mary. Because that has the potential to be.
I guess it has the potential to turn into a rivalry.
I'll marry that one. I'll cuddle Max. I'm trashing. There's no. Mel is a friend of the show. He's not a nemesis.
I love Mel.
Right.
I like Max too because I had a moment where I got crazy because I thought he had a ridiculous point and I yelled at him.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean he's a nemesis.
Yeah.
Here's what's happening, Dave. Ray is grasping at straws for a final question. Okay.
Yeah, but he said he was in touch with RJ to make the question.
Right, and RJ's clearly trying to make Ray look bad because this is RJ's segment. He's not going to do Ray any favors.
So you agree that this do you look at any of these three guys and think these are Rothenberg's nemesis?
Of all the three, I look at potentially Jerry just because.
Oh, look, only one of them has gone after you on Twitter. So.
Right. Now, if Mel decides that he wants to add another team to the mix today,
I had the Rams, the Ravens, and then the Cardinals growing up. Those are my three teams.
Then it could get dicey.
But that's one of my real pet peeves. If you're a fan of multiple teams, I have two favorite teams, then really you have no favorite teams.
Right. So, but I still think you love Mel. I wouldn't call him a nemesis.
He's not a nemesis. Yeah, I guess I'll play this game. But Max is not a nemesis. I had one outburst at Max.
Well,
I'll trash Mel. I guess I go the same way. I'll trash Mel. I'll cuddle Max, and I'll marry Jerry. But I don't have any animosity towards Jerry either.
No, I know. But he has
all I
animosity
said is
towards
that,
you.
what was the phrase I used?
Not in the same class.
The Knicks are not in the same class as Detroit. He was very upset with that, and he went after me continuously on Twitter.
Right. Here's the issue, though, with you, just in general, just like who you are as a human being. I don't believe you have real ill will towards a lot of people because it just doesn't bother you. But there are people that have ill will towards you.
This is to Ray or to me?
To you.
To me.
Right.
But I don't have any ill will towards any of these three guys.
Right, because nothing really bothers you.
It's as you said, when it comes to the apology, it's Dave. It's what you get. What you get.
Right,
but that's not fair.
This
has nothing to do with my lack of ability to apologize.
I'm sorry if that offended you.
It's his lack of ability
if you have a problem with that, that's fine. I'm not even going to argue that. That doesn't play into this conversation.
No,
I don't look at any of these three guys as anything close to a nemesis.
Right.
And I like all of them.
Do you have anyone you consider a nemesis?
Not really, because like Rick just said, I nothing really bothers me. So I like most people.
And that's called Mary Trash.
Well done, ish.
It was well done until it wasn't well done.
We'll take it.
That's why I said ish.
Yeah, it was well done until it wasn't well done.
It's a high bar to clear here.
Surprising.
Don't be mean.
I stopped myself.
Don't be mean.
I stopped myself.
He's stuck in Florida. You've already, taking shots at me today. You want to take shots at him now too?
I stopped myself. I could have said it. I didn't. I'm growing.
Right before our eyes.
Yep.
All right. Are you ready for Mel, one of my big nemesis here on the show?
I guess he's yes, I can't
Nemesis?
I don't know.
I don't
know.
I'm
pluralize nemesis?
Nemesises.
Nemesises?
Nemesises.
One of my top nemesises, Mel Kiper, on his new mock draft, is next right here on ESPN New York. All right, let's see what's happening on the road. She's not a nemesis. She's great. She's Debbie Duhane.
DNR, good morning, and shout out to Frank from New York City Sanitation. Thank you, Frank, for clearing and melting the snow. Shout out to New York City Sanitation. Hey, guys, let's see what's going on. Alternate side parking rules remain suspended with ongoing snow removal. 20-minute delays into and out of New York's Penn Station with New Jersey Transit because of some ongoing Amtrak signal issues. LIRR limited service restored Metro North to Saturday schedule. Sponsored by the Crohn's and Colitis Foundation. The Crohn's and Colitis Foundation has been at the forefront of inflammatory bowel disease research and care for over 50 years. Learn more at Crohn'sColitisFoundation.org. I'm Debbie Duhame on 880 ESPN New York.
If you've been injured on a construction site, then you need a lawyer who knows New York's unique labor laws. At the Parisman Firm, they have decades of experience handling construction accident cases and a proven track record of delivering huge results. Their team has already recovered nearly $1 billion for hardworking New Yorkers. From scaffold accidents to slip and falls and equipment failures, they've got your back. Call the Parisman Firm now at 718-WORKERS. That's right, 718-WORKERS, because your case is their cause. Get the justice you deserve today.
Prizes, flyaways, even cash money. You want it? We've got it. Find a list of all contests and official rules by visiting ESPNNewYorkContests.com.
That's ESPNNewYorkContests.com. DraftKings Sportsbook puts you right in the middle of basketball's biggest star-driven moments. Bet player props, bet live, and when a game turns fast, DraftKings has your back with early exit. If your player gets injured anytime in the first half, your bet stays alive. And once it settles, you still get paid in cash. That's built-in protection for star-driven bets. Backed by DraftKings. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code WHSQ. New customers bet just $5, and if your bet wins, you'll get $200 in bonus bets instantly with code WHSQ. In partnership with DraftKings, the crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. 21 plus, New York only. Eligibility and restrictions apply. Bet must win to receive bonus bets which expire in 7 days. Minimum odds required. For additional terms and responsible gaming resources, see dkng.co/audio. Limited time offer.
This is Rick Brunson, the assistant coach from the New York Knicks. I'll be driving to our games this season in style in my new Jeep Gladiator from Princeton Jeep. My friends at Princeton Jeep gave me all-star treatment, and you can expect the same thing. Just mention I sent you, and they'll treat you like family. Princeton Jeep has tons of inventory and great deals on new vehicles. Visit Princeton Jeep at 1045 State Road in Princeton, New Jersey, or online at PrincetonJeeps.com and tell them Rick Brunson sent you.
Monkey Sports, built by players for players, is your one-stop shop for hockey, baseball, lacrosse, and more. Find top-name equipment and expert in-store services like sharpening, break-ins, and relacing. Shop in-store at Monkey Sports in Farmingdale or Woodbridge, or online for all the top brands. Whatever your sports, Monkey Sports gets you game ready fast. Monkey Sports, where athletes shop.
When you tell someone what team you cheer for, do they apologize? Does your first childhood memory involve crying on a Jumbotron? Then you may be a fan of a BST or bad sports team. Luckily, when you bundle your home and auto insurance with Progressive, you're protected from things like fire damage caused by violently unplugging the TV. Or an accidental overhand left to the drywall. Visit Progressive.com today. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Covered subject to policy terms. Not available in all states or situations.
Evan Cohen here. In life, as in sports, the pros make it look easy. That's why pro golfers like Jason Day, Ben Griffin, and Patton Kazire trust the pros in lawn care. True Green. They have the experience and expertise to give you a lawn worthy of the PGA Tour. And since True Green does the work for you, you get more free time, or more tee times. So stop stressing over your lawn and start loving it. Sign up now at TrueGreen.com, because nobody makes it easier to get a golf course quality lawn than True Green, the official lawn care treatment provider of the PGA Tour.
This is Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg.
Kendrick, Perkins, what is the bar for you for a successful season?
They got to get to the NBA Finals. And the crazy part is right now I got Detroit picked to win the East, but I wouldn't be surprised if the Knicks get there. But in that locker room, in that city, that fan base, anything short of reaching the promised land is a failed season.
Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg. Weekdays at 3 on ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube.
All right, DNR with you, ESPN New York. We're moments away from Mel Kiper. He was just on TV. He looks terrific. He's all fired up. He's got answers ready to go. And Raymond is going to call him in a second, and he's going to join us moments away. I'm very excited about this.
8:30 on the button.
This is what I do.
What a pro.
This is what because I didn't want to make Mel wait. If anybody has to wait, we should wait for him.
You should be applauded. You should be applauded for what you just did.
Oh, thank you. He's ready to go with unencumbered, no restraints. Time now for the Mel Kiper Jr. segment brought to you by the Perkins firm. Mel, how are you? We've missed you.
It's been too long, guys. Jeez, it was around Christmas or New Year's or sometime in June. I don't remember the last time I talked to you guys, so I'm in a little withdrawal here.
Well, we've missed you. We got a lot to do. So let's start. We all love Caleb Downs. I think I speak for Rick, too, is that 2 feels a little bit early. Is it not too early for the Jets to take Caleb Downs second overall in this draft?
Would it have been too early for the Giants to take him at 5?
No, I don't.
They would if he was there.
I don't think so. I think 2 feels too early. 5 doesn't. Maybe I'm wrong.
Well, Eric Turner went 2 in 1991. Turned out really good at 2 for Eric Turner. 3, Benny Blades. Kenny Easley at 4. Sean Taylor at 5. Eric Berry at 5. So when these safeties have gone high, they've hit. In the top 5, these guys from 2 to 5 have hit big. So for Caleb Downs, how many interceptions you guys have last year? 20, 22 as a team? What did you have? I think 0 was the number I saw last time I checked in a pass-happy league. That's ridiculously disgusting to have 0 interceptions in a pass-happy league for an Aaron Glenn coach team. Aaron Glenn in his career, guys, had 41 career interceptions, 24 while he's with the Jets. You think Aaron Glenn's going to watch this nonsense again? I mean, that would make him sick week after week. Aaron Glenn was a great football player and had, like I say, 41 career interceptions. This team couldn't pick off a pass in 17 games in a pass-happy league. So for me, Caleb Downs will change the culture on defense. And obviously, you need a quarterback, so do you take Ty Simpson at 16? I went with Peter Woods, a talented defensive tackle. You can move around, very versatile. They could go Simpson, or they could wait till next year. And then next year, you better be picking 1, 2, or 3 to get these quarterbacks, guys. So that's the issue about worrying about next year. you think, oh, we're going to be awful. Let's get Arch Manning. Let's get Dante Moore. Well, a lot of Jets fans didn't want Dante Moore even this year. Going to want him next year? Who knows? But for Arch Manning, you got to be picking number one. So if you think the Jets are going to be picking number one next year, you'll get Arch Manning. If not, you won't get him.
Yeah, but Mel, hold on here for a second, okay? Because I'm going to stand up for Jets fans here. A lot of Jets fans, especially ones that listen to the show, love when we have you on because they take what you say as, a lot of times, as their own opinion. I think part of the reason why Jets fans were nervous about Dante Moore was for a lot of the reasons that you talked about Dante Moore and you being nervous about the lack of, you gave us this whole spiel about quarterbacks that have only started a certain amount of games in college not working out. I think that's what scared people more than the idea of taking, Dante Moore.
Perfect. I agree 100%. And if you took Dante Moore, then you have to realize that it may take him a little bit of time, okay? And then you got to handle him properly. There might be a rough moment or two, so you can't have expectations through the roof right away. I'm with you. I'm glad he went back. I kept saying, go back. And until he decided to go, you got to rank him accordingly. So I'm with Jet fans. I'm glad he's back. Now, after this year, I think everybody's going to be looking at Dante Moore a little differently. After he plays another year at Oregon and he lights it up, they'll say, oh, we want that guy. Where this year, there was a little skepticism. I'm with you. That's why it's Ty Simpson with only 15 starts is a bit of a red flag. Now, he played in a lot more games than that, but he didn't start them. He started only 15, so I would have liked to see Ty, but he's 23. His father had been hearing first round from everybody he talked to. He feels like he's ready to go. He dealt with adversity this year at Alabama with the offensive line being so bad and the running game being non-existent and him having to deal with some injuries and some things. So at the end of the day, I'm with. There's no perfect world with quarterbacks, but for Dante Moore next year, I think with Arch Manning, that's going to be the two quarterbacks vying for the top spot. Arch will probably go one, and Dante will probably go two.
All right, so you stumbled upon something that I'm not a Jets fan, I'm a Giants fan, but it would get me nervous from the Jets' perspective. We've talked about. You said you got to go one or two. You have to have a top two pick. For argument's sake, the Jets bring in a capable, not a great quarterback because obviously it doesn't exist, but a Kyler Murray or a Garoppolo, like someone who's going to win 5, 6, 7 games. You draft well, and you wind up with the 10th pick in this draft. How are you getting the quarterback in next year's draft? Even though you have the capital to move up and get, these teams aren't going to just move out of getting their future quarterback. So isn't that kind of a little bit off if you draft well and bring in a quarterback this offseason? How are you getting the quarterback in next draft?
Well, you got to just see how Lenora Sellers play at South Carolina. Is he the 3rd pick overall, or is he the 15th, 20th pick overall? He's got to improve. He didn't look like a first-round quarterback this year, but he's got the talent to be a top 5 pick, but he's got to get the help from his offensive line, which they did not get last year. And Lenora Sellers has the skill set to be a high pick. What is Julian Sayin going to do at Ohio State? Is he going to come out? What kind of year is he going to have? Sam Levitt goes to LSU. Is he going to stay healthy? He wasn't at Arizona State this year after a great year in 2024. What happens with all the other guys that we've talked about that have talent? I can go through a laundry list. Darian Mensa is now at Miami, formerly of Duke and Tulane, has a lot of arm talent. So, there's going to be a lot of quarterbacks, guys, that we're going to be evaluating for next year. This was supposed to be the year in August where 7, 8, 9 quarterbacks went in the first round. Well, as I said, the word I use is fizzle. It fizzled out. And now we have only 2 quarterbacks in the first round. And some people don't even think Simpson's a lock for the first round. So it may only be 1. So next year, because this year wasn't, next year will be probably that year where you get, say, 5, 6 quarterbacks that end up in that first round discussion.
All right, Mel Kiper joins us here on the show. Mel, I think we all think that Caleb Downs is going to be a stud, right? You saw his versatility at Ohio State. You just talked about it. But for a lot of the time we spent talking about, Arvell Reese or one of these pass rushers, Jets, no interceptions, but they also only had 26 sacks. How come you decided in this most recent one to move off of an Arvell Reese or like a person that can get after the quarterback and decided to go with Caleb Downs?
Well, it was a tough call. David Bailey's in that mix, too. I know Daniel Jeremiah had David Bailey going to the Jets, and David Bailey is a heck of a football player. He had a great year, 11 of 14 games at Texas Tech with a sack. He was disruptive in just about every game, and he gave it good at Stanford. He was a good player. Remember, he had 5 forced fumbles at Stanford in 2024, 3 more this year. That's 8 forced fumbles over a 2-year period. That's what I like, being disruptive and creating turnovers. So I love David Bailey. Arvell Reese, the issue there is you're projecting. He had 6 sacks early on, but he had no sacks in the last last 6 games. He didn't force a fumble his entire career. So, and this, of course, was one year as a starter, but that still, and people say, well, he's Micah Parsons. Micah Parsons only had, I think, 6 career sacks, but he had a lot of forced fumbles, and of course, he didn't play that final year because of the COVID year. But, that's what you're hoping, guys, that Arvell Reese becomes kind of like Micah Parsons. You move him from off ball to outside, and then he takes off. So if Reese can become Parsons, then you got something. If he doesn't, and he's an off-ball guy who doesn't show that pass rush ability off the edge, are you happy with that? And then for Bailey, I would have liked to see him play a little bit better, dominate at Stanford like he did at Texas Tech, but he did put it together in this 1 year with the Red Raiders. So because of the culture-setting ability of Caleb Downs for the Jets, I went that route. They went for the pass rushers prior to this. You can, to me, that's going to be the tough call. Do you take Caleb Downs? Like I say, guys like him just don't come along every year. They don't. I gave you that list of safeties. You can throw Ed Reed went 24th. Ed Reed had a ton of interceptions at Miami. Still dropped to 24. To me, you look at Kyle Hamilton. He dropped to 14 because he had an injury that final year, and he ran 4.56, 4.59, 4.59 to combine, 4.56 pro day. He became a great player. So these safeties have hit. Like I say, Kyle, he's arguably one of the best defensive players in the NFL right now. Forget safety. And then you look at what Ed Reed did in his Hall of Fame career. And I mentioned all those safeties went in the top 5. These guys have hit, and they've been kind of tone setters, and they've been, like I say, culture setters for these teams. I think Caleb Downs, to me, like I say, if he doesn't go 2, he goes 5 to the Giants, and John Harbaugh gets a guy that can be, in his defense, kind of what Kyle Hamilton was in Baltimore.
Who's the safest of anyone the Jets could take it to? Downs, Bailey, Reese. I mean, you Styles. You name it. Is Downs, in your estimation, the safest, like the highest floor of any of these guys?
Yes, I think that's a great question. I think it is the case where, because for the reasons I talked about with Bailey and Reese, I think he is the safest because you think about this. He came to Alabama as a true freshman. His dad, Gary, I scouted. Running back, drafted his brother Josh, right, receiver. So he's got the bloodlines there. But, when he was at Alabama, he comes in for Nick Saban. Nick Saban, the man, he's a defensive back guy. That's what Nick coaches, defense, but defensive back specifically. He asks a lot of a guy like Downs. He came in right away and played at a super high level at Alabama. He goes to Ohio State, plays for another defensive coordinator. Then in this year, another defensive coordinator. It's 3 different defense coordinators in 3 years that he didn't miss a beat. So 6 interceptions throughout his career. So, to me, yes, he's the safest pick. Not just safe, but a hell of a player. His football IQ is through the roof. He's very confident in his ability. He's a galvanizer. He doesn't put up with any nonsense. So to play at Alabama and 2 years at Ohio State at a super high level speaks volumes about this guy's not going to deal with anything but winning. He's not going to tolerate anything but winning, a winning attitude. He's going to make everybody around him better or force them to be as good as he is in terms of work ethic and a mindset. And he's got instincts. He's got awareness. He's got versatility. Is he as big as Kyle Hamilton? Did he have the interceptions that Ed Reed had, that high number? No. But for what he is, pound for pound, you could make it a strong argument. He's right there with the best players in this draft.
All right, Mel, before we get to the Giants, I'll have Dave ask that question. Tell me a little bit about Peter Woods.
Peter Woods is an intriguing guy. We thought he'd be a top 5 pick back in August based on the 8.5 tackles for loss and the way they moved him around and how athletic. He was on Bruce Feldman's freak list because he's so strong, he's so fast, so athletic. And he went out and he had 3.5 tackles for loss and 2 sacks. So he just did. I kept watching number 11, waiting for him to. He didn't. And he doesn't have the longest arms, but he is a talented kid. And when I spoke to my friends in the league, they were still high on Peter Woods. Now, people in the internet world with the mock drafts had pushed him down. They were talking about late first, second round. But when I made my calls, I was hearing, no, he's going to go no later than middle of the first, and that puts him right around where the Jets are picking. Versatile athlete, gifted athlete, and nothing went right at Clemson this year. Parker, the edge rusher, didn't do anything until his last game against South Carolina. Had a bad offensive line, and at the Senior Bowl he flashed. Klubnik, the quarterback, Antonio Wood, none of those guys had the years expected. It just didn't go well for Clemson. But for Peter Woods, if he's around at that point, he's certainly going to be worth consideration.
All right, let's move to the Giants. Why Fano at 5? They need a receiver. They need everything, right? Downs would make sense. I know he won't be there in this current mock that you've put out there, but is Fano clearly better than Mawanoa? And I'm still not over the disaster of taking the kid from Alabama. So
Evan Neal,
Evan Neal still horrifies me, that pick. So to walk me through Fano why I should feel okay with him at 5.
Okay, yeah. Spencer Fano is a guy who played the right tackle spot. Caleb Lomu was on the other side. He'll probably be a late one, early to mid-2. But for Spencer Fano, great athletic ability, great feet. People say, well, I wish he was a little bit bigger, but he gets after it. And for John Harbaugh, think about John Harbaugh. He's an in-the-trenches, old-school coach, right? He can – I can get a receiver down the line a little bit. To get a guy like that, what did Jim do a few years ago? He took Joe Alt when everybody thought he'd take a receiver. He took Joe Alt. So, to me, it's the coach, the mindset of that coach, and that tells me he could go in the trenches. The right tackles could be moving on. We'll have to see how free agency goes, too. And this guy can move inside the guard and be a hell of a guard. So, now, CC Mawanoa from Miami will be right there. So I dropped him to 11. If I'd have put him there, Fano would have dropped down a little bit. So both those, these guys aren't the Orlando Paces, the Tony Basellis, the Jonathan Ogdens, the Walter Joneses, guys they're not that kind of guy. Neither one of these guys are in that league. But in this draft, both are going to go pretty high, and one could go 5, and one could, like say, Maui Noah or Fano, whoever is the second tackle taken, should still go in that top 11.
Mel, talent-wise, I keep hearing about next year's draft and how good next year's draft is going to be, and maybe that just has to do with, the amount of quarterbacks that could be available, but I haven't heard great things talent-wise. How is this draft talent-wise in the first round?
I think it's turned out to be pretty good. I think the wide receiver position isn't great in the first round, but it's great overall. We were talking, Field Yates and myself the other day about this, and with Matt Miller and the guys and Jordan Reed, and we got 45 receivers that all are draftable type players. We can go 41 to 48, that we all debate those numbers, but at the end of the day, there's a ton of receivers. So the draft overall, if you need a running back, you better be pretty good selecting one, because this is a bad year for running backs. There's a lot of tight end H-backs, but again, there's a lot of guys, but who's going to be the guy? You got to pick the right one. Like I say, in terms of pass rushers, you got some guys early on. You may see a guy Caden Curry's a kid out of Ohio State. Does he drop into the 3rd, 4th round? You can still maybe find a guy slip through the cracks, but this first round looks pretty good. Chris Brazel the second, I didn't even put in the first round. This is a wide receiver, 6'4", going to probably run 4.48 at the combine. Had a great career at Tulane, then at Tennessee. I got him I almost put him in the first. I got him in the second. He's one of those receivers, guys. Zachariah Branch is not big. He's a diminutive dynamo. They're talking about 3rd round for him. If I can get a Zachariah Branch in the 3rd round, I'd be pretty happy. So he's electrifying with the ball in his hands. He's a great return man. And that's the underrated part of some of these guys, that they're great kick returners, punt returners. It adds great value because the kick return game is huge in the NFL. And some of these guys have, like I say, the ability to get you some incredibly good field position to start drives.
So does it make more sense for you, because I guess it does, is what you put, for the Giants to take an offensive lineman 5 and then worry about the wide receiver in the second round, because there is legitimate depth in this draft at the receiver position?
Yeah, you could attack it that way. Like, you'd have to say, okay, who can we get now? Monroe Freeling. Monroe Freeling from Georgia is going to go pretty high. I have Monroe Freeling going right now in the first round solidly. I had him in the first round in Mach 1.0. In Mach 2.0, I got him 124 to Cleveland. Some think he could go as high as 17 to Detroit or in that area. So, yeah, I think if you play it, your cards, you can get a receiver at that point. I just mentioned Brazel the second. There's others that could be in that mix there. And obviously, Carnell Tate would be the pick. If you're Jordan Tyson from Arizona State, great player, but he's had 3 different injuries. So durability, the hamstring, still there. He's still dealing with that durability issue. I haven't gone to Baltimore at 14. Mekhi Lemon, love him, but is the size going to push him down a bit? I still think he's going to go in the top 10. But in terms of the 5th pick, Carnell Tate would be that receiver. He's got the length. He's got the incredible hands. He's had, 2 drops over the last 3 years. Great route runner, great character. He blocks, coached by Brian Hartline, who's now moved on from Ohio State, but did a great job. It's Ohio State's wide receiver. To me, it's Carnell Tate, Spencer Fano, or CC Maui Noah.
All right, Mel, last one for me. So, depending on where Ty Simpson goes, you have him going to the Steelers in the first round. At some point, the Jets are going to have to draft a quarterback. So if it's not Ty Simpson, it's later on in the draft. Who could you see the Jets potentially drafting at quarterback?
Well, it's a host of guys that could be in that mix to be a possibility late. I mean, if they feel like, Altmaier from Illinois, formerly of Ole Miss, could be a guy late. Some people think he could maybe be this year's Brock Purdy, who was Mr. Irrelevant. So Altmaier. You got Cole Payton in North Dakota State, who could be a Taysom Hill type, who could be just an athlete. You can get out there in packages and have him be a part of your offense, even though he may not be good enough to be a starter with that long delivery and only 1 year as a starter at North Dakota State. Cade Klubnik, people were talking in August, the Clemson quarterback's going to go in the first round. Now you're talking about fourth, fifth round. So those are some of the guys. Drew Aller, Penn State, we were talking about him in the first. He gets the ankle injury. But he's an LTPer. He looks the part. Is he going to be in that fourth round area? Who drops out of that group? Garrett Nussmeier, LSU was considered first. Didn't have the year expected. Where does he drop to? So all those quarterbacks we were talking about very highly in August now are considered day 3 picks. You got to pick the right one. I said yesterday, there's going to be one of those guys will probably hit, and 5, 6, 7 of them will be failures and never develop into anything special. So are you going to catch lightning in a bottle there with the one who, when I say hit, maybe become a potential starter down the road? One of those guys. It's not going to be 2 or 3. You just got to pick the right one.
All right, Mel, you're the best. I have so many more questions, but I know you have to go on with your day.
Well, give me one more. I got a couple minutes. Give me one more of those 3 or 4 great questions. Pick the best one.
Well, I didn't say they were great. I just said I had a lot more, but I will ask. All right.
He already had his great question. He already won the interview. He's done.
That's right. I've already won. I can retire right now, and I'd be happy. But, all right, so how about trade? I know you don't have trades incorporated into this. For the locals, the Giants and or the Jets, is it realistic to think that they could move down and get more, or do you envision these teams picking 2 and 5?
I think they'll pick it 2. The team I think is 3 is Arizona trading because their GM is let's make a deal. He's Monty Hall, Monty Ossenfort. So I think Arizona, if you don't want to take the offensive lineman that high, and a lot of people are projecting the offensive line, or you don't feel that David Bailey or Arvell Reese, then maybe teams will jump in there to get that guy, ahead of Tennessee if they love one of those two because you think Tennessee's going to take a pass rusher. If somebody wants Carnell Tate, would they jump in there? So it may be Arizona because they have a history of doing that. They got a lot of holes, so they got issues that they got to fix. So they may be a team looking for additional draft picks. But trades are that's why I don't do them. They're very hard. It's very hard to tell the trades, especially before the combine. Well, we don't even know the measurables of some of these guys. So we'll see. But I would look at Arizona a little bit more than I would the Jets or the Giants.
All right, you're the best. We're going to do this again before the draft a couple times. So thank you for today. And you know what? We can't wait for Mock 3.0 to come out and roll along.
Anytime, guys. Have a great day. Take care, man.
That's the great Mel Kiper Jr. That was very enjoyable.
He's great. He really is.
And the Mel Kiper Jr. segment was brought to you by the Parisman firm. If you've been injured in an accident that wasn't your fault, call the Parisman firm now at 718-WORKERS and get the justice that you deserve. The Parisman firm, where your case is their cause. Just to let you know, we don't have to break. We're going to take this till like 55, and then we'll kind of extend the break a little bit there. So now we can react off of what Mel had to say. You could start with me winning the interview, however you want to react off of that.
I mean, that naturally feels like where we should start because I could tell when he said what he said that you were very excited.
It was like a shot of vitamin B12.
Of course it was.
It felt so delicious when he said, "That's a great question, Dave."
It was a good question, and clearly he likes Caleb Downs a lot.
He loves him.
I like Caleb Downs a lot. I just don't know. I mean, he kept bringing up all the names of the safeties that have been drafted and high in the draft. He brings up Ed Reed and where he was drafted. Well, we drafted Jamal Adams with the 6th overall pick.
Right, and it didn't pan out, but it panned out what you got in compensation for him when you traded him.
Right, listen, Jamal was good for us, but I mean, again, as far as Caleb Downs stepping in and being a culture changer and talking about we had no interceptions, that's fine. Caleb Downs also was a guy who had 6 interceptions in 3 years. They had 2 a season, so I mean, again, versatility. He's definitely smart. All those different things. I just don't know. We also only had 26 sacks, so how
you need everything.
How Aaron Glenn, how he values each position. Right? I mean, listen, you're right. Our defense wasn't good, and
there's no way they could take Bailey at 2, and you'd be like, oh, I hate this pick. You need guys to get to the quarterback. You need run stuffers. You need guys in the secondary. You need absolutely everything if you're the Jets.
Right, and you also, you asked it, which was a good question, which is the safest pick? You also need to know that you're going to make a good pick at 2. Right? We're not in one of those situations where it's like, hey, let's go upside guy and hope it works out.
You can't do it. You at a minimum, you need the player you take at 2 to be good. At maximum, you need him to be great. But you can't take a guy 2nd overall, being as bad as you've been, being under the microscope the way you're under the microscope, and take a guy that's not really, really good right away.
Right, and there's also questions as to whether or not, Aaron Glenn knows what he's doing, too. So it's like, you take one of these kids, and it's like, hey, tons of talent, didn't necessarily have the season that we all expected. You put him in the right spot with the right coaching staff, and all of a sudden now you're going to get a chance to see all those talents. That doesn't feel like what the Jets are right now. Like, you need something that you know is going to work.
Mm-hmm. Downs is, as Mel just said, is the safest. So with the upside being what it is, and then he compares him to the Kenny Easleys and the Ed Reeds of the world and the Kyle Hamiltons. I mean, he certainly did sway me a little bit, although I still
but he's not the ball hawk that Ed Reed was.
No. And also he says Ed Reed. Ed Reed when did Ed Reed go? Ed Reed didn't go 2.
No, he was later in the draft.
Right. Ed Reed went late. Kyle Hamilton 14. So yes, I understand that he's saying he's this good, but they didn't go that early, those guys.
No, but I could understand. You could easily explain to me why that even at that, at his position, you would make that decision. Right? I mean, if you want to tell me that Arvell Reese could potentially be Micah Parsons, if you put him in the right spot with the right coach and you can get the best out of him, then yeah, I could see that in the right spot. Do I think the Jets are that right spot where you plug him into this defense that already has talent and you can let him go do what he's capable of doing? That's not who the Jets are. The Jets need someone that can play. Like that you're going to plug into that, you're going to plug into that defense and can play right away.
Right. And I know you don't take a player to, get the fan base excited, but you need the fan base to buy into something with this team. Like, you have to have a good draft because I think you agree with this. I don't know that I've ever heard the Jets fan base as despondent as they've been over the last 4 or 5 months.
Right.
They hate this team.
Well, and it's not going to be a quarterback in this draft that excites you.
Mm-mm.
Right? I mean, it sounds like it's going to be later in the draft. It's going to be one of these names that, was potentially going to be a first-round pick that just didn't have a good season for whatever reason. And, again, you're asking a fan base to buy into, hey, this kid is a talented kid that didn't have the kind of season that everyone expected, so that's why he fell in the draft. But with us, we'll be able to get the best out of him. Come on, man. I mean, you can't get the best out of a second overall pick or a third overall pick. You can get the best out. Come on, are you dumb?
You're not going to get your quarterback in this draft. You're just not. So if it's Nussmeier, if it's Aller, whoever you wind up taking in the mid-rounds, you hope that he can be your backup in the future, and maybe he'll go and play decently this year. But you're going to get your quarterback next year, not this year. And as far as the Giants are concerned, so it sounds like, as far as Mel believes, Tate is clearly the receiver, right? Like he likes Lemon, he's undersized. He likes Tyson, he's always hurt. Tate's the guy. Tate's the answer if you decide to go receiver. If you don't, feels like – now, he said Fano. So, I don't know. He said Fano. I've heard Fano. Whatever. The offensive line from Utah, him and Mauanoa would be the two that you would choose from if you're the Giants at 5.
Right, but the way he described this draft, it would make the most sense. Right? He also leaned on the whole Harbaugh thing and how they like to build teams. So you have a right tackle that's a free agent. Depending on – I mean, you don't have a lot of money to spend right now. And you have a draft that's that's loaded with wide receivers.
Right.
So do I take my right tackle now? I got my left tackle, I got my right tackle, and then later in the draft I get another good, maybe he's not Carnell Tate, but he's still a pretty damn good receiver.
Yeah. And you get him in the second round, and then you kind of manipulate the draft that way. But it's great. It's a puzzle. It's wonderful. We love it. And it's 2 months away, and we can't get enough. All right, we'll break. We'll come back. Big Knicks game tonight. We'll get to that. 800-919-3776. DNR with you right here on ESPN New York.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. That's ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN.
ZipRecruiter.
There are a lot of reasons why people buy at Ramsey Mazda. It's their selection, it's their customer service, and it's their savings. Lease a new 2026 Mazda CX-30 2.5S Select Sport all-wheel drive for $209 for 33 months. Start shopping now at RamseyMazda.com. Choose wisely. Choose Ramsey Mazda. Call 833-853-2970 for details. VIN TM105852. MSRP $29,530. Zero security deposit ends 3/2/26.
Hey Yankees fans, gather a group of 10 or more and take advantage of our 2026 Yankees group ticket specials. Whether you're getting together with family and friends, organizing a fundraiser, or entertaining clients, your group will love bonding over the Bronx Bombers. Start planning your 2026 group outings today. Log on to Yankees.com/groups. Call 212-YANKEES or email us at groups@Yankees.com. That's 2026 group tickets. Call 212-YANKEES or visit Yankees.com/groups today.
Monkey Sports, built by players for players, is your one-stop shop for hockey, baseball, lacrosse, and more. Find top-name equipment and expert in-store services like sharpening, break-ins, and relacing. Shop in-store at Monkey Sports in Farmingdale or Woodbridge or online for all the top brands. Whatever your sports, Monkey Sports gets you game ready fast. Monkey Sports, where athletes shop.
Whether you're building a single roof or a successful roofing business, roofing contractors like you need the right tools for the job, and software is no exception. Service Titan is on a mission to be the most powerful software platform for the trades, with purpose-built technology proven to maximize revenue, streamline operations, and deliver 5-star customer experiences. We are taking roofing companies like yours to the next level and beyond. Service Titan, we are built for this. See what we can do for roofers at servicetitan.com.
Out on the course, they're the PGA Tour's best players. But in the arena, they're prime time. And Season 2 of TGL presented by SoFi is back with lights, cameras, action. We're talking big moments, big personalities, big names in the stands, all on the big screen. Big-time matchups with shot clocks, hammer drops, timeouts, overtime, and playoffs. It's city versus city, squad versus squad. The sport just hits different under the lights. It's TGL presented by SoFi. Keep up. It's golf. Tune into every match. Only on ESPN.
March the 20th of 2026, there's one place to be, and that place is Pickleball Heaven. Pickleball Heaven. It's a pickleball facility, massive facility, in Medford, New York. We're going to do the show there that day from 6 to 10. Then there's a tournament, and then after we win the tournament, Rick, we'll stay and watch some basketball with the people. Now, the worst part of all this is the name. Listen, I got to participate in Rickleball Madness. What do you want from me?
You're a teammate of Rickleball.
Yeah, right. You're part of the event. You're the co-headliner.
If my name was Dave Pickleball, it would still be Rickleball Madness.
I think that's accurate.
I don't want this kind of pressure. I would prefer it be named after you.
No, you don't. You want all the shine.
No, I don't. Call whatever you want.
Dave's Pickleball Extravaganza.
Sorry, Dave. We're still calling it Rickleball Madness. And it's Friday, March 20th at Pickleball Heaven in Medford, New York. To sign up and register to play, go to the ESPN New York app and click on the Rickleball tile.
My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought we'd ever have to use life insurance, but the unexpected happened. With Ethos, signing up was fast and 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage. I'm grateful we were prepared.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/game. That's ethos.com/game. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Out on the course, they're the PGA Tour's best players. But in the arena, they're prime time. And Season 2 of TGL presented by SoFi is back with lights, cameras, action. We're talking big moments, big personalities, big names in the stands, all on the big screen. Big-time matchups with shot clocks, hammer drops, timeouts, overtime, and playoffs. It's city versus city, squad versus squad. The sport just hits different under the lights. It's TGL presented by SoFi. Keep up. It's golf. Tune into every match. Only on ESPN.
ESPN New York. Now streaming live on YouTube. Subscribe today and watch the show. WHSQ and WCBS-FM HD2, New York. This is DiPietro and Rothenberg.
Little puppets. Hey, Dave, make sure you say RJ.
You're like the Magellan of the show.
Thank you.
Like the Columbus of the show.
Well, Columbus, I mean, he didn't really find what he set out to find.
America Vespucci of the show.
Oh, okay. I like that. Sounds nice. Yeah.
The DeSoto of the show.
Oh, okay. Now you're just showing off.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Some of us also play chess.
Dropping knowledge bombs.
Bomb cyclones. Knowledge bomb cyclones.
It's his greatest gift.
Did you have a favorite explorer?
Vasco da Gama.
This is DiPietro and Rothenberg on ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube.
Oh, yeah, here we are. Big 9 o'clock hour. Knicks, big game tonight. Mel off of his mock draft. I mean, there's a lot going on. I got an email stating Jeremiah Love may be the most talented player in this draft. Yes, he might.
Okay.
If you're the Giants, would you trade down to 8 or 9 if the Chiefs want to move up to get him? Of course. If I can move down to 9 and still get a big-time player and now get, I don't know, another first-round pick or load up on another second-round pick, I would love to do that if I were the Giants.
Right, but I mean, do you forecast that?
No. But here's the thing: there's going to be trades, right? There's always trades.
Yeah, I mean, there's always trades. I don't know. I mean, it doesn't feel like it's going to be one of those drafts because there's just no quarterbacks here that we're talking about. That it's going to be like a lot of activity.
Unless there's somebody that loves someone. All it takes is one team to fall in love with a guy and want to mortgage to get that guy. Listen, last year, what happened with Travis Hunter? We didn't foresee that happening.
Right, but Travis Hunter was like
they make a massive trade.
Right, but he was like a unicorn, though.
Yeah, but
I mean, we're not talking about anyone that plays both sides of the ball.
They already said he's only going to play defense for the most part this year.
Right, but that's not what they were talking about when they made the trade.
Okay, yeah. But that was
they maybe resigned to that now, but that's not why they made the deal in the first place.
All I'm saying is it just takes one team to love a guy, and then all of a sudden
right,
the whole
I know,
first
but
round
I wouldn't use Travis Hunter as the great example of that. Right? You could have just stopped it. It just takes one team to love a guy. It didn't mean I wouldn't. You went back to Travis Hunter, who played both sides. The thought was he's going to play both sides of the ball.
Okay.
I think that's a little bit different than what we're talking about right now.
Well, Jeremiah Love, people are in love with that guy. I think he's going to be an unbelievable running back.
Okay, but again, he's a running back. I think, how we look at running backs maybe a little bit different than we have in the last couple of years. But, Kansas City also had the opportunity to trade for Breece Hall last year if they wanted to and decided not to.
The Jets better figure out a way to make a deal. It sounds like they're on the verge of putting the franchise tag on him because he cannot get away.
Well, but it depends on, listen, it's a two-way street, right? So I think you also have to understand that where Breece Hall is at mentally with what he's dealt with, the lack of success, the lack of winning, is he going to – he's not going to do you any favors.
No. You're not going to get a team-friendly deal for Breece Hall, and you shouldn't get a team-friendly deal for Breece Hall.
So, if you want to pay a premium for him, again, Garrett Wilson wasn't overly happy, but you paid him, and he's now happy. Right? Myles Garrett wasn't happy till you paid him $40 million. Now he's thrilled.
Yes, money will ease any of the hate of being on the Jets team.
So, does he want to play ball? Does he want to stay? Does he want to work things out? Or are you going to have to, meet his demands, whatever he's asking for to get a deal done? And if that's not the case, then you franchise him. Or you decide that you want to transition tag him and then see what other teams are interested. You didn't deal him. Right? Maybe you weren't blown away by an offer, but I would think going into the season where you're going to have to win football games to keep your job, but you don't know who the quarterback is, it would be nice to have a weapon like Breece Hall in your team.
He's the best available back. When you look at everything he's able to do and all the backs that will be available, even Kenneth Walker, he in my mind is the best available back. He can catch the ball out of the backfield. He's a good running back. He just hasn't been in a position where he's been on a team that's been irrelevant. But on the right team, he'd be a real problem.
Right, but I think that's part of his mindset too, right? Could you imagine what I would be on the right team with a good quarterback and a good system with a good offensive coordinator? That's got to be part of it. Now, the Jets
absolutely. I have some Breece Hall. You want to hear a little bit from the Jets running back?
Yeah, let's hear some.
All right, this is from the New York Post on Twitter. He wants the back of his card to say he's a Super Bowl champion.
I really wanted to say, a piece to a championship team. That's my biggest thing. I want to be, one of those guys that could come in and be the piece that a team needs. And whether it's here or someplace else, I just want to be able to, be myself in the right situation.
But he says, I want to.
Well, it's not going to be here, right? But it's not going to be here. So,
you're not going to win a championship here, no.
Right. So, if we want to do it as, hey, I want to be one of the highest paid running backs someplace, that would be why you stayed here. You're not going to win a Super Bowl here. Not in the next whatever his contract ends up being.
Well,
3 or
and
4 years.
how long is the career of an NFL running back? He's been here for what, 4 years? So you get another 4 years out of him? No, he would be fortunate to go to the playoffs with the Jets. He's not winning a Super Bowl with the Jets.
That's right. So if that's your intended goal, then your situation probably is let's take you're going to get the franchise tag because you're not going to agree to a long-term deal, and then you'll go somewhere else. And maybe in the midst of this bad season, because I can't imagine, it's going to be a playoff season that you get dealt at the deadline.
I can't imagine. Like even the most optimistic Jets fan, do you think that person could say playoff? Like you can't say playoffs about the Jets this year.
No, but that's the point though. If you have, Brees Hall's been in the league 4 years, so he has hopefully another, like you said, 4-5 years. He's not going to win a Super Bowl with the Jets.
No.
We haven't made the playoffs in 15 years. So he's probably not going to win the Super Bowl. So if that's a priority of yours, then it's probably going to be somewhere else.
So do teams look at this, like an NFL team look at this thing and say, he's been a good running back for us. He's got tremendous potential. We'd love to keep him, but he's not going to win here and he wants to win. Do we move on from him just to kind of do right by him, or does that not exist in the NFL? No.
They're going to do what's in the best interest of them, which is probably going to end up being franchising.
So in your mind, he's going to be a Jet.
You're not going to lose him for anything. You're not going to lose him for nothing.
Well,
I would think,
and nor should you.
Right. So even if you franchise tag him, and you don't, right, you're not going to be a playoff team. Like there were teams that were interested in him last season at the deadline. You take what you can get from him, and then you trade him at the deadline, or you transition him, and then see what other team is going to get to offer him. And if you don't want to match it, then you do it that way.
Right. No, I don't think that's the worst thing in the world. I mean, you need the thing is you need everything. So if you could stockpile more, but what are you going to get for a really good running back? You're not going to get a second-round pick for him.
No, I got to see how it depends how the transition tag. I got to go into the actual rules of the transition tag.
And that's the thing that like the value of the running back, it doesn't exist really. So I mean,
I think it's getting better. I think it's getting
better too. But you're certainly not going to get a first, and you're not going to get a second. So do you want to trade Brees Hall, who's him and Garrett Wilson are the two big pieces on your offense? Do you want to trade him for a third-round pick? Does that excite you?
Does that excite me?
I wouldn't think it would.
Well, apparently, wasn't it a third-round pick? Couldn't Kansas City have traded a third-round pick?
I thought Kansas City offered a fourth-round pick.
Right, but if they had made it a third-round pick, the Jets would have considered it?
Right. But I can't imagine that a third, like the fan base is willing to part with your second-best player offensively for a third-round pick.
Right. So, here's the thing, though. Even with the transition tag, you're not getting any draft compensation for it. You just get to decide what the market is and if you want to match the offer or not.
So you guarantee you can keep him for at least a year.
Well, no. So you can franchise tag him where you can keep him, or you can transition tag him, which means other teams can make offer, and then you can decide whether or not you want to match the offer.
Right. So you can guarantee to keep him for a year. If you franchise him, it's guaranteed. If you transition, you can match any offer. So you
right, but you don't. But what I'm saying though is if you transition him, and you don't want to match whatever the offer is, you lose him for nothing.
Yeah, but now you lose him for nothing, where at least last year you would have gotten a fourth-round pick in return.
Right. So, are you better off just franchise tagging him? If you don't want to get a long-term deal done,
well, money's not an issue for the Jets, right? They have a ton of money to spend. So the safest thing to do is...
But I also don't want a player that's strictly here for the money, because there's going to be more adversity. There's going to be more tough times.
You tell me, why would he be here?
For the money, but that's my point. So if I need him for now, because I'm not losing him for anything, for nothing. If I franchise tag him, right, I can take up to the deadline to figure out what the season is, still get what I want from him,
right,
and then make the decision to trade him at that point if I want to.
Still probably get at least a fourth-round pick for him at that point. Yes,
at least I'm getting something.
Right. You can't lose him for nothing. That's the big thing. Whether it's before the season, during the season, whatever, you can't lose this guy for nothing. And he's a good player. That's the shame of all of it.
Right, but that's just, that if you want to point to some semblance of strength for the Jets, that's what you would point to. The offensive line, you got a good running back, you got a good receiver. I think you're going to have a good tight end.
Right. Well, that's like you look at the offense and it's
Like,
not,
that's the side that's closer.
Yeah, it's not bereft of talent. Like the offensive line, and who are we talking to? It said like the offensive line is close. I think the offensive line is there. Like I think the offensive line is good. So you have a good offensive line. You have a good, really, really good running back. You have, I don't want to say great receiver, but you have a really good receiver. You have a tight end that you're optimistic about, and you have a ton of draft equity. So you got to figure out the quarterback, which is a big piece, and you got to continue to add talent offensively. But I don't look at the Jets offensively and think if they just had like a stopgap quarterback, like there is talent there offensively. They shouldn't be the same disaster this year that they were last year on offense.
No, I think if you added a Kirk Cousins or someone like that to this offense, I think you're going to be a good offense.
You added Jacoby Brissett, a Kirk Cousins, a Mariota, like you're going to be a functional offense.
Yeah, you'll be fine. It's the other side of the ball that I think everyone's
The other
concerned
side of the
about.
ball needs a lot of help.
I mean, it's funny because Mel just he took the blowtorch that I'm looking for to get rid of the snow. Like he took it to the Jets with no interceptions and everything. They also only had 26 sacks, which was second worst in the NFL.
They need everything, Rick. They need they had no interceptions. As bad as 26 sacks is, that's second worst. 0 interceptions is an unheard of statistic.
Right, but I think I guess as you dive deeper into this discussion is if we have the ability to put to be more disruptive to the quarterback and put more pressure on the quarterback, does that result in more takeaways?
I'm sure it does. I'm sure it goes hand in hand.
Okay, so which comes before, the chicken or the egg?
If you told me you take a great safety, fine. You tell me you take a great edge rusher, fine.
Right, so I got a guy in Caleb Downs who feels like he could be the safest pick at 2. He's got 6 interceptions over 3 years, right? So that's 2 a season, and he's a safety, right? He's not a cover corner. He's not going to shut down the side of a field, but he's very versatile. I get it. If I don't address actually being disruptive to the quarterback, how much of the benefit do I get?
You don't get a lot of benefit, but here's the question. If there was a stud, like, oh my God, can't miss. You heard what he said about Arvil Reese? He's uncertain.
Right, but I also seen, but again, that's you're talking about an upside guy. I've also seen him, he gave you the David Bailey stats, how disruptive he is.
David Bailey, for me, I like David Bailey better.
Right,
if I were the Jets, I would take him second.
Right, but I feel and then I've watched Ruben Bain's tape. Right, I feel like Ruben Bain falls into that one, hey, sometimes we, the reason why we make this so complicated is because rather than just focus on what the tape shows you, which is the guy has unbelievable bend. Like the guy he's a legitimate pass rusher.
He's got short arms.
Right. We want to start talking about that garbage.
Little baby arms.
Which, hey, maybe ends up being a factor at the next level when you're going up against NFL linemen all the time. But
and I understand where you come from because you always feel like you're getting the short end of the stick. Like whatever they do, you're like, oh, this isn't going to work because it's not even into submission.
Right, but it's not even that they get the short end of the stick. It's I think that we fall into one of those categories where even when we draft good players that could have this tremendous ceiling, we have a hard time getting them to that ceiling.
Yes.
So it's
they
can
don't
understand,
develop players well.
Right, which is why you would probably go with the guy that you already know is good. And then he's going to be hard to screw up. Listen, Caleb Downs may never with the Jets may never get to here, but he's starting from here.
Right. And the floor is the highest for him.
Right.
Makes sense. Let's go to Edgar in Bloomingdale. Edgar, you're on ESPN New York. Good morning.
What's up, boys? I was having dinner with a Cowboy fan, and he was like, yo, the Eagles ain't three-peating. They're not the lock to win the division. How about my Cowboys? I went, oh, whoa. I'm jumping them with the Giants. What do you think? I don't think the Washington could do it without Cliff Kingsbury. I think he helped out Daniels a lot. Now he's not there.
Well, I'm not there yet. I like your optimism. I'll tell you what, if the Giants somehow win the division this coming season, look out. Look out.
Oh God.
I will be relentless.
Yeah, we all know.
You will hate me by the end of the year. No,
but
I'm not there yet.
Okay, but here's the thing though. So, when you look at where the Giants are at now, they don't have. They can create some money, but they don't have a tremendous amount of money to spend. Got a 5th overall pick. I'm sure we would assume that they're going to draft well. And then you look at the rest of the division. The Eagles are still a far more talented team.
Yeah.
Right? And then on the Dallas side of this thing, Dallas's offense, depending on what happens or what version of Pickens you get now, if they decide they want to franchise and mess around like this, he got an attitude, whatever, their offense is still elite.
I agree.
Right? So, you still have, plenty of obstacles.
And Washington is still a problem. I mean, I don't know exactly what they are, and I don't know health-wise for Daniels would scare me to death, but they're still a problem too. And they have a ton of money to spend. So Philly's better. I think the gap is narrowing between Philly and the rest of the division, but they're clearly the best team. Dallas is, like you said, a massive problem with their offense. They have major holes defensively, and Washington's a question mark. Do I think the Giants will be better? Yes. Am I ready to sit here and anoint the Giants? They have a real chance to win this division? Not yet. That's a fair answer.
Right, and I think part of that gap being closed too is, and again, right, I think that the NFL is, of all the major sports, this is the most important piece. Not the most important piece, but this is
the coaching. Yes,
is the coaching.
Yep.
And we're not gonna have to play that game anymore.
No, it's not. Hey, rank the coaches in the division, and then the Giants, and then the Giants. No, right. They're right. I mean, you're one.
I mean, I think as far as most people are concerned, yeah.
I mean, you who would you take, Harbaugh or Sirianni?
I would take Harbaugh.
Schottenheimer or Harbaugh?
Harbaugh.
And then
I think the only question is Sirianni.
I guess.
Yeah, but I mean, it's. I think we're very hesitant to give him credit, but the guy does deserve credit.
He yes, but I guess the question with Sirianni is he really, really good, or is he good enough on a team that's just phenomenal?
I think it's probably a combination of the both.
Okay.
He's also had to deal with a lot of turnover
and a lot of egos
with his coaching staff. Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of
I don't understand. Here's the one part I don't understand though, and maybe a different coach gets a different result. Like, I can't imagine that Nick Saban in this spot, and now this again, I don't know if Nick Saban is a fair comparison because he's maybe the greatest college football coach of all time, probably, if you want to believe some of the stuff you've heard about Jalen Hurts, about how, he's a big piece of this problem where there's things that, offensive coordinators want to do, that his teammates want to do, that he just doesn't want to do. If that flies with the Nick Saban, like if he allows it to get to that point where the quarterback has the ability,
not.
You know what I mean? It's like, no. Like, okay, Jalen, we love you, but this is right. Like, this is what we need to do.
It doesn't work like that, Jalen.
No, I know, but does that ever get to that point with a person like Nick Saban?
No, I think a Nick Saban or someone with more like a better coach doesn't allow it to ever get to that point. No. Would be my answer. Let's quickly go to John and Freehold, and then Joe Leo's got stuff you missed. John and Freehold, good morning. How you doing?
Morning. How you doing this morning?
Good. What's up?
Hey, guys. Good morning. Listen, the Jets need playmakers on both sides of the football, whether it be offense or defense. We all know that. On the defensive side of the football, there's no leader on this defense. There's no identity to this defense. They haven't had it since C.J. Mosley retired. That's what they ultimately have to find. That's got to be their starting point, is finding a leader of that defense that's going to, bring an attitude and is going to bring an identity to that defense as a starting point, as a launching point.
So what are you saying? You saying you want Caleb Downs? Is that what it feels like? Where you're going
no,
here?
I don't want Caleb Downs. No, but they got to address what they didn't do a year ago.
You need a great. I know what you're saying.
Opposite Garrett Wilson. And they got to develop a young quarterback, guys. I can't think about
right,
next
but that quarterback's not. But that quarterback's not available
have that
right
quarterback
now.
this year, though, John.
Guys, you don't know that. Okay, every draft, Tyler Shook. Everybody was laughing at his name and mocking his name, and the guys, they wasted a pick in New Orleans with him. He's not going to be any good. He doesn't have any skills. And he had a nice rookie season.
Yeah, but I don't think anyone said that he had no. I don't think anyone said that he had no skills. I mean, there were some throws that he made that are like, I don't know about this guy. And he's also got Kellen Moore.
Rick, they were questioning his arm. They were questioning his name.
Right, but he also has Kellen Moore. Right, I mean,
but that's my point. But that's my point.
Okay, but you're not making a point. You're making a point that of all teams that we're going to be the one that finds that guy late in this draft.
But that's the thing. You got Frank Wright here now, so you got to believe that Frank Wright is going to be that guy that they.
But I don't think that exists in this. Mel just joined the show and said that Tyler Shuck level of quarterback doesn't even exist in this draft.
Mel Kiper brought up a quarterback that's going to be a Taysom Hill kind of quarterback for the Jets.
Yeah, he listen. Mel Kiper's been wrong many a time, guys. He's not the ultimate. Guy that's going to get every selection right.
So the Jets coaching staff is better than we give them credit for, and Mel's going to be wrong.
Well, it's better than what they've had in the past. And the thing is, you got a guy that was the MVP in the Senior Bowl at the LSU quarterback, Nottmeyer. I like him a lot. I think he's got a strong arm. He's mobile. That's somebody maybe you could work with and draft in the third round. And if you've got the right people, they've got a new quarterback coach now that's had success in the past in Musgrave. You've got Frank Wright. Maybe that's the guy you bring in and you develop. I'm not saying he's going to start the first game of the season.
I don't think anybody, and thanks for the call, John. I don't think anybody has a problem with that. You want to draft Nussmeier, you want to draft Aller, you want to draft one of these kids in the third or fourth round and see what they are, and then eventually, odds are they won't turn into that guy, and you'll draft the quarterback next year. I don't think anybody has a problem with that.
Yeah, no one has a problem with that. But I mean, to count on that, I think is crazy. Like, Frank Reich is better than what you've had. I mean, Frank Reich is better than what you've had, but Frank Reich is not, I mean, he's not Kevin O'Connell or Kyle Shanahan or one of these guys.
No.
And also,
and
like,
even
at what
if you
point?
were, I don't know that any of these guys in this draft are going to be capable of being that level of quarterback.
All right, and how much time are you going to have? Like, how much time does this coaching staff have to develop a third or fourth round pick?
Maybe not a lot at all.
I would imagine probably not at all. Especially knowing you're going to have 3 first-round picks in 2027.
Right. And that's where you're going to get your quarterbacks. You're not going to reach
Well, that's,
now.
I mean, potentially where you could get your coach, too.
Well, you know what? You might be a more attractive team if you have a bad season, you have a top pick, and one of those quarterbacks is going to be available. Joe Leo?
Yes, Dave.
How you doing?
Pretty good.
You enjoying yourself?
I am.
That's nice. You're doing a great job.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You ready to provide the stuff you missed?
Let's do it.
All right, let's go.
Now.
Walk-up three-pointer. He got it! See ya! Put it in the box!
The you missed.
With the Knicks in Cleveland tonight, they got some pretty good news out of Detroit last night because the Pistons lost. Victor Wembanyama had a team-high 21 points, 17 rebounds.
Can I interject for a
blocks?
minute here?
What?
How is this good news for the Knicks?
You're trying to catch the Pistons, no?
Joe.
Every loss for the Pistons is good for the Knicks.
Okay.
I like Joe's attitude.
I like it, Joe.
Oh, okay.
You stay positive, Joe.
If I led the show this morning, great news.
I said
Pistons
good news.
lost last night.
Whoa, wait a minute. This is stuff you missed. This isn't leading the show.
Well, no.
This is...
If he would have started stuff you missed with, hey, Detroit lost last night, Wembanyama did this, and Cade Cunningham did this, fine. His whole interjecting was, hey, this is really good news for the Knicks.
Is it bad news?
We're only 6 games back.
Go ahead. Forget it. Go ahead,
Stop
Joe.
being so negative.
Cade Cunningham had a rough shooting night, 5 for 26, 16 points in 35 minutes. Kevin Durant, he made some headlines, and not for the 18 points and 12 assists that he had in a 20-point win against the Jazz. He intends to play for Team USA in the 2028 Olympics. The 18-year veteran is 37 years old, which, if you do some quick math, means he's going to be 39 when the Olympics come around in 2028. Steph Curry is also mulling a decision to play. Curry is also, right now,
Why not
37.
put LeBron on the team, too?
Twitter's going to be elite that summer.
LeBron said he has no interest in playing in 2028. But I do want to ask you guys, is there anybody right now that you look at and you go, I want him on the team in 2028?
Anthony Edwards.
Yep.
Maybe Con Knipple?
Maybe. Cade Cunningham.
Cade Cunningham.
Yeah.
France is going to be a tough team to beat in 2 years.
Yeah, why don't you go move to France then?
Who does France have behind Wemby? Who else do they have?
Yabusele, I think, is the captain.
I mean,
not kidding.
I'm terrified about Yabusele.
I'm not kidding.
Alex Sarr?
Yeah.
It's time to push out the old guys. Let's go. New blood.
Future's now, old man.
Nick Batum?
Come on.
He's good in international play.
Fine. I mean, it's not the Anthony Edwards level.
No, but he's good in international play. Floyd Mayweather, he's coming out of retirement, and not just to fight Mike Tyson, which is also
the way Joe Leo's doing it. I mean, it was Tony Parker coming back maybe for the Tony Parker French.
Want to go down this road?
If LeBron could play, why not?
Koulibaly will be on that team.
Oh, Koulibaly. What a terrified of him.
Alexander Sarr.
Tony Parker was French, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
of course. He played on the French national team.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, you were right.
Right.
One of the
There's some
reasons
good
why
French
Wemby
players
is
out
who
there.
Wemby is.
The problem is Wemby's so freaking
Wemby's
good.
7'5". That's why
Oh my
Wemby
God,
is what
is he
Wemby
good?
is.
That's why, yeah.
Because he's
Wemby's
7'5",
as good
Joe.
as he is, and
Well,
7'5".
Wasn't
Yes.
because Tony Parker.
Well, he fell in love with basketball because of Tony Parker.
Right.
We all need an inspiration.
Man is 7'5". I don't think Tony Parker
And
has
also
all that
because
much
he's
to do with
7
it.
feet, Joe. What else would you fall in love with? Duck hunting?
Dave wouldn't be down for that, though. Being 7 feet.
Yeah.
No, it's too tall. Joe, would you want to be 7'5"?
No.
Yeah, see?
I
Joe
would.
Gets it.
I've fallen in love with changing light bulbs because I'm 7 feet tall.
Although walking over, did you see what he did in the All-Star game where he walked over a partition?
Like it was a hurdle, like a little tiny hurdle.
That'd be pretty nice.
That'd be awesome.
Anyway, Floyd Mayweather back. Vegas, September, Manny Pacquiao at the Sphere. Any interest?
No. And this
Zero?
is probably going to be a pay-per-view thing, isn't it?
Yep.
Oh, God, no.
It's at the Sphere, though.
That is cool.
Yeah.
It'd be nice to go, and the Sphere is crazy. So
This is a fight that 18 years ago would have been must-watch.
Oh, by the way, too, going back to the U.S. question, you got Jaylen Brown, you got Jason Tatum, you got Tyrese Halliburton,
You got
Tyrese
Brunson.
Maxey,
Brunson.
I mean, we're good.
Should be.
I mean, should be.
We're going to be fine.
We got Cooper Flagg. We got. I mean, who else?
Yeah.
Who else you want?
Right, exactly.
Chet Holmgren. Who else you want?
They could be fine. We're always going to be fine, Joe. Don't you worry about American basketball.
Apollo Banchero. He plays for the U.S., doesn't he?
Yeah, I believe so.
How about that, Joe Leo?
I'm not
Talk
sold
about
on Paulo.
all your old French people.
You're not sold on Paulo.
I'm not.
Sold on Paulo. Why don't you move
All
to
right.
France, all right?
Anyway, in college basketball, Seth Trimble had a career night for North Carolina, 30 points and a thrilling three-point win for the 18th ranked Tar Heels over 24. Louisville.
How was Alex? Alex update.
Oh, he was very happy, although he got angry at me, and rightfully so.
Wow, what'd you do?
So Carolina was up 12 with like 3.5 minutes to go.
Oh, you said, okay, it's a wrap.
That's it. So that should be that, Alex. This should be over. I've asked you a million times not to do that. Stop doing that. And then it got to 4, and I was like, oh, no, please. Please don't blow this game.
He would have killed you.
He would have killed me. Well, probably while I slept.
Imagine if you woke up and he was just, like, staring at you. I told you not to do that.
Yeah, and now you will pay. It's like stab you in the heart.
With this North Carolina jersey.
Right.
All right, Joe, what else you got?
Kirk Cousins apparently asked his agent that he would like to be released on the first day of the league year. So that maybe could be a potential Jets quarterback.
So I was trying to get this in Joe's ear. Falcons GM Ian Cunningham was just on 92.9 in Atlanta.
Oh, look at you checking up right away. What did he say, right?
You're listening to Atlanta radio.
No. I see a tweet from our Mark Raimondi. He's an ESPN guy. I hope I'm saying his name correctly. But he says that Cunningham confirmed on 92.9, Kirk and his agent, Kirk will be released on the first day of the year.
Oh, really?
So, yep.
As your quarterback.
Great.
Joe Leo could be the male Debbie Downer.
He is not high on this at all.
No, he's not high on
Joe,
anybody.
you don't have a lot of positivity.
Not sold on anybody.
My teams haven't really given me much for positivity these days.
I'm sorry this
Sold
happened to you.
He's sold on France. That's all he,
Right.
that's all he feels
French
good about.
basketball, though.
French basketball is high on, yeah.
I'm also high on Kansas because they remain unbeaten on Monday nights in Fog Allen with a 69-56 win over number 5 Houston. Bill Self is 41-0 on Monday nights in Fog Allen as the Jayhawks head coach.
That is a crazy stat.
On Mondays.
Last time the Jayhawks lost on Monday night in Fog Allen. Anybody want to guess?
1988.
Not quite that far. 2001 against Ohio State. They haven't lost back-to-back games at home.
Yeah, 88-89, right?
Yep, which is the first season of Roy Williams as the head coach of Kansas, which that...
Jeez.
Wow. In NFL news, well, college football news, Gunnar Rivers, son of Phillip Rivers, will follow his father's footsteps and play at North Carolina State.
Yep, 4-star recruit.
And in the NHL, Mikko Rantanen will miss at least one game for the Dallas Stars after suffering a lower body injury in the Olympics that forced him to miss the bronze medal game. Dallas will host Seattle tomorrow. And that, Dave, is the stuff you missed.
That's nice. That's a hell of a job by you, Joe Leo, and with commentary and everything. Rick, before we take a break, I want to hear from you. You have anything you'd like to tell me?
Oh, you'd like to hear from me, huh?
Yeah, I'd love to, actually.
All right. Well, I can do that
for me,
for you.
huh?
Thanks, eh?
All right, well, it's a FanDuel.
A little FanDuel, eh? All right, here we go, boys. A little FanDuel for you guys. All right, so you know how much I love FanDuel. Ever wanted to go to the NBA Finals? Huh? Well, now's your chance, courtesy of FanDuel. Wow. All you have to do is use your profit boost on an NBA future, and you'll be entered for a shot to win an NBA Finals trip for 2. NBA futures let you lock in your pick for who you think will go all the way. Whether it's a team to win the championship or a conference title, visit FanDuel.com/local to get started. Play your game with FanDuel, official sports betting partner of the NBA. Must be 21 and older and physically present in New York. No purchase necessary. Limit 1 entry. For Profit Boost token, opt-in required. Must apply Profit Boost tokens on select market. Restrictions do apply. See full terms, including methods of entry, at sportsbook.fanduel.com. For help with a gambling problem, call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY at 467369.
That's nice. Very well done. And you could have bet on Detroit last night, and you would have lost had you bet on the Spurs and then the French freak, Victor Wembanyama. Oh, then you would have won money. Let's break. We'll come back, and we'll get into the Knicks. We'll do it next. DNR with you, ESPN New York. Yama, 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 yama. All right, let's see what's happening on the roads. Be careful out there, please. Here is Debbie Duhane.
Hi, Dave. Hi, Rick. Stay safe. Be careful traveling today. New Jersey Transit, a 28-minute delay into and out of New York's Penn Station with ongoing Amtrak issues. Keep in mind, if you're heading to the Williamsburg Bridge, big-time delays right now. Getting into Brooklyn, all lanes subject to closure with an accident. Watch for delays 280 east at the Garden State Parkway. It's an accident blocking one lane, so watch for delays there as well. Take it slowly. Traffic is sponsored by Positive Coaching Alliance. If you have questions about youth or high school sports, Positive Coaching Alliance can help. PCA develops better athletes and better people through youth and high school sports. Info at positivecoach.org. I'm Debbie Duhame on 880 ESPN New York.
1-877 Cards for Kids. KARS Cards for Kids.
Call 877-CARS-4-KIDS to reach a friendly live agent. Donation's super easy, and your card can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now or go to carsforkids.org. That's cars with a K.
1-877-CARS-for-KIDS. Donate your card today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too?
Everyone needs to take care of their mental health, even running back Bijan Robinson.
When I'm on the field and feeling the pressure, I usually just take a deep breath. When I'm just breathing and seeing what's in front of me, everything just slows down. It just makes me feel great before I run the play.
Just like Bijan, we all need a strong mental game on and off the field. Make a game plan for your mental health at loveyourmindplaybook.org.
Love your mind.
Brought to you by the Huntsman Mental Health Foundation, the Arthur M. Blank Family Foundation, and the Ad Council.
Hey, it's Alan Hahn. Rings End is your locally owned Benjamin Moore retailer. They're your store for quality with a full line of brilliant and durable Benjamin Moore paints. They're your store for inspiration with thousands of colors and a variety of sheens. And Rings End is your store for expertise with one-on-one advice for contractors and homeowners. Insist on Benjamin Moore paint from Rings End because the gorgeous color you love can't be matched in another brand of paint.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You sort through tons of resumes and you get too many so-so applicants. You're just waiting for someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now, there's a place where you can meet them fast. ZipRecruiter.
Need to hire right away. Start your search for strong candidates. The right fit awaits. Build your team. Build it sooner. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN right now to try it for free, and you're on your way to meeting your match. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. So try it now. Go to ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. Try it free.
Hey, Yankees fans. 2026 Yankees individual game and group tickets are on sale now at Yankees.com/tickets. Next season's home schedule is highlighted by interleague games against the Dodgers, Braves, and Cardinals. As always, we'll host the annual series of games against the Mets, as well as baseball's best rivalry with the Red Sox. Don't miss out on all the exciting action in the Bronx. Get your 2026 Yankees tickets today at Yankees.com/tickets.
At City Harvest, we believe no New Yorker has to go hungry. With your help, we're on the road 365 days a year, rescuing over 77 million pounds of nutritious food and delivering it free to millions of New Yorkers, transforming surplus food into sustenance, sustainability, and smiles, rallying thousands of New Yorkers to power a network of nourishment across our city. One day, one meal, and one New Yorker at a time. That's how we feed good. Donate at cityharvest.org.
There are a lot of reasons why people buy at Ramsey Mazda. It's their selection, it's their customer service, and it's their savings. Release a new 2026 Mazda CX-50 2.5 S Select all-wheel drive for $219 for 33 months. Or buy with 1.9% APR financing for 36 months. Start shopping now at RamseyMazda.com. Choose wisely. Choose Ramsey Mazda. Call 833-853-2970 for lease details. VIN TN466016. MSRP $32,010. Zero security deposit. APR $28.60 per month for $1,000 finance. Ends 3/2/26.
Texting enrolls you in a recurring automated marketing text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
The team's looking good this season. I think so. Man, I miss playing football. Ever since I turned 40, I just can't find that fire I used to have.
Think it could be lower testosterone?
What do you mean?
I was feeling the same way. After 40, the body has less testosterone, and men lose their edge. That's why I take Nugenix Total T2.
That's the testosterone booster, right?
Yes, but Total T2 is their brand new formula that skyrockets nitric oxide levels in as little as 3 hours. Since I started taking it, I've been lifting like when we played for Coach Carter. My energy is way up, and it even spiced up things between me and the missus.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles?
Yep, just send a text.
Text HAWK to 321-321 for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T2, the next generation testosterone booster. Text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo X, our newest, most powerful fat burner ever, absolutely free. Text HAWK to 321-321. That's HAWK to 321-321.
These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
All right, DNR with you, ESPN New York. For you, I do this for you. Tonight's Knicks game is on Peacock, but it's also on MSG. So you can go to MSG and put stuff on other channels, and you don't have to worry about being a streaming exclusive game. So you have that, which is nice.
Sounds, by the way, I'm just looking at a clip right now. It sounds like Team USA will be going to the State of the Union tonight.
They're going to that tonight?
Yep.
I'm just telling you, if guys do not show up for games tomorrow, it's going to be a big topic of discussion.
Just what Quentin Hughes said. They're going. I'm just telling you.
Okay.
JT Miller looks like he was absolutely wrecked last night.
Really? I'm sure they all are. They deserve to be. Good on them.
He's got the flag draped on his back. He's on stage and he's singing a Toby Keith song.
By the way, has anyone gotten more out of something that happened 50 years ago than Mike Eruzione?
No.
I
Good
mean,
for him.
what? He basically made his entire life with that goal against Russia.
Yeah, we call him America's guest.
It's good for him.
Hey, captain of the team, scored the game-winning goal.
I get it.
You want.
Listen, I don't begrudge him. I'm just saying, like, he's still profiting off of a goal from 46 years ago.
Yeah, he thought he was going to get cut. Listen, to Herb Brooks' credit, man. I mean, and all great coaches do this. Like, I mean, to have the presence of mind, or just like the ability, actually, both, to know exactly what
buttons to push.
Right.
Yeah.
Like even in the one game where the guy was hurt, I forgot. I know his name, but now I just, for whatever reason, it's slipped my mind.
O'Callahan was hurt.
No, not O'Callahan. It was one of the other guys who played for him in Minnesota. He came in the locker room, and the guy he had a thigh contusion, so he thought he was done. He was in the locker room, equipment off, laying down with ice on his leg, and he came in and ripped the guy. And he's like, hey, you called him pretty much a P word, and like pushed him because he knew he needed to shake things up. Kid played for him, so he knew exactly what button to press. Kid's like, you want me to play? I'll bleep and play. Put his equipment back on. Came back, played, and couldn't sit down. His leg was so mangled, like his leg was hurt so bad he couldn't sit down.
They showed that in the movie Miracle.
The kid couldn't sit down. Yeah, they could, but they actually show him standing up on the bench because he couldn't in the dock. He couldn't sit down.
It's amazing. It's amazing. I mean, he was the perfect motivator. Perfect. He was, and what he did was, and it's so genius. And he's like part, coach, motivator, therapist, parent, all of it, is he became the focus. He was the one that they all hated.
Well, again, like that's going back to just like knowing what your team needs.
Right.
He sensed early that there was a division, right? And
but
the only way
he made them all unify in their dislike for him, which is an amazing tactic.
Right. Well, but that's again, it's just what great coaches do. Right, if he feels like if that great coach feels like there's a void in leadership, he'll step up and be the leader. If he feels like this team needs to come together, well, I got to give him a common enemy. The common enemy will be me.
And it worked.
And it worked.
And it was the perfect storm of working. It was amazing. I mean, again, if you watch the movie and you didn't know that the story was true, you'd be like, "Come on, this is a bit much. It's a bit far fetched."
It feels like a made for
TV movie.
Yeah, exactly.
It doesn't feel like a true story. 100%. So Knicks tonight, like I said, this game is on MSG, so you get your local announcers. What bothers you more? That you get announcers you're not familiar with, or that you're locked in on a streaming network?
Oh.
Or just all of it?
All of it.
Yeah.
That's my biggest pet peeve with streaming, though, just in general, is being locked in. Because I don't like to sit through commercials. I like to float around, and I can't do it.
Peacock doesn't even have commercials all the time. They'll have that screen that says, like, okay, we'll be back in 50 seconds.
All right, but still, I'm stuck in it. Now I got to get out of it.
I know, and then you can't get out of it.
Yeah, I don't want that.
I don't like it either. I don't like any part of it. So, Knicks tonight, again, I'm not going to freak out. I'm done with my freakouts. I don't think the Knicks are in the same, like I said, class as Detroit, so now my freakouts are now done until we get to the postseason. I promise you that.
Yeah, you say that.
I promise you.
Okay, I don't believe you. I don't trust you because you told me that wasn't going to be the case, and you freaked out after they lost to Detroit, and then you started twitting fights.
I didn't start a fight.
You started a fight.
I did not. Ray, did I start a fight, or did you
could have very
react to
easily
something I said?
That at this moment the Detroit Pistons are a better basketball team than the Knicks.
I saw Turtle giving you the business. That's what I saw.
You know what? You guys are the absolute worst human beings. Turtle did not get. I would run circles around Turtle if and when he joins the show.
You incited him.
I didn't incite him. You think I was like, okay, I can get Jerry angry? No, I was giving my opinion. My opinion is the Knicks are not in the same class as Detroit. Ray, you disagree?
You know what you're doing.
Ray, do you disagree?
Right now,
in the same class as Detroit.
Right now, it's hard to say that because
so then when you saw my tweet, where you're like, you know what, it's a fair point.
I didn't choose to argue with you.
Okay,
it wasn't me.
So Turtle felt the way about it. Well, you know what, Turtle, grow a pair. Call the show and let's go. Wow. You want to drop the gloves? You want to go? Let's go.
Wow.
Well, the Knicks, they shot poorly from three. They're not as good as Detroit.
Right, but you could have said that. You could have said that. You didn't have to say they're not in the same class.
They're not.
Well, but you knew what you were doing. You were trying to incite people.
I wasn't trying to incite anybody.
You wanted to really hammer home the point.
Whatever you believe.
Whatever. That's exactly what you did.
I'm not. No, I was trying to make a statement. They're not in the same class as Detroit.
You're calculated, is what you are.
Do you think they are?
Right now, I think Detroit's better.
Okay. So in your opinion, what I said is accurate or inaccurate?
I think it was. I think it was something that New York Knicks fans didn't want to hear.
Fair. Why would you want to hear that your team's not as good as other teams?
Well, but you're not saying that though. It's different when you say they're not in the same class. Is different than right now that the Pistons are better. Like not being in the same class as somebody, it doesn't give you much hope.
Right now, if I told you Knicks, Pistons, Eastern Conference Finals, what do you think happens?
I would take the Pistons.
You would take the Pistons.
Right.
Would it go 7? Would you see a game 7 in that series?
Would I see a game 7?
Yeah.
Probably not.
Probably not.
No.
So, and I agree with you. I think that's probably a 5, maybe 6 game series. Now, as things go through the postseason, injuries happen, teams play at different levels. Could I change my opinion? Absolutely. All I'm saying is, whatever happens tonight, I will not freak out in either direction tomorrow.
Right, but for someone that said that for the entirety of the season, is that, the 82 games is I'll be paying attention and I'll watch because that's what I do. But for the most part, I'm going to grade this team on the postseason has been very, very roller coasterish emotionally wise.
Well, I'm emotional by nature.
Right, but you keep telling me that you won't be, and then you just fall right back into it.
If the Knicks lose by 27 points tonight, will not change my view.
If James Harden goes for like 38 tonight, stop it.
I will not. I'll
be
disgusted.
D will be the first caller, by the way.
Yeah, right. You're so full of crap.
Well, look, at least I have an opinion.
Oh, here we go.
Unlike you, let me sit in my feces of no opinion.
I just don't choose to
Nothing bothers you.
Twitter.
Nothing bothers you.
Oh, no, there's a lot of things
You're
that
like a
bother me.
statue. You're like the new Pat Riley statue.
I
Yeah, it looks great.
internalize it. I internalize it.
God
Let it
forbid
bother-
I have an opinion. Is that
I
what
let
you fine? You want to neuter me? I'll take them right off. If that's what you want.
No, I don't want. I don't
That's
want.
what you
that.
want. You want?
I don't.
Okay. Hey,
stop making
Knicks,
promises.
Knicks won by 12. Hey, yay! Knicks lost by 17. Oh, that's unfortunate. That's what I'll
Stop
do
making
tomorrow.
promises. Stop making promises
No,
you can't
that's
keep.
a promise
That's
I'm
all
making to
saying.
you tomorrow. I'll make you a deal. If I do not follow through on this promise, I will never say this again.
Right,
No
but
matter
here's
what happens tonight, I will say nothing overly negative or overly positive tomorrow.
Right, but I don't need. But I don't need the promises. What I'm saying to you, I want you to just act the way you need to. Like you feel like you need to act. I want you unencumbered. I want you to hey, if I'm angry, I want to act angry. I don't want you in the back of your mind, I made a promise to Rick that I won't go crazy. If you want to go crazy,
I'm not going to because it doesn't do anything anymore. I know what the Knicks are. The Knicks are a good team that, in my mind, is not competing for an NBA championship. So why am I going to go crazy if they lose a game to Cleveland tonight? I'm not.
Okay, but I mean, if you chose to go crazy, you could go crazy.
Okay. Well, I choose to tell you about Tullamore Dew.
Oh,
That's what I
nice.
choose. All right, Game Time is brought to you by Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey. When it's game time, then it's Tully time. Mets face the Astros in Grapefruit League action. 107 first pitch. Yankees take on the Blue Jays. 107 first pitch. Knicks are in Cleveland against Donovan Mitchell, James Harden, and the Cavs. 7:30 is when the game is called for. 7:42 tip-off. Pre-game gets underway at 7 o'clock right here on 880 ESPN New York. Nets host the Mavericks at 7:30, and that's what we have tonight. And that's Game Time, brought to you by Tullamore Dew, the original triple distilled, triple blended, and triple cask matured Irish whiskey. Be sure to grab a Tullamore Dew or try the new Tullamore Dew Honey during today's action. Glasses up to enjoying Tullamore Dew responsibly. Let's break, come back, put a ball on this one, hand it over to Bart Carlin, and get ready for the Knicks and the Cavs tonight. All that and more, ESPN New York.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Call 877 Cars for Kids to reach a friendly live agent. Donation's super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now or go to carsforkids.org.
Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too?
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along. Which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. That's ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN.
ZipRecruiter. Ever wanted to go to the NBA Finals? Well, now's your chance, courtesy of FanDuel. All you have to do is use your profit boost on an NBA future, and you'll be entered for a shot to win an NBA Finals trip for 2. NBA futures let you lock in your pick for who you think's going to go all the way, whether it's a team to win the championship or a conference title. Visit FanDuel.com/local to get started. So if you want to go to the NBA Finals, all you have to do is use your profit boost on an NBA future, and you'll be entered for a shot to win an NBA Finals trip for 2. Play your game with FanDuel, official sports betting partner of the NBA. Must be 21 and older and physically present in New York. No purchase necessary. Limit 1 entry for profit boost token. Opt-in required. Must apply profit boost token on select market. Restrictions do apply. See full terms, including methods of entry, at sportsbook.fanduel.com. For help with a gambling problem, call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY at 467369.
I'm Boomer Esiason. My mom died from cancer. She was only 37 years old. She didn't have life insurance, and that was devastating for my family. That's why having life insurance is so important to me. Ethos makes it fast and easy. Get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. You can get up to $3 million in coverage with no medical exam.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/play. That's ethos.com/play. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Access to education changes lives. That's why National University provides flexible online and hybrid programs from associate to doctorate degrees. Since 1971, NU was built to serve non-traditional working and military learners nationwide. NU understands the demands of work, family, and service. Each year, more than 130,000 learners trust National University to move forward. Visit nu.edu to learn more.
Don Hahn and Rosenberg is live from the Big East Tournament presented by Schweppes, Sun Cruiser Vodka Iced Tea, and Samuel Adams. Join DHR broadcasting live from the Irish Exit inside Moynihan Train Hall for a Big East extravaganza. Big East legends Charles Smith and Walter Berry will join us on site as we break down the action and relive the glory days. All courtesy of Schweppes. Stop by beginning at 3 p.m. Enter to win great prizes and make the Irish Exit your headquarters when the Big East takes center stage. Sun Cruiser Vodka Iced Tea is available at Avenida and the Rutherford. Must be 21 or older to purchase. Please drink responsibly.
Oh, yeah, a little Entourage. How good is that show, by the way? The show, the movie, all of it, just elite.
Great show.
Yeah. Love
Absolutely great show.
So, Ray, where are we with
run
getting Jerry
circles
Ferrara
around
on the
Turtle.
show? If and when he joins the show.
Ugh.
Ray?
We're still in the holding pattern. He did get back to me. We're just trying to see
He
if
wants to join the show?
He sounded interested based on the discussion we were having. So
Does
I'm
it
hopeful we can make this
sound
happen.
to you like it will be combative if and when he joins the show?
I don't think it'll be combative.
I hope so.
He seems like a good guy, and obviously he's a big Knicks fan. So
Right, you do realize that Rick is going to do everything within his power to push this to be confrontational.
we
right?
know how this works.
That's the whole point.
We're not rookies to this. We know how this goes.
He's a big Knicks fan. Kevin is a huge Islander fan.
Right. Huge Islander fan.
Huge.
Yeah.
That's how I first met him.
Through the Islander stuff?
I met him at a charity, at a poker tournament.
Wasn't he involved in that 30 for 30?
Yep.
With the guy that stole all the money and everything?
Yeah, he did it. Yeah.
He's the one that did it?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. That's a wild story, huh?
Crazy. Crazy story. Yeah,
Spano, is that his name? Spanos?
It's almost like you don't even believe it, yeah.
Yeah, it's one of those, it almost feels like it's fictitious, yes.
Right. Yeah, we were in a tough spot. But we're back, baby.
Yeah. Hey, listen, the second half of the season is the big-time stuff for the Islanders.
Yep. And as much as I wanted to see Schaefer on the Olympic team, for us, selfishly, probably nice that he got a little break, relax, don't need the extra stress
He should have
of
made
Olympics.
the team, though.
He probably should have been on the team, yes.
He should have made the Olympic team. He is most guys don't take off like this to start their NHL
Well,
career.
especially after seeing what Celebrini did. You know what I mean? Like you could point to hey, he's young and everything.
It takes time.
Celebrini's 19. What he's done in San Jose translated to what you just saw in the Olympics. So, for anyone who's like, Schaefer's only 18 years old. Yeah, but look what Schaefer's doing in the NHL right now.
It's amazing. It is. To be doing this at 18?
Stud.
Yeah, stud. Ray?
Hi there.
How you doing?
I'm feeling fantastic.
You know what? You sound terrific today. Yesterday you sounded a little congested. Today, really good.
I was battling yesterday. But
That's what happens when you sleep for 12 hours.
Well, you get a nice, you said it, you get a nice 12-hour sleep, does wonders.
I'm sure. Are you ready for the 3 stars?
Yeah, let's go.
Well, let's go.
Today's 3 stars. Number 3.
Well, we had him on today to talk about his mock draft 2.0, and the surprising pick there was number 2 overall, Jets taking Caleb Downs. And, you asked Mel Kiper his logic on this, and, well, he went scorched earth on the Jets for that one. Oh, boy, let's try it again.
How many interceptions you guys have last year? 20, 22 as a team? What did you have? I think 0 was the number I saw last time I checked in a pass-happy league. That's ridiculously disgusting.
Ridiculously
disgusting. It's hard to argue with them. But how many interceptions did you have again? Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, real funny, Ray. How was your defense?
I'm not. Well, listen,
get him.
My defense
is solid.
My defense is the only defense that allowed more points. Great. So, yeah.
Number 2.
Shut your mouth.
Speaking of the draft and big prospects, big prospect out of Penn State, offensive guard.
Yeah, Big O is not bad.
Not that you've known anyone that's had a big O before.
No, that led to trouble, as it usually does.
I was told by Sherry, can you talk to your buddy? He's a very selfish lover.
That never
That's what she
Sherry said this to you?
That's what she said to
he's
me.
full. You're Ray. Stop
I didn't want
playing
to have to
his
say
game.
anything.
Yeah, you were allegedly told that in confidence. I guess it's not really confidence anymore.
So now we've learned two things. A, apparently you have a massive mouth. And B, you lie.
I was pushed.
You were pushed.
Number 1.
You know who was not pushed? And I'm sorry to do this to you, Joe Leo, because you've been great filling in for RJ, who's still stuck in Florida.
It has to happen.
Along with Barbara, not Bob.
Go to Bob in Florida. He's going to complain about the weather in Florida. Good morning, Bob. Bob?
Hello? It's not
Where's
Bob,
Bob?
it's Barbara. Hello?
Yeah. Hey, Barbara.
Hello.
Hi, good morning, guys.
Poor Barbara.
She said Barb.
Well, eventually, we were able to move past it. Everyone's happy. We had a good laugh.
It's a woman, though, Joe. Joe, this is something that still hurts you?
No. Again, I've put the hatchet in the ground. It's over and done with.
Well, there you go. The hatchet's in the ground, and it's over and done with. And we'll do it again tomorrow. Great job,
How about
boys.
that? Joe Leo, you back with us tomorrow?
Maybe. We'll see.
Oh.
LARR.
One can hope. All right, it's Rule 76.
No excuse, Black Champion. It's DiPietro Rothenberg.
Right in the ground, that hatchet goes right in the ground.
Right here on ESPN New York and on YouTube.
Did you have a favorite Explorer?
At Uline, they know firsthand the road to success